Truth be told. Dun, 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 dun. Man, I miss Shadowlands, dude. Double DPS is always bad. I mean, in recent times, well, in MOP is a lot better. In MOP is way more viable. In Shadowlands, it was really good. Shadowlands, like, well, it was good. I guess I wouldn't say really good because depends on if you compare it to like meta 2 comps. But you can compete with pretty much any comp as quite a few double DPS comps. So yeah, historically it has been like now. I was in now in Dragonflight, it's been some of the worst it's ever been, like ever. At least since I started playing double DPS in like Cataclysm. And it's been better most times than right now. What up, T-Blue? Yo, man. Wait, yo, hold up. Frost get buffed? Wait, so Frost is back? Yeah, dude. I mean, Shadowlands, you can do like so much. Like, even like double Feral and stuff worked well in Shadowlands. Alright, hold up. Gonna have a TikTok? Oh, damn, T-Blue. Shadowlands, well, like, Shadowlands, Missa Pandaria, I think even BFA, like, if I recall. Yeah, dude, BFA is a good example. Like, also there. Like, it was quite a bit better, man. Like, a lot better, actually. Like, you could play Feral, Hunter, 2v2 then, and, like, do pretty good on high MR. Now, that's, like, just a non-starter. Like, really. It's been a big fall from grace, man, for double deeps. Which sucks, because I think it's, like, the most fun thing I'm about to do. The instant guardian thing, huh? Hold up. Frick, I shouldn't shrink it like this, man. I gotta stop. Wakando.
Oh, so close.
Oh, damn.
This just means more entertainment for me. Oh, interesting.
Nice.
I did not expect.
That's why we're back. You could though. You could, and people played it way more, like way more than now. But again, like yo, like BFA, it's a way too broad of a term, I guess. BFA season 3, or was the season? Hold up, like Notorious season. Like some of the seasons, you had the tank trinket meta, which actually was pretty good for double DPS because you can even out damp some healer teams. But then you had like dressed bike meta as well, you know? Like, BFA was very different from season to season, especially the last 2, I guess. From Coral Sport Pod meta to freaking dressed bike meta. But I mean, you would just face like way more comps. Like, dude, like me back then, I played freaking Feral Hunter every day, all day. And you would actually compete with like some of the top teams. But now no one's playing Feral Hunter or even Feral Ret. I mean, I'm the only one doing Feral Ret, really. Like no, like it's fallen like you don't even really face Rogue Mage anymore on high CR. I mean, Hansu, like that doesn't say much about like what the general viability of it is, though, you know. Like it was way more popular. Like even if I just go back and like watch my videos now from BFA, like you actually face like all these like different comps, way more than now. But again, BFA is like very different season to season, right? Like season 1 BFA, season 2. Hansu, I don't really know about this. I don't know about that. Yeah. I'm looking at the viability. But I guess hey, we can all have our own opinions on it though. That's fine. But yeah, I think most people that played BFA or Shadowlands or MOP even like will know that like if you've played double DPS a lot, you'll know that like playing it in Dragonflight and the Warbird Din has felt like way worse than it's ever been. It's brutal. Yeah, like it's brutal. It was a way stronger BFA, way stronger Shadowlands. Forget how it was in Legion, but yeah. Yo, Jack, what's your opinion, Jack? What's been on Fox Sox? My Fox Sox opinion, I love him. He's great. He's great, Snack. W Facts. You forgot your opinion? It happens, man. It happens. You know what triggered this? It's a Ray of Hope. Cloning it. Kidding me? It's DR though, or it's half. Or something. I don't even know. Get this. Not like this. Oh shoot. I trolled her a little bit. We can do it. We can do it. Full clone. Yes. Yes. You just alt F4. There we are. Noise. Really, 5 to 6 million frost strikes is possible. Yo, is Zombie Kitty back, Train Blue? Is Zombie Kitty back? Yeah, Jack just forgot the opinion, man. I was hyped to hear the Jack opinion. But yeah, I think... Yeah. There's pretty much no way to argue against the fall of double DPS. Viability-wise, man. And it's sad. I really hope they take some steps to make it more of a thing. Moving forward. I really hope so. And I believe. Yeah, it was nice, man. It was nice. It was. What up, Prey? What up, Hidang? Where are the ferals that are down to FMP hide? I've been looking everywhere. Dude, I don't even know, man. There's not that many ferals around now. Not that many ferals around, dude. It's okay, your class carries it. What up, Adra? I mean, feral has a lot more hope in double DPS than most things. When times get tough, double down and play triple DPS. Oh, shoot. I like that. I like that. Triple down. Hey, this guy just slashed love on me. Who did that? That's so nice. Oh, this guy. Those could be viable if you play perfectly. I think, I mean, perfectly, I don't know, but like many matchups like triple DPS or even like double DPS now, you just gotta press W and you pretty much win in many situations. Like even if some, like especially triple DPS, I've not played that in a long time, but I think even if you play pretty much textbook, certain comps can make a lot of mistakes and just press W and still just win. Is somebody can shuffle? I'm not trained, but I'm not. Is anyone doing shuffle right now with the mob beta going on, T-Blue? Is anyone doing that? Queue up, man. I guess you are. I guess you are. Nah. I'm too washed now, man. I'm playing too much mop. Yup. I don't think they will in future iterations of retail because some people complain about healers being replaced by hybrids. Maybe, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Just like a little bit more survivability or something. Also, if you watch when you live and breathe at this game 16 hours a day, 16 hours? Hold up. What up, Paris? Let's go, man. Let's go. Sounds good. Sounds good, man. Okay, it's Bacchus again on the Feral Holy Priest. All right. Let's go. Is Hibernate true? Yo, where's Hibernate? There it is. Good times. Actually, instant Hibernate is very annoying. It's very annoying. Actually, that makes double DPS way worse in MOP. In like feral matchups. Because these get freaking instant hibernated. And you can't get dispelled, you know? Okay, this time I'm not gonna trigger the first stun. I believe. Nice. Oops, I trolled there a little bit. Oh, not like this. Oh shoot, this was not good. Trinket this. Swarm regen. Ooh. Ooh. Clone with the precog. Oh man. Oh. Damn. What up, Carlton? Yo, Carlton. How you doing, man? Wait, what is that peekaboo emote? Yo, I can't lie. This chair is very comfortable, man. It's so nice. Dude. It's nice. It's nice. Love this. Rookie grin. Oh yeah, Severin. Wait, did you face me on Priest Feral? Oof. You playing Red Feral? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough situation. Why didn't Bacchus such a win? I don't know. That's pretty messed up, actually, Jack. He did last game, right? So, Yo, we're gonna ask Bacast why it's not letting us win. That's messed up. That's kind of messed up, actually. Yo, we gotta buy a boost later, guys. We gotta buy a boost for a rogue. We gotta buy boosts. Who sells level boosts? Mop boost? No. Level my rogue on retail, yeah. From 70 to 80. Yes. Leonardo, because I name change him for some reason. With the freaking Ninja Turtle transmog. I regret that so bad, man. Why did I rename it Leonardo? Just for the transmog, man. Spent like €7 on that. That was dumb. That was not the move. Wait, am I live on TikTok, guys? Yo, I forgot I was live on TikTok. Wait, hello? Is TikTok live? Is it working? Oh, shoot. Yo, TikTok, my bad. Yeah, I'm playing Feral. Forgot to get the chat connected. Sorry, TikTok. And YouTube. I didn't connect that chat either. Hey, my bad. It's a cool name. I guess so. It's not too bad. But Man Chicken was really cool. Yes, my spec is Feral. Yeah, I'm playing Mop. Do you enjoy the Mop, the PP more and retail Mop? I don't know. They're very different. I can't really just pick one, to be honest. It's tough for me. What up, Nitna? Yo, Nitna. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Won't be a clean fight. So keep your distance, eh? Are we ready?
Now I see you. Now I see you. We're good now. Now we're back. We're back in business.
This is
All right, let's see here. Same team again. Oh. Get bulk now. Oh man, frick, this is not good. Maim. Fake kick, combo cast. Don't die, no! Ah, shoot. Oh, man. Mana was good. Does new corruption work in PP2? Yes, but it's very weak. Ooh, speaking of that, can we upgrade it now? I think we could actually upgrade the corruption. Can we? How big does it become?
Even though the core way is usable again,
Give an epic one.
there is still plenty of construction work.
What about
and
though? Yo, man.
clearing needed.
I'm playing with Twisted Appendage right now. The Twisted Appendage, which doesn't really seem to proc much at all. Rarely procs. What up, Nightstar? Yo. At least twice as strong. Okay. Hey, new team. Warrior Disc Priest.
Today, your cries of battle and the clash of your weapons will be heard by the great Loa.
Yeah. I mean, it's like free damage, right? So there's no reason to not get it.
Afterlife.
But yeah, it's not a big deal. But games can be decided on very small margins, so.
For Zandala!
Here we go. War's going in, big time. Hit with a maim. Full clone. He's just dead, man. Yo. Hold up. Nice. Guys, in about 30 minutes, we're going to try Arms Warrior post-nerf. And see if it's still cranking hard. I gotta sneeze. Oh, man. Jeez. Yeah. Game crashed. Unlucky, unlucky. Yeah, I mean, like, sometimes, you know, like, people barely live, so, yeah. My sneeze DC swa. Sagos.
Even though the
Sagos.
coreway is usable again.
So, guys, we're gonna level a rogue. How do I find someone that can boost my rogue? We're gonna add someone on BNet. Hold up. We gotta find someone. What up, Takui? How we doing, man? Yeah, how do we go about that? Oh, yeah, dude, a bubble's not gonna save him from my sneeze. That's for sure. Oh, hopefully we're not getting sick, man, because TwitchCon. But we're feeling good. We're feeling good. Oof. Blessing of bless you. Blessing of bless you. Wait, hold up. TikTok, we still here? TikTok, YouTube? Anyone watching from TikTok or YouTube right now? Hold up. You guys can hear me loud and clear, yeah? We good? I hope. Hold up. I'm always scared like that the multi-stream is DC. We good? Okay, we good. I believe. We good. Nice. How many runs to get my epic corruption? What a Stippier? Yo. How you doing? I saw a cosplay of Sweetie Fox of Snoopy in cat form. Wait, Sweetie Fox? Who is Sweetie Fox? Of Snoopy and cat. Wait, hold up. What's that? Four clears. Only do lost areas. Are those the ones with the extra thing around them? Alright. The harder ones, okay. Do you think rip with 3 combo points is ever worth it in any situation? Yes. I mean, yeah. Sometimes. Let's say, like, if you think, like, the game is gonna last, like, 10 more seconds, you want to get that rip damage going for that time. Sometimes doing a shorter combo point can be pretty good. How'd you feel when you heard the songs? Well, they were very emotional songs, but I wasn't, like, in an emotional state when I listened to them. So, you know, it's like, damn. That's deep. What I thought. Yep. There we go. Getting ward. Sunny Mage. Dude, not having power shifting feels kind of bad after playing Mockman. Oh, the global CD, dude. Oof. Ooh, this is looking kind of rough. Ice block. Hold up. Bring a frost. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. This ain't good. Casting clone though. Not gonna get it. Premiere. Clone the ward. Oh, it just dies. Damn, dude. Sweet. How do you get the extra combo points? I mean the blue ones. So in Incarn and Berserk, you get them, and you can use better bus plates to see them. What up, Gary? What up, Michael? Hey yo. Guys, today's the last stream before TwitchCode, okay? So after today, I'm not going to be live Thursday, Friday. On Saturday, I should be doing a quick IRL stream from TwitchCon. But then no stream Sunday, Monday, and I think I'm back on Tuesday. If not Tuesday, definitely back on Wednesday. That's the game plan. That is the game plan. Man, I'm flying out really early tomorrow. I gotta wake up like 4 a.m. or something like that. We gotta go to bed early today. The forecast has gotten way better as we approach the event, so that's awesome. Yeah, like quite sunny, quite warm. It's looking good. So they do have a TwitchCon in San Francisco, I think. That's later this year. But this one is in Rotterdam, in the Netherlands. This one. Wait, they also have one. I believe it's San Diego. Oi. All right. What up, Sheep, by the way? What's good, man? What up, Sevra? Yeah, so BBP, Sevra. Better Bus Place is what you want. Yeah, Sevra, so with BBP, like you install the add-on, and with the add-on you can actually use my profile as well, and you'll see them. BBP. Yup. Let's go. Yes, orbs. Let me just get these orbs off here. Insta. Why can't I jump to him? Okay, this guy's lagging like crazy, dude. Oh! What the heck? Oh, damn. Wall in here. Yeah, I'm in some trouble here. We're in some trouble here, guys. Oh, wait. Oh, should we have magic bomb? I see. I see. Monka. Nice rep. Communion. Oh, I'm so dead. Unless regen. Vortex. He's a red pala. He's a red pala, not holy pala. I'm dead. Damn. That was tough. We go again. It's my bad. I mean, I can avoid way more damage. All good, dude. All good. Yeah, we're doing the double DPS dream. Look at my phone. It happens. Zoomers these days, man. Unbelievable. Just can't get away from that phone, huh, Swa? Crazy. I can't believe you done this. I like to bring my press, but goddamn, I hate the dragon form so much. Yeah. They gotta give him a visage form. Swa, do a quick TikTok. Doom scrolling mid-game. Play my phone games. Yo, what's the #1 phone game? What is the #1 goated phone game? Hold up. Who uses TikTok? I do, actually. I do. I can't even lie. Guys, if you're on TikTok, throw me a follow, by the way. Posting some TikToks on there. Every now and then. We're on the TikTok grind. We're a TikToker. Yup. All kinds of TikToks. Wait, so you play Wild Rift? The league thing, yeah. Is it good? Candy Crush? That's a classic. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Alright. I play Idle Angels. What's that? Swa. Idle Angels? What is this? Oh god, Swa. You playing this, huh? Hold up. Yo. Alright, let me close that real quick. What did it nerf from Feral? Feral did not get nerfed, no. Arms got nerfed. And some other things. Frosty got buffed. Yeah, sheep. League on the phone. Sounds kind of fun. You buff Feral? Nope. Feral's unchanged. I think. If I'm not mistaken. Alright, arms, disc race. What up, Theo? Yeah, yo. How you doing? What up, Every? Any ret nerfs? I don't know if rec got changed. Yeah, does someone know if rec got changed, though? Thank you, Theo, for the follow. Thank you, dude. You have Bob now? Alright, nice. Is ret unchanged? Is class indicator from blizzard plates bugged at the moment? Class indicator. Do I have that on? I'm actually not sure. Do you mean like the color? Thank you, Theo. Thanks a lot. Hey, fair actually breaks in retail. We love that. I wonder if guys, did they fix the fair not breaking thing on mop yet? Did they finally fix that thing? Is that thing has to get fixed. Let's go. Oh, I trolled a little bit here. But you know what? Should be game anyways. Nice. Nice. Insane. Kick this. Noise. Noise. Next patch, removing every class from WoW except Mage, Priest, Rogue, so everyone can play RMP and game is balanced. The fastest way to balance. What's your best class? Feral Druid. Yeah. Feral's my strongest spec. For sure. What up, Noonie? Yo, Noonie. Nice, yo. Eviverty. Nice, dude. Hey, dude, you got Atho and Swan in the chat right now. They're ret gods. They'll know. Tips for you. Play Shuffle? I'm not going to Shuffle right now. But if you want to see some Feral Shuffles, then check my YouTube. We got some games on there. Some recent ones. I am no ret god. You're just being humble right now. Come on now. Come on now. What up, Rico? What up, Noonie? How we doing, guys? Toffee, what's up? Yo, yo. Windwalker, Holy Priest. You play Frost Decay? No, Frost Mage and Blood Decay. Wait, you played Blood Decay PP? Is it good? Bro, the carnival, I ended up drinking for 20 hours straight. Jeez, Noonie. Jeez, man. Was it fun? And now my ex hates me and I'll never have a chance again. Wait, so what made her hate you? Opening. Oh, I was slow here. Clone. Bash. Ooh, man. It's a bit tough right now. Nice, we're getting stuff. I'm still checking for sweep, but I'm kind of worried for Swa. But maybe I can play double sweep us. No. Ah, this is bad. Damn. Damn. Tough, but close. Just asked me to find a place. And one thing led to another. Wait, what? Sorry for laughing, but what? And one thing led to another. After, oh shoot. Wait, hold up. Cue it up. Yo, X is I did not oversleep. I actually wasn't gonna stream today, but we have a sponsor today, so I had to stream. And I forgot kind of about it. But yeah, no, I was building my chair and stuff. But yeah, the plan was to actually not stream today, to just pack in everything, get ready. But plans change. We're sponsored with Dune. Dune Awakening is like doing a special like developer stream, and we'll be watching that on stream. And like it's gonna be about like the end game content and stuff. So we'll do that, and while we're doing that, we'll level a rogue. We'll level the rogue. So we gotta figure out like a boost. Actually, I gotta buy a level boost. I'm gonna see how fast we can go from 70 to 80. Worst part is she didn't even see my ex-dad saw me being touching each other. Oh, jeez, Noonie. Jeez. LG, okay. Sounds good. L Noonie. Yeah, that sounds a little bit, I don't know, not optimal. That's why we never drink? Yeah, I mean, you're not together. Yeah. But still, yeah, it's kind of... Yeah. Yo. Oh, Noonie. Yo, Warrior Disc Priest. Dude. Let's do it. Send it. Maim. Tree this one. Kill him. Trinket swap. Nice, man. Damn. Sweet. I SWAT. GG's, man. GG's. That was fun. I appreciate the video gaming, Swa. I appreciate the video gaming. Thank you. Guys, now I'm gonna try Arms Warrior post nerf. Post nerf Arms Warrior video gaming coming up. Let's see here. See if we can still one shot and stuff. Hey, can you boost my whole box to 2-2? Yo, did mind me just watching? Welcome in. Not now. Not now, at least, because I'm doing some things. We're doing, well, we're gonna get a boost ready for my rogue, and we're also gonna do some Arms War gaming here with Krilla. Bro, I don't see you stun healer and shuffle like Cyclone or anything. Depends on the matchup. Depends on the matchup, yeah. Do different matchups, you gotta fill different roles. In some, you gotta just kind of control the DPS more, and then your teammate will succeed the healer. Sometimes, it's the opposite. Sometimes it's you gotta root a lot, stun a lot. Yeah. How do I know that? I think like that's more kind of just game knowledge, playing a lot of games, recorded games, watch them back, figure out. Basically, like that's the kind of game knowledge that you can't just like. No one can just teach that to you, really. It's more you just gotta play a lot of games with a mindset of like trying to figure out what to do. Recording your gameplay, watch it back, ask yourself like, for example, watch a shuffle that went kind of bad, and constantly ask yourself, as you're watching it, ask yourself, could I clone here? Could I bash here? Could I kick here? Could I do a root here? Like, if you're asking yourself those kind of questions, you're bound to just get better game knowledge. That's like the number one way to improve is watch your own gameplay while being critical. And, yeah. Watch movie Earthlings. What's that guild? Hey, yo, Spexter with the 49-month or sub. Thank you so much, Spexter. Thanks a lot. How you doing? Okay, hold up. Let me change my YouTube title here. What up, Kiss of Doom? Yo, is Stain Send his sword and shovel as a healer? Yeah, it's tough. Well, you just AFK. Oh, no, you want to AFK out, but do you not? You stay in. What up, Doom? Yo. Well, hey, Spexter, thank you so much. Hope all is good. And thank you again for the 49 months. That's a long time, dude. Warrior thumbnail. Alright, so how do we find a level boost? I just want to like get that ready. How much for level 70 to 80? I think I found someone. But yeah, first we're gonna play some arms. Snoop Slow Fire Mage? Maybe at some point. Not today though. Not today, but maybe at some point could be good. Not much. What about you? Hey, yo, same Eric is doing. Well, actually, today's been kind of busy. Today's my last stream before TwitchCon, Doom. So you're traveling out tomorrow morning. Waking up very early, and I got new chair. New chair today. Got a new gaming chair or chair. It is a gaming chair, I guess. But it's more like ergonomic. Yeah, so it's a good day. It's a good day. Yeah. Healing is rough, man. It is rough. Okay, how do we find level boost, man? Okay, I think I see this guy right here. Hello. I'd love to do a I'd love to buy a leveling boost. 70 to 80. Let's see, guys. Just trying to prep this leveling boost. You know what? This Mog is pretty sick. Guys, wait. Dude, what rogue spec should we play? Okay, wait. I got a whisper now. Sweet. I'm ready to go in 1 hour. Is that okay? Actually, found someone in trade chat. Sarah QT. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll do that in like 1 hour. So like while we're doing the Dune thing, we'll do the leveling boost as well. Guys, dude, which rogue spec should we play? Like sub rogue, outlaw, Asa. Okay, let me trade them some gold here. I gotta pay for this boost. Asarogue? Sub for content? I think Sub Rogue might be the most fun, actually, yeah. Sub might be the most fun. Withdraw the gold. Okay, 110,000 for 70 to 80. Alright. We found someone here. Let's just see. What up, Dimas? I mean, Sub has a lot of control for sure. I don't know how much damage Sub can do now, though. But I think playing Mage Rogue could be really, really fun. As a Sub Rogue. Like doing the setups and stuff. Yeah. With Mage Rogue, I think could be really, really fun. Just get big mix for sub survival. Yeah. But I don't want to drag big mix survival down with my sub rogue, you know? I don't know if I want to do that. Muti, okay, 2-9, 4-3. Sent now. Okay, cool. BNet went through. Muti, add to group. Create new group. Boost. Sweet. A message in about 1 hour. Thank you. Hold up. We got to do BNet Whispers here as well. Yo, this trade chat is going so fast. It is insane. With all the things selling. Alright, guys. Curly, you ready? Some Arms War Gaming? Yeah, I think sub is going to be fun for sure. What up, Javier? Isaiah, what's good, what's good? Alright, guys. It's time to try Arms Warrior post nerfs. See how it feels. Let's see how this feels. Do you think Twisted Pen is better than Void Ritual for Helm? I'm not sure, to be honest. Still haven't gotten the epic one. Yo, Nitna, okay, I found one now, though. I found one now. So we're good. In 1 hour, we'll be joining the group. Spanish? Yo, nice. No hablo español. Javier. Bienvenido. Bienvenido. Alright, here we go. I guess first games in Arms Warrior post nerfs. Let's see how this feels. What up, Josie? Welcome. Good. Good, good. That's good. That's good. What up, Lane? Welcome in. Wait, you have high MR? Oh, shoot. Do you want to go lower character then? You want to go like your Druid or something? Would be the move. Do you have an intervene macro? Yeah. What up, Fizzy B? What up, Melius? What up, Sympathy? You don't mind either? It's just like high MRs, like longer queues and everything, and rougher games. Could be kind of tough. All right, let me give you this thing. Wait, did Press get buffed? Yeah, here's my intervene macro. It's a mouse over. There it is. What up, Fizzy B? What up, Melius? Yeah, did I post in the YouTube chat as well now? Let me know if that works for you. Hopefully it does. Alright, guys. It's been a minute since I played Arms Warrior, but let's go. Yo, the feels to be pretty good, man. Pretty good. Kind of busy at TwitchCon tomorrow, or like I'm traveling out tomorrow. This is the last stream for a bit. But yeah, we're hyped, man. We're hyped. Hope you're good, dude. Fizz B. Okay, let's see if I can recall how to play Arms Warrior now. We're doing pretty good damage. Fair. Oh man, that shoulder. Wait, how did that break though? Oh. I don't really know why parry here. Spinning on him. Nice. Be the thing. You know what? Pressing this. Orbs now. Big damage here. Spare. Spinning on him now. Big damage. So now. Disarm. Fair. Nice rep. Kill him here. Dragon Roar this. I'm just gonna press parry here. Train this one. Execute. Hit this. Mortal Strike. Execute. He's dead. Nice. What up, Herman? What's the best? No, what's the basic rotation for arms? Basic rotation. Hold up. Let me think about this. So, okay, let's hit a dummy now. I should see. Dude, I actually don't know. Like when I play arms, I just press things. I actually don't think about it. Let's see here. Okay, so you charge in. Like let's say you charge in, overpower, thunderclap to get rend up, mortal strike, overpower, mortal strike, overpower, execute. All right. If I want to do a go, I might storm bolt, spare, colossus smash, execute. Same thing. Overpower. Mortal Strike. Execute. Mortal Strike. Overpower. Why Thunderclap instead of just rending? Well, like with my build at least, Thunderclap applies rend and a slow. And it's AoE. Yeah. What up, Sub-Geo? I simply think, Warrior Silt at the top of specs for Arena. I think Arms is still gonna be very much up there, yeah. And, I mean, Ren got buffed now. Ren got buffed. I don't know if it's gonna be doing that much damage, but... yeah, slow is nice. It is nice. It does some damage as well. Not much, but a little bit. MR, the last game we had 2.2k MR. 2.2k. You don't use a slow attack. What's a slow attack? Oh, shoot, because of Doom. Okay. Hold up. Monka. Cut the tendon. I don't know if I have that. Cut the tendon. I don't think I have it. Yo, Bike So Dilly with the 5 gifties, man. Thank you so much, dude. As always, thank you so much, man. Much appreciated. To Taba, to Phil, to Jessica, to Wolf, and to Major Dalby. Thank you, Bike So. The yellow attack under your kick. Oh, hamstring. You still do press hamstring as well. You do. Because it's a better slow. It's a better slow. But often, like, this one will do. But you also want to use hamstring quite often. I guess, like, into more mobile things, like more mobile classes, like things that can escape you easier. It's very nice to have it up. What up, Marin? Yeah, yo, what up, Retro? What up, guys? How we doing? Arm sucks now? Wait, really? You think so, Belver? Actually? Is Fury back then or what? Cause your gear, yeah, but you're on TikTok, so my gear won't really show for you. Come to Twitch, Herman. Cause the TikTok stream is like very vertical. But I mean that's still pretty good though, Belver, no? Like it's still hitting very hard, I find. I mean, I'm not saying that Frosted K won't be maybe better, I don't know, but that doesn't mean arm sucks, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Press I, then C to push out. Press I, then C. Wait, but all those things are keybound. They're all keybound. Oh, shit. Wait, hold up. Oh, like this? Wait. Oh, like this. Now I can see it. Now I can kind of see it, right? No longer S tier. Okay, okay. I mean, that I can get behind, Velver. That I can get behind. What up, Arctic? Best player in 2025? Maybe Was? Was. He's awesome. Oh, the mirror matchup, man. What? What is going on, man? Yo, Dexter, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Oh, damn. Dude, but yeah, dude, I'm hyped to see some Frosty case, man. See what they can do. Yeah, Retro, it still feels very similar. I've not done many games. But yeah, ARM seems a little bit less crazy though, for sure. There's a parry. Parry this. He wants to cleave us. Bit damage here. Stun me. Big damage here. Spinning on him. Well, fair. Trouble me. Bit damage here. Parry. Bit Impala. You might hold me here soon now. Big damage here. I could have spun this. Spinning on him here. It's gonna break. You suck too. I can fair off this now. In a moment. Stun. There's a bop. Big damage here. He's blasting, man. I spare himself back in a moment now. No! Oh, I'd rally. I was reckless there. Damn, we had that too, man. Start using the ready lever, please. Spread the word, boss. True. Hey, dude, we should actually lever up. I agree. What up, Spidey? What up, Stony? What up, Huntry? What up, guys? What up, Tangies? How we doing, guys? Oh, man, I was kind of reckless there in the end. The game was looking good. The game was looking good, man. Oi. How the win slightly broke rep when he winks up? When? Do you mean when he sacked? When I blaze stormed? He had sack up. Dude, before the rep. Yeah, he had sack there. Which is why I was kind of that. Yeah, because I also had the fair, but yeah, it was close. It was close. I mean, I might be trolling, but I'm very sure he had sack up because I also said it. I remember saying it. But I mean, there's a possibility. Maybe I'm trolling here. Maybe he didn't, but I'm pretty damn sure he did. That's why I just spun on both of them. Taking a break from Mop, or is it over? I mean, so I'll be taking a break from streaming now, like this week, because I'm going right until next Wednesday, pretty much, or Tuesday, because I'm going TwitchCon. So no Mop today, but Mop Classic has been announced for July 21st, and I'll definitely be playing a bunch of Mop leading up to that. So yeah, taking a break from Mop for today, probably. Yeah. What up, Austin? What's good? What up, Loud Luxury? How you doing? Yeah, dude, July 21st, man. Official release date now. It's sick. And that means we get the pre-patch like a month before. So like in less than a month, I think. Yo, Austin, thank you, Austin. Much appreciated, man. Is that a dinosaur?
You are gathered here.
Luxury was good. What up, Sunster? Another day, another chance at the SGC. Good luck, Tandies. Good luck, man. Okay. Dude, I gotta wake up like... My chair's made a weird sound. I need to wake up at freaking 4 a.m. tomorrow, man. How am I gonna make that? Yo, Austin, thank you so much, Austin. That's insane. Thank you, dude. Okay, we can wait out the orbs. Yo, Conketo and Corky. It's a big team. Opening. Big damage here. Call me. Call me again. Nice rep. Huge damage here. Communion. Nice. I'm so bad with this kick. I tried pre-kicking him, man.
More entertainment for me.
Hold up.
Oh, so close.
Nice lay.
This just means more entertainment for me.
Kashmir. Riley. Monka W. No, I missed my spear.
This just means more entertainment for me.
Oh, shoot. Pull me now. Ooh, damn.
Oh, so close.
Wait.
This just means more
Fair this guy, fair the
entertainment
movie,
for
fair the
me.
movie. I'm out. Stun him here. He's throwing us up. I'm D-stance. Reflect. I can parry moment. Parry now. No, I missed my kick. Yo, Gabriel, this is World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, man. The War Within. Okay, this. Ooh. Call me here.
Oh,
I'm dead.
I
No!
see who the
That's
strongest
tough.
mortals are.
What up, Gio? What's good, man? They did to Warrior what they did to Pharaohs. Oh, Gio. Which is what, Gio? What did they do? Yo, Lim, I just played some Pharaoh for like an hour. Today's a fairly short stream. Now we're gonna play arms, and then we're gonna level a new alt. We're leveling a new alt today, guys. I'm actually not sure. I think Rogue, guys. What alt should we level? A new alt. I'm down for anything except for DK, honestly. Ellie's already 80. Warlock is level 70. Warlock could be done. The Warlock could be done for sure. Rogue suits you. DK, not DK. I don't have a DK in 70. What up, Lim, by the way? What up, Cav? Please do Affliction Warlock. Afflict could be really fun, I think. I think Afflict could be really fun. Yeah. Actually, not a bad idea. Not really, Stony. No. Not really. Like, way back in the day, I had a 70 Twink DK that I barely played. DH could be done. DH could be done, actually. It's true. Okay. Mistweaver,
Time for
Subrogue.
the show. Don't disappoint.
I'm not playing the Storm. I'll Berserker Rage if he opens, but should be fine. Yo, he's squishy. Actually, behind him. Behind him. Overpowering. Kick him. Kill him.
So close. This just means more entertainment for me.
Okay. I tried preparing. Didn't get it though. Disarm. I can't connect to him here. Ah, dude, I gotta get the spin off there. Ooh.
Oh, so interesting.
Nice.
I did not expect this outcome.
Sick. Yo, nice, Doom. Nice, man. Yo, I wonder, so is Frost gonna become the new meta DK spec? Or what? What up, Tor? What's good, man? What's best melee spec in twos? Not sure. I'm not sure. DK meta? Well, I mean, one spec is gonna be the best DK spec. You know, it's like 4 DKs is gonna be one meta. But remember in Dragonflight, was it season 1 or whatever, season 2? Zombie Kitty was like the best comp in the game for a bit. DK Feral. It was crazy. Good times. They have been meta, yeah. A few times. In recent years as well, but seems to be kind of short-lived. Yeah, dude. We should to main team that for a bit. In Dragonflight, DK Feral, Mr. That's fun. What up, Urke Banana? Urke Banana? What up, Red Elf? Yo, man. Yeah, Urke, like, I definitely see them do some pretty good damage. I do. But I guess they struggle in other regards as well. What up, Jevis? Yo, Brutu. No. Well, like, I'm going somewhere tomorrow morning. I was gonna take today off to just, like, prepare and just chill a bit because I'm waking up very early tomorrow. But I forgot I have a sponsor stream this evening. So I couldn't just not stream. So we're live today, anyways, with a bit of a shorter one. But yeah, I wasn't supposed to stream today. But yo, I built a chair though. Check it out. New chair. So that was nice. Did that today. And yeah, I was gonna chill, kind of pack, but I can just pack fast. I gotta wake up like 4 a.m. tomorrow. What you playing? Did some Warrior Holy Palliative 2. Yo, Young Vibes, what up, man? Dude, so far that's what I'm playing my Pharaoh. I don't really know which one's the best, to be honest. Thank you, Red. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's a mesh chair, so it's way more breathable. Way more breathable. Thank you, Limbo. Thank you, man. Yeah, we're going to TwitchCon, but I'll try stream from there, an IRL stream from there on the Saturday. Thank you, Limbo. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. You playing Fury? Currently, no. Arms currently. Arms. What up, Seahawks? I'm 25. 25. Yeah, Red Owl. Same. Day 1 right now. What up, Rio? Yo, Rio. What's good, dude? Yes, dude. Coasty. I'm hyped for Taco Bell. I actually can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, Taco Bell's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. You still feel young? Yeah, I do. Thank you, Doom. Wait, is this you? Yeah, Sephron's a banger. It's a banger. Make Duratar great again. What up, Age XRY? What up, Tay? Show talents? Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna show the whole thing because you're on TikTok. But if you come to Twitch, you can see the whole thing easily. If I lose, it's not me. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Same here, Austin. I mean, I definitely prefer arms. What up, Jensen? What up, Seahawks? What up, Rio? What up, Coasty? There we go. Hold up. Kiss the dude with the saps. Coming through. Disarm. Spinning here. Fair. Stun here. Big damage. Cocoon. Intervener. Sorients. Oh shoot, maybe a little bit deep here. I'll press parry. Bladestorm Inc. Now. Pressing this. Cheap shot. Ooh, a little bit scared there. Oh, shoot. Monka. Dude, after playing Mob Beta, it's so weird that Fair is breaking. I can't use Fair's stun. Aware. No! Oh, shoot. I'm alive. Hold up, hold up. This could be something here. Massive damage right about... Oh, the EV. Overpowering through. Distancing. Jumping on the thing. Parry. Kill. I believe. Trinket. Nice soldier. Into full fair. Into full fair. Fair now. Cheap shot me. I think it's game. Oh, okay. Damn. Yo. GG's. What up, Morgan? GG's, Doom. That was close, man. That was close. Alright. There we are. GG's, Doom. GG's, man. What up, Rila? How you doing? Yeah, Young Vibes. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it still hits pretty hard. I feel like it's pretty hard. This is a rerun? Not a rerun. No. I'm trying that tomorrow morning. I wasn't gonna stream today, but I forgot to have a sponsor stream today. That starts soonish. We're gonna level a new character as we're doing the. This is gonna be a special like Dune Awakening preview stream that we're gonna watch. Where they're gonna showcase like late game stuff. They can talk about late game things. So yeah, it's gonna be good. And while we're doing that, we're gonna level new alts. Yo, Bike so dilly with the raid as well, dude. The subs and the raid. I let him win. Don't tell him. Hey, thank you, Kiss of Doom. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yo, Bikes Dilly with the raid, guys. Go follow Bikes Dilly. He's awesome, man. Plays retail WoW a lot. Throw him a follow. Okay, here we go. Disc Priest, Feral. Oh, it's Bacchass. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Yo. Huge damage here. Is he lagging out? Oh, he's lagging out. He's lagging out. We can wait. We can wait. We can wait for our French friend here. Oh, damn. Ah, he's back. He's back. Call me here. Priest. Okay, I'll go priest. I'll go priest. Is he lagging out again? There he is. Hold up, I guess. Is he lagging out again? Should we wait for him? We can wait. We can wait. The guy's having some big lags. Okay, he's back. He's back. He's back in business. Ah, the ulti P. I should have storm ulted this. I trolled. Man, I trolled. Okay, nice. Dude. Bacchass was lagging hard. He was DCing that game. He's wrathing me. Hold up. Let's finish this. Boom. Okay. Yeah, he was having some lags. That's for sure. Do you think gushing wounds will be more overall damage than twisted? I think so. I think so. I don't know, man. Like the thing is, it doesn't proc sometimes. Like it doesn't proc ever. It feels like. But if you get lucky, I mean, you get some pretty big value. But it seems very unreliable. Twisted appendage. Same like infinite stars and stuff too. Wait, Jibby got like a new mount through a glitch. Double for letting me have the bike despite the exhaust glitch. Wait, what? Where do we get that? Yeah, but like Void Ritual is like since it scales up, I don't know. Such a small amount. All right. DHR Druid. Hitting healer. Spinning on him here, both of them. I shouldn't really spin when he's mid-tree form. Stun me here. Fear. Claw smash now. Sap me. Clone me. Damn. Damn, dude. Hold up. War Stomp, Cyclone. DH a bit now. Death from above, or whatever it's called. I think pumps, man. Okay, here we go. Massive damage. Huge storm. Okay, skin and iron bark. Everything. Stun me here. Roar. Rally this. Okay. Trinket spinning on him. Crazy pressure, guys. Watch it, watch it. Dude, look at the Blade Storm. Damn. Yo. Okay, that Blade Storm was critting so much. That was nice. That was nice. Insane Blade Storm. But Cass was good, dude. Why did you die with my rafts? I don't know, dude. They got a buff raft, honestly. Buff raft, man. Hey, yo, Max Albowski. Thank you, Max. What up, Nick? What up, Peter? Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. But Cass, yo, GG's, man. GG's. Yeah, dude, and that was some crazy lags. That was some crazy lags. Yo, Nick, pretty good. Pretty good, thank you, man. Whoa, what about you? What up, Oof? Oof V heel to toe. Welcome in. Roulette, welcome in, guys. All the TikTok followers, welcome everyone. Welcome, guys. Welcome, TikTok. So yes, we're leveling a new alt in about 20 minutes. Gonna speed run from 70 to 80. The question is, which class do we do? I'm thinking like mage. No, not mage. I've mage already. Warlock or rogue. Both of those could be fun, I think. Sub rogue. I think. Yeah, I think it might be sub rogue. That might be the move. What up, Tor? Yo, Tor. How you doing, man? I can show talents. Yeah, I can. Right here. You know what time is Dune? Yes. 15 minutes it starts. It's like a stream where they're gonna showcase like more late game things. But yeah, 15 minutes. It's coming up soon. Warlock for sure. Yeah, dude, Warlock or yo. Wait, you play Warlock, Red? Yeah, dude, I've seen your TikToks, man. You play Warlock. Yeah, so you're kind of biased though. You got the bias, the Warlock bias there. Hold up. Hey, yo, Max. Thank you, Max. Thank you, man. Oh wait, disarm. I'm not playing disarm. Yes, I got it. Good. Same team again. Parries. Oh man, this opener feels really bad actually. Oof. It's all good. I'll catch up with damage. Maybe I have to go Bala. Not really connecting though. Here we go. Now we are. Big damage here. Nice. He's dice, dude. Yo, Max, I don't play WoW for the last 5 years, but I like how you play BB. Yo, thank you, Max. And dude, your English seems fine, man. Thank you, Max. I appreciate that. Dude, 5 years ago, huh? So you played like BFA, I guess. BFA 5 years ago? Maybe. Ish. You guys do both Horde and Alliance. Okay, we'll soon do the level boost. It's coming up. How's arms feeling after nerfs? Still very good. Feels really, really strong still. Yeah. He's still very hard. It's probably still like A+ or something. But Volipala, I don't know. Not sure if that's the move. Yeah. One say yes. You should just support me these kind of things. I'm healing you. Don't forget that. Oh, shoot. Hey, true. I'm playing Disarm. I'm playing Disarm, man. Whatever, though. It's all good. Miss my spare. We're out here right now. Making moves. Trolling hard. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Is Warlock the move? I don't even know. Oh man, yo. I think it is Warlock. I think it has to be. Gotta somehow just kind of just. What up, Veneries? That's right, man. That's right. True. Actually, true. Yup. Yo, I'm doing no damn right now. Go dampen. You mean it's like, should I go back to the pillar? Okay, fearing. No, I missed my fear on the no. It's so bad. Stop me here. Ah, shoot. Yo, this sucks. Okay. Spare. Okay, you know what? Now I'm locking in, guys. Completely. Fully locked in right now. We get wall. We get wall. Really good. Progress. Stun this. Kill this thing. Claw smash. Killing tide. Moving in. Parry. Fear. Kick. Stun me here. Miss my kick. Dude. Yo. What am I doing, man? Oh, jeez. Hold up. This might be the end. I got rally, I got rally. Kick this. Crazy damage now. Gateways. Come on. I can fear, I can fear. Kill this. No. Oh, damn. Get back here, get back here. Slow mare. Biggest damage. Kick. Executes. No. Not gonna kill the tide. It's a bit of a sad leap right there. No, he DC'd! We had that, right? We had that. If it didn't DC, I think. Surely. Yeah, come on now. Oh, shoot. Okay, that game was... Where you fell through the map? Damn. Damn. Brutal. That is brutal. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna get that level boost going now, and also get ready for the Dune Awakening stream. We're gonna showcase mid to end game of the new Dune MMO, guys. Hype. But yeah, we're also gonna do a level boost. Okay, guys, dude, what class do we level? What do we level, man? We have a lot of options, man. We have Evoker, Warlock, De-Age, Rogue, Megapole. You know what? I think it has to be Rogue. I think it has to be Rogue. I think it might. Yeah, I think it's just Rogue, actually. It might just be a Rogue angle. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a Rogue angle, guys. It has to be song. What up, Necta? Let me link you the song. There you go. Who's more badass though? I mean, I think maybe Rogue. De-Age could be fun to do at some point. It could be. Okay, let's see here. What up, Swaggydon? Yo, how you doing? What is good? What is good? Okay, let me... What if I add... Screen... Window capture, maybe? Hold up. This could work. We could watch it like this while we level. Hold up. Let me see here. What up, Clutcher? What up, Wise? What Specto? I'm thinking Sub-Rogue. I'm thinking we do some Sub-Rogue, guys. Drop it. Ooh. Wait. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, let me tell him that I'm ready now. Ready now. I got all the Woodrow Monk, Loving Moment. Got Red and Arms Warrior. I don't know how to do all the binds. Yeah. Do you have a gaming mouse? Hey, but guys, quick question. Which gaming mouse do you all use? Do you have a Racer Naga, Scimitar, Steel Series? What gaming mouse are we using? Glorious Model 0. Wait, I should never heard about that. Model O. Naga, Viper. Is the Viper 12 buttons as well? So guys, while we do this Dune stream, we're going to be speed leveling a Rogue as well. Guys, Dune is happening now. It's like Dune Awakening is doing a preview, or like, I guess, yeah, kind of showcasing the mid to late game of Dune Awakening right now. It's hype. So that's starting up in just a moment. The Dune is actually releasing on, hold up. Let me make sure I got this right, so I don't give out misinformation right here. That would not be good. Yeah, okay, so Dune Awakening is releasing on the 5th. Then, yeah, 5th early access, the 10th, like, full release, I guess. Guys, if you're interested in it, link in chat. Dune Awakening. Thank you for sponsoring the stream. But yeah, so June 5th and June 10th, yeah. Cool, cool. It's on Steam as well. Can I join? Well, I'm paying for a boost. I'll be paying for a boost right now. Let's see here. Does it buy the mob bundle to get the key, to get the beta key? I don't think so, no. I don't think so. So no, you can't join? I mean, you could also whisper him and pay him. But yeah. It's a no? I mean, it's not a no, Jim. It's just like, you know. Yeah. I'm paying for the boost. But Sarah does sell it. Alright, guys, here we go. Dune stream starting. Let's see this. Mid to late game reveal. Or kind of deep dive or something. Let's see here.
Survive this world.
Is the volume good? Can you guys hear it?
For those who do.
Is it nice? It's good? Sweet. Sweet, sweet.
The desert wants you dead, off-worlder. If the sands don't take you, the
So have it like this
storms
big.
will swallow you whole.
So you can see the XP gain as well. So again, June
But you
5th,
don't
guys,
have
is
to
coming
walk
out.
this path
We'll play
alone.
that when it's out.
In every danger, there is opportunity. The foundation of something greater. A power
What up, Ward? Yo,
waiting
man.
to be harnessed.
Give it up. What up, Swag as well, by the way?
Desert power.
What up, Ward? Yo, last stream
Some
before
claim
TwitchCon,
to
man.
rule
And we're doing a
this
Dune
planet.
Awakening sponsor right now.
But
Where they're going to showcase us some of the mid to late game. A glimpse beyond the beta, a glimpse of mid to late game. No, to end game.
to conquer.
Rather. Oh, damn, dude. Ooh.
But there are forces beyond even your control.
I've been invited. Alright, guys, place your bets in chat. How fast? From 70 to 80. How long would it take? If you're within 5 minutes, we'll see when I hit 80. I'll give 10,000 nuts.
Master Arrakis.
10,000 nuts.
And
Yo.
it will
Then
open
yes,
your
thank you,
mind.
reaction. That'd be great.
This is your path
2.5 hours.
to awakening.
1 hour 38. 1 hour 17. We get 100K? Nah, that's crazy. Dude, the ornithopters are so sick, man. They're so sick. Coming to PC June 10th. Yeah, so June 10th is like the full release. You guys get link in chat if you want to get Dune Awakening, or if you want to wishlist it, or get it. It's on Steam.
Hello everybody to our, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, last developer live stream before our head
Rotan
start
pasta,
and the
by
full
the way.
launch of Dune Awakening. I'm Natasha Rösli. I have the honor to be your host for today. And I think I'm not the only one when I say I'm so excited.
Yo, I've met these
for you
people. It's
to
so cool. Because I was at their offices
what
2
our
times
teams
now.
have been working on for the past years. So some of you have gotten a taste of what the
Yes.
game feels and looks like during the beta weekend. But today we go beyond the beta and show you a glimpse of mid and end game of Dune Awakening. We have
What a
first
swaga.
a little segment where we talk
Swedish?
beta and
She
combat.
is Swedish, yeah, I think
We then
so.
have live gameplay of
But
Haga Basin.
Funcom is actually a
and also social hubs.
Norwegian company.
We go into
Their,
live gameplay.
their main
of the
office
Deep
is in
Desert.
Oslo.
And as always,
Oslo.
we have
Oslo.
a Q&A in the end, where we'll be connecting questions from you, from chat, live during the stream.
Nice.
But before we dive into all of that,
1
let's
hour 11.
watch
Okay,
a
we'll start
brand new
the
video.
timer. Okay, new video from Dune. Okay, let's make it bigger so you guys can see it properly. Okay, let me know if the audio is a bit low at times.
Combat in Dune Awakening is the fusion of melee, shields,
Combat is one thing that many
Range.
people have been a bit
abilities, and vehicles.
on the fence about. But I think late game,
As you progress,
it looks
your
way
tactical
better. Or, you know,
options
because
expand, allowing
we're
you
kind of
to
judging
express
based off just
yourself
the
through
early game
different
now,
styles of play.
which is way more like bare bones, of course.
In the beginning, combat is a short,
Things are Jim.
brutal
Thank you.
affair.
Thank you.
Do everything you can to knock your opponents off balance and open them up for a retaliating strike. Keep an eye on your stamina, or find yourself in trouble.
Oh, damn.
Early abilities change the paradigm.
That
Use
thing is
the
cool.
voice to force your enemies
I
to
think
come to you.
Ben Gesserit looks like the most fun class.
Shirawaya claw to stagger an enemy. Knee charge into melee range.
Guys, it's starting, by the way, it's starting. Okay, we'll do timer
Ranged
once
weapons like
we
the
get an
Mauler
XP.
pistol allow you to
And we'll see how
maintain
fast
distance
from
and take down enemies
70 to 80.
afar until a shielded enemy enters the fray. Holtzman shields change the nature of combat. Their kinetic
By the way,
barrier
are
can
we
only
under
be
the
pierced
Dune
by
Awakening
slow
section on
moving
Twitch now? We should be.
objects.
Hope we
Fast
are.
on defense, slow on attack.
Red, wait,
Swords,
you said 1 hour,
daggers,
17 minutes.
Kinjals, and
I think you might be
rapiers
pretty
are
much spot
effective
on,
for
actually.
dealing with
My guess
shielded
is like 1
enemies.
hour,
But
10 or
without a
something.
shield of your own,
Like that.
you will quickly be overwhelmed by enemy fire.
Also, blue. Guys, here we go.
But
It's starting.
the
It's starting.
shields
Timer.
also have a weakness beyond the slow blade.
There we go.
Ranged attacks
Guys,
cannot
last
be
chance
fired
to
from inside
place your bets
an
in chat
active
for how long
shield,
it's gonna take.
creating
70
a
to 80.
window of opportunity for the others to exploit. Specialized range weapons can counteract shields. The drill shot rifle fires drilling darts that will attach to a shield and slowly pass
Okay.
through.
Okay, so shield does not make you just like
Fires
safe from all
statically
ranged
charged
weapons.
darts at variable speeds to overwhelm the power supply of the shield.
Yeah.
Abilities can turn the tide of any battle. Swordmasters
Dude, look at my XP
use
bar,
their
guys.
deflection
Can you see
ability
it?
to
Wait, yeah, you
close the
can.
distance
Yo.
and bring their crippling strikes to bear on their enemies. Troopers use their techniques to take to the air and bring death from above.
Damn. Okay, dude,
Bene
that's
Gesserit
sick.
stop
Like
enemies
floating
in
and
their
shooting
tracks
down.
with the power of the voice. Or use their Bindu dash to quickly close the gap. Mentats control the battlefield
Bene
with their
Gesserit with the
sentinel.
mobility menace. More
Or
like my
use
kind of
the
playstyle.
Hunter-Seeker for a
Pharaoh
silent
playstyle.
takedown.
Yeah, Exodus. Like,
Abilities.
well, here's the thing.
Ranged weapons.
Do you have a good PC? Because for
Shield
me,
and
like when I
melee
was streaming
work
it,
in
like
concert
it
to
just
allow
struggles a bit with like
mastery.
most games that are not WoW.
But beyond mastery lies the spice. Consume it to awaken. Transcend human limits with new abilities and prescience. Seeing what others cannot. The narrow path to victory.
Okay, yo, this combat looks pretty sick now.
Combine these techniques freely
This is in
to
higher level.
experience sandbox combat. Create unique strategies and bring them to
Oof,
bear
yo, what was
against your
that, man?
foes. Always
Okay,
remember,
that looked really cool.
Arrakis takes the weak.
Holy moly, man. Yo. What up, Ash? Yo, Ash, how we doing? What up, Worth? Welcome back. Yeah, Marin.
And we are back and diving straight into our first segment.
I mean, like, if you
showing
watch
you
the Dune
mid-game
movies
in
and
the
you want to, like,
Haga
explore that
Basin
world,
towards
it's
endgame
such
as
a nice
well.
way to do it.
But first, let's of course introduce our guests for today. Here on this side, we did let him out of
He's
the doghouse.
Australian.
We have
Joel,
Bailos, aka Chris Knife, our creative director. Joel, you want to introduce yourself quickly?
Hi everybody. My name is, I have to admit it, Joel Bailos this time. So, because this is the last live stream, I'm going to admit that my name is Joel.
At
It's
the
fine.
first
Looking forward to talking about everything we're going to talk about
asking
today.
questions.
Yes, and
I got
on
to
this
ask him
side we have
questions about
Scott
PvP
Junior,
in Doom.
our executive producer on the game, new face.
Yeah.
Guys,
finally
Ding
let me
71 by the way.
Yes.
The game is done.
Exactly.
Nah,
yeah,
Ash,
it's
it's
good to
a
see,
very small increase.
You both, and good to talk about Dune finally.
Very excited.
Very, very small.
So, Scott, let us do a little bit of a throwback to beta.
Sure.
Players, as mentioned,
But
have
I mean, it's
had,
free damage, so you should have
let's
it.
say not a small taste, but a taste of the game, the survival aspect of the game. Maybe we can have an infographic where we actually see what the players in the
Yes,
beta
first
were
level took about
able
3 minutes.
to experience. Here we have a little infographic. What was the most valuable takeaway from this beta?
I think getting the game in so many people's hands so they can understand what we made. When we started working on Dune, we wanted to make more than just a normal survival game. We wanted to make a very Dune game, first and foremost. And so that's not obvious, right, what we were doing.
The beta was
we were taking
good.
a lot of risks trying to do
For me, it was just like kind of laggy,
takes
which
on
sucked,
things
man.
to
But
make
for
them
me,
more
again, this is
Dune
my
than
PC.
survival.
It's just
So
having issues
there's a
with
lot
like
of people
any game
finally
that's
being
not
able to
WoW.
play the game and understand,
Like just across the board,
what
which
we're
kind of
trying to
sucks.
do. So that was great.
Yo,
and then seeing
Nutmut
the
with
feedback and the
202 biddies,
reactions
thank you
and
so
all the
much.
social media posts,
Thank you.
all the YouTube
Wait, the
videos.
actual beta was
It's been
sick. It was fun.
fantastic Seeing all the feedback. My personal takeaways is that we had a couple technical issues that we were able to sort out and get fixed pretty quickly.
Thank you,
some
Nut.
issues with
What's good, dude?
yeah, some crashes and freezes that we've already fixed. So I'm really excited to get the game out next week so everybody can see what we've changed.
Yep.
Anything you
100%.
wanted to add?
No, I mean, for me, it's just a lot of fun to watch people finally playing.
9 more regions.
Someone asked me on Discord like a year ago,
One looks a bit
like,
green.
tell us about the game. They wanted me to describe the game. They weren't in the beta. And I was like, well, it's very hard to describe because it's something unique. Yes, it has some familiar survival stuff, but we've layered it all underneath the Dune IP. And it's really hard to describe how all of those things come together to create something that I feel is kind of unique and interesting, right? And so, yeah, I think it was fun for people to really get their hands on it. I mean, we've been talking with the closed
True.
beta players for a while. But seeing
Advanced
people in the world
combat. Once I also want to read this. With more weapons, gadgets, abilities, and complex enemies. Because like this, I think is my main concern with Dune Awakening is that like the combat is gonna feel a bit lackluster, you know, like throughout the whole game. But this looks really good.
100%. I think one thing I can add
And
to
also
this as well is,
in
like,
that little
for
sneak
me,
peek,
having a little bit
we
more
saw
of a bird's eye
some
view
new
of
abilities
how
or new
the
that
developers
I had
and
not
the teams
seen.
were reacting to this because me
Tell
too,
you,
we
yes,
have
I'm
been
getting
so
boosted,
close
yeah.
to the game for such a long time. You can't really
We're
touch
doing
it anymore,
70
like,
to level 80.
From a normal
Seeing how fast
like,
it's gonna
gamer
be.
perspective, and then seeing all those amazing kind of.
It's going quick so far.
Obviously, there was feedback as well that we kind of needed to address and things. More on that in a second. But it was just so fun to see how everyone kind of was like, no, we have something here. Like people are enjoying it and they're getting it.
Your
and they're
Silent
like,
Night,
having
welcome.
fun playing the game, and that was
Welcome,
really
welcome.
great to see from that perspective as well. Like just overall.
In the moments like people almost getting eaten by the sandworm, right? You know, those are very
I
tense
had that
moments
moment.
that happen in the game, and just seeing the reactions for people has been fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was one thing I really enjoyed was also like watching people coming in. I don't want to say skeptics, but they kind of, as they hit the beats of the game, as they progress through the
Guys,
game.
it's been
in the
6
beginning, they're
minutes
like,
and we're
this is
almost
this
level
and this is
72,
this,
dude.
And they kind of, and then like
Jeez.
they're like, wait, you can combine the suspensor belt and the Shiga claw, and you can. Oh wait, you can do these things. Oh, cool!
about,
I got the,
you got your Frelder
suddenly
mob
the
beta
game,
set up somewhere?
like,
I
it's
don't,
opening
I
up more and
don't.
more, and they're really starting to
I'll make
understand the
videos
philosophy
on
of how
that,
we approach
eventually.
the development with the sandbox, right?
But
So,
nothing yet.
I don't know. As I saw people experiment, I was just like, oh god,
sounds are
people,
awesome, man.
They're
They
seeing
are.
it and doing it. It's
They
great.
get it.
They're
They
really
have
good,
those
yeah.
light bulb moments
How
that
do
we're
you say?
hoping for, right?
Yeah, and,
You
and,
feel
and they
them,
just
like,
were growing more positive.
the
as-
ground shakes,
as they
gets
played
ding.
more, right? And that to me is huge. It's really important.
Yeah. And it's,
They nailed
as I mentioned, that are the things that are
the
really great to
sandworm
see
feeling
from kind of an outside perspective
of
as
like
well.
And it
being
was good
scared
just-
to
it's,
walk
the first slide was showing this, right? It's just
across
the
the
first 20
desert.
hours, so it's just a taste
Yep.
of the game, right? It's just the very beginning of Act 1. We have so
Hey,
much
yo,
more to
Nut
show,
Mutt,
and
take
the best
care.
parts are here to
The
come.
rest, I'll
Have
try
fun,
to
dude.
like a little bit of the stream as well. But
Thank you.
going back to the beta weekend, there were of course some things that weren't that great, didn't go as planned. One of
What up,
those
Gummy?
moments was, of course, the PvP moment in the broadcast, and when
Yeah,
it
I heard
comes
about that.
to melee combat specifically. But we have actually worked on this. And
That was the
addressed it.
Summit thing, right? Where he just
Scott,
got, like-
maybe you can give a bit of
Yeah,
context.
so
on that.
we were aware of this issue. We've been in closed beta for a year and a half almost now, right? The new combat came in August of last year.
Yep.
And we've been making tweaks based on feedback and playtests that we've been doing. So going into the beta, we knew that there was
Hey,
that
Matt
issue
team, let's
around
go. I'm
stamina
honored,
and,
man, I'm
you know,
honored.
what would happen if it ran out.
That's
And
awesome.
We've already been working on it for over a month to try to fix it. So we patched out a change to it. Do you want to go over the details of that?
I mean, the high level changes would.
Hopefully they
it's something
show
like this
us
now,
some,
right?
like,
Just
high-level
so
PvP combat.
Heavy and slow blade have been separated as attacks.
That'd be awesome.
So a heavy
like
staggers
they
people
will.
now, and then a slow blade finishes them off, like it goes into the slow blade attack. So you actually now holding the button, you'll actually do a heavy attack. All attacks have now got proper stamina
no way you
costs
can't make a
attached
clip
to them.
shorter than 5 seconds
And
on
then
Twitch.
in addition, if you're in a
Probably
place
not,
where you're
yeah, but you
getting
can clip
into
it
the
short,
stomach
like,
situation,
outside of Twitch,
you
I
get an
guess.
ability which is called Second Win. It just pops
Yeah,
on.
Marin.
It starts to restore your stamina bar quickly,
I
so
used
you
to
can
main
dodge
roll
out of any sort of stun
back
lock
in
in
the
that
day, actually.
situation. So yeah, we've been doing balance around stamina costing on everything. We've been doing balance around the way attacks work. I think it's all working pretty well.
Wait, there's
Scott
a
and I
clip?
did a fair bit of PvP.
Where's the clip?
ourselves
We're pretty bad at
on the
it,
top
but
of a
we can
shipwreck.
try.
Won? Did you do well?
Yeah,
I
well,
was
one
already
day
the other day
one,
building
go
cabinets
one,
to put
day
it
two.
on
I think you won
right
day
now,
one, but
so
that was
watch.
because on the second day I slotted the Benny Gesserit
Wait,
technique, the
ordered
Mentat
what?
technique, which allowed me to
Mantium.
avoid his voice
Oh.
power. And then he
TV.
wasn't able to
I
get
see.
me
Okay,
anymore.
okay.
So then it
I
was
thought you
fun.
put
like,
me
it's-
on
and it's fun to
TV
see
now.
how
Is this
but
your
is it-
approach?
yeah, how the dynamics work,
yeah.
right? So it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, I think we're still, we put it on the closed beta, we're getting
What's this
feedback
clip?
from people and testing. But one thing is important to stress, right?
Please
It's a live
react
game.
to this.
I'm
And
getting
we're going to
boosted?
continue
Oh,
to patch
shit.
and
Well,
update.
I
So we'll
am.
be
I
paying
can't
a
even
lot of
defend that.
attention to what
I
happens
am
as the
getting
game
boosted.
goes live and as people are playing.
It's
And,
true.
we're here to make the game better. That's our job. So
Yeah, absolutely. That's beautifully said. Thank you. But enough
said.
just a dry talk. Let's jump into some gameplay. So we actually
Yes.
have an example of group
Let's see this.
gameplay. I'm like that word is just not as
I thought you were going to, when you said dry examples, I thought you were going to break out the wine. But let's.
Maybe I should. Maybe I would go better.
Nice, man.
But
That's hype, dude.
yes, so we have some group gameplay, mid game actually.
Yeah, mid-ish game.
Maybe
What is
shall we
this?
just comment on it as
Sure.
well,
Some
what
kind of
we're seeing
machine?
and how it's different from
Vehicle?
what people have
Mount?
seen in the beta specifically.
Sure, you want.
Sure, yeah, I can go. So if you played to the Vermilius Gap, the journey is still very isolated to
Really not much.
yourself, right? And your
That's
sand
kinda
bike,
funny.
and you have a small base. As you're moving into the
Tips
next
and
areas,
tricks.
like the Hugget, or this is the Rift, right? You unlock the buggy, and the great thing about the buggy is it allows
You
you
like
to start
mine it from
mining
far away.
from your vehicle, and the resource requirement as you go further and further into the game is more intense. But the buggy and other systems like that allow you to increase your harvest rate also.
Yep.
And this is a fantastic part, right? Just
Yeah.
moving around, going to the different resources, either switching yourself to the turret, or if you have a friend, having the friend man
Wait, so you can
the
use
mining
this in
laser, right?
PvP?
And then
I
being able to
wonder.
harvest resources.
Yeah, the
It's kinda,
buggy's
no,
a
okay, this is more of a
multi-seat vehicle.
harvesting thing.
Right,
only,
so
I
when you
think.
get
It's
to
not
the mid
for,
game, it's good to start crafting that, right? And then you
for,
can get out there and you
tasting
can harvest.
players.
It has a huge inventory space
Guys,
as
we
well,
are
compared
11
to,
minutes
like, the
in. We're
sandbike or what the
almost
players can carry.
73.
Our philosophy of design with the game, like I've seen people talking,
Let's go.
asking for more inventory
Dude,
space on
Matt
the
team,
character.
which type
but our
of
philosophy of design for the
TV
game
cabinet?
is that you build
For me, that was like
vehicles,
such a
and they
big
become
thing.
your inventory space. You can see how big
I
this
went with
is and
one
how much
from,
volume it can hold. So the buggy
IKEA.
really is like your mining vehicle of
pretty
choice
nice.
as you get into the mid game. And if you're playing with
Yeah,
friends,
I spent ages.
someone's on the
when I'm-
turret, someone's in the driver's seat. You can
moved
have a
in
friend
here
in the
trying to pick
passenger
one.
seat as well. You can bring multiple people.
What up, Leo?
But you can
Yeah,
also
dude.
just like do
Dune
this alone,
Awakening,
jump between
glimpse
seats.
of mid to
in
end game.
the interaction menu,
right now.
just select I want to drive now, I want to sit in the turret seat and mine. But I want to talk a little bit about this location because we're in this place called the Haga Rift. And as you can see, it's this dark, gloomy, it's basically a geological ditch. And
Leo?
Herbert talked about this in the book. He talked about the folk of Pan and Graben. And this Graben are these big ditches, these big chasms that you have on Dune, on Arrakis. And in here, it's like the sunlight doesn't really penetrate to
They
the
stopped
bottom.
leveling.
And down here, there's been this ongoing war of attrition between the Atreides and the Harkonnen over this shipwreck, which is central to this area.
Okay.
And then as you come up out of the Haga Rift, you
Time's
come back
ticking,
into
guys.
these
I
other
don't know
areas
who's
of
at,
the
like,
map,
1
and
hour,
it's like,
but,
it's a different style and tone
see.
to the desert. And I know people have been concerned.
They
or
did,
at
man.
least been worried that like
They did,
everything's
man.
one biome. But as
Like,
you go
they-
down
they
into the
took
Rift,
the
you feel
book
it's a very different place.
And the movies.
And shout out to
and
our
kind
world
of
director
combine
Jeff,
like
one
their
of his
own
big
vision, but
key
like, you know,
points about the
also
world
similar to the
was
movies,
making sure that we
and just
had a lot of
expand on it like
verticality.
crazy.
And I think Haga Rift is like an absolutely perfect example of how you can just keep going down and down through these galleries, and there's bases built up through the entire side of it. It's just this really fun place to be.
It's like, make it deeper, make it deeper.
Exactly.
I remember he mentioned that.
And this is where all the lights come into play. So headlights on vehicles, personal lights on players come in. At this point, this is where you start bringing things.
nice, man.
And yeah, it's fun.
And it's so
the
huge
first
because
time I
when you fly,
played,
you need an ornithopter
I
too.
got
it's like wide and
ornithopter, and I could like fly up.
explore that way too.
In the
And
music,
it's
in the
all
setting,
desert for the most
atmosphere when you're
part,
down,
and there's
right,
those
and you've
caves.
been in the harsh
But
desert
it's
and
very
the
like
Vermilion
different
steppe
kinds
with,
of
like,
desert,
the
so
bright
it doesn't
lights,
only feel like
on
it's
you the entire time.
you know, just
going
one
from
thing
shadow to
the whole
shadow,
time.
to preserve
You
water.
kind of run into that
When you
problem
get down
when
there,
it's
like
set
music
on
teams done a really good
Arrakis.
job of just setting the atmosphere. Feels almost cool.
because everything
Is
is
that it?
desert
When you're
pretty
down
much.
there.
That's
But
our base in the distance set too.
Yeah,
I think.
I think they
Where we're
did
heading.
good
So you
with
can see the
making it
wreckage of like
more
the
varied.
wall. You can see that's a deserter base.
like this,
Like
so
because of the war of attrition that's
They're
been
showing
happening
now.
here, some of the Atreides and Harkonnen have deserted.
it's not just
And they
dunes.
set up little camps around here, and they create like they're
What up,
obviously
Fennec?
hazardous.
I'm
But
at
now we're coming to a base
eye
that
level
we created.
647. Have all
this.
champion Garrison
And
hero.
this is the
How should I get her up?
Atreides base building set.
Yeah.
And this kind of
If you want to PvP, do some
This
BGs
is a great
and
example of what you
probably
can
like
do
some
outside
low
of the
matchmaking
square
rating
blocks that everybody was
2v2
seeing later, 'cause they
arena
only had
is
access
good.
to the first couple of sets.
Yeah, and what's important as you get into the mid game, you start building up your infrastructure, and that's just as important as your equipment or your vehicles.
But if you want to
so even if you
PvP, then
lose
you got to
a
do.
vehicle,
I mean, PvE,
right, like
then it's
you
like
make your
dungeons
buggy
and stuff.
and you get unlucky enough to get eaten by a sandworm. Like the
True, man, true,
infrastructure
yeah.
will allow you to get back on your feet way
Like
quicker
the
than
best
at
games
first.
are games where you
Can
can just
we-
explore
can
the
we
world.
can we
and like
stop
that's,
for a second and show a
that's
pro
like
tip
its
here?
own thing.
Yeah.
you
I
can do
really want to pro
for
tip
hours.
something. So, can someone
Absolutely.
go and use a chest?
Yes.
Ding.
Oh, you want to mention my favorite thing?
So,
of-
so if you go to the wait, is that a chest? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Go to. So if you're in a chest in the game and you have a vehicle anywhere on your land claim, you can go to the top of the inventory on the left there where it says backpack.
Other
Where it
left.
says backpack on the left-hand side, whoever's driving. Up there.
up
Yep.
there,
You
yeah.
click the
Yes.
drop down and you
On
can
Discord?
select the vehicle storage. This is a
Sure.
massive quality of
Hold up.
life for getting things in and out of
Nice,
your
man.
vehicles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
That
we
was
see
good.
that we know it's a little bit hidden.
was good,
it's
man.
not the easiest thing to find.
Practical
but
as
once you
well.
know about this, it ups your quality of life in the game immensely because you can just drive in with a buggy full of stuff, go into your base, click any chest, click on the storage drop down, and start taking things out of the back of that vehicle.
It's something that the beta test
That's nice.
suggested, isn't it? Like directly.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was something
Yep.
people were asking for during the closed beta, and we
Exactly.
implemented it. Yeah.
Another thing that I mentioned before, which is such a small quality of life thing, but we have that too, is you don't have to empty your chest before you can move them.
Oh, exactly.
This
yeah.
is like that's
Yes.
just a complete mind-blowing
That's nice.
quality of life change to me. That's like so nice.
Yeah. So the game works in these phases of like, in the beginning,
Guys,
you need a
15
sandbike
minutes,
to
we got
get
3
off
levels.
walking around, right? Then
I
you
think
move to the phase where you want to buggy to help
1
you
hour could be
to
possible.
harvest and
Then
gather
we're giving 2
resources.
characters right now.
And then
Okay,
you
click
move to the
this.
phase where you want to start building your first ornithopter. And so we have an example of this here.
What up,
And
Sosa?
the
Yo.
vehicle building in the
How you
game is
doing?
very cooperative, right? You can
What's
see
up, dude?
that
We're
these
play-
different,
we're,
we're now
doing a
adding
Dune Awakening
permissions to allow
preview stream.
people to help us
And we're
to
leveling
work on this
our,
ornithopter. So this,
our
you know,
rogue.
these guys are all in a group. And so people
Ready,
can
yes.
cooperatively
I have
build.
tried
And of course,
it,
this is the,
when it was very
I think
early
this is
alpha,
the
though.
medium, the assault ornithopter.
I'll try it
as we
again,
call it, so it's the
soon,
medium
at some
tier.
point.
But the largest
I should. It
ornithopter,
was
the
fun.
transport ornithopter, also requires, you know, a lot of parts and a lot of people. So it's kind of part of the way we designed this was to make sure that we had this collaborative building system in the game,
Yeah,
both
man,
for
yeah.
buildings and
I
for
kind of
vehicles.
regret the
This is
name
my
change
favorite part
though.
of the game. Just the
I miss my
building
old
the-
name,
the
'cause what if I
vehicles
change his
actually
mog, you know?
physically in the world, right?
Then what?
Putting the pieces there, working with your friends to
think it was a
make all the parts
mistake.
of them, and then like mixing and matching the different modules to make the vehicle, you know, fit the role that you want to.
Damn,
Like,
wait, that's a
use the
big
vehicle with for that
ornithopter,
moment.
man.
Yeah, and vehicles come with different module sets, right? So you can put inventories on some. You can, you know,
Wait, you
like
probably
we
ha-
talked
have
about
your
the
whole
buggy.
squad in that
You can
one.
actually have a rocket turret on top of the buggy, which I think you
Exactly.
saw in the combat trailer
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
You saw the buggy firing rockets. So you can have different types of things on the different vehicles, and we'll continue to expand that post launch
Someone
as
in
well,
chat asked a
making
question.
the vehicles more and more
Can you
useful
explain the
with
end game
utility.
deep desert
Yeah,
PvP rating?
It's fun, right? And then I guess the other side of this is
from what I know,
that
there's not gonna be any
we
rated
can start
PvP,
talking
but
about variants
maybe there
and
is.
swatches, which is our
He's actually
customization
gonna
system.
change in a second.
Yeah,
We'll
I
actually
did,
see
I
that.
did.
There we
That was a
go.
mistake.
So
But it was worth
this-
it though for the
this
moment,
Atreides
honestly.
ornithopter.
These guys are aligned with the Atreides.
Boo. Boo.
So here we just switched out the Atreides. And a variant, just to
look
put
at
the
that
distinction in
ornithopter,
place,
man.
a
What
swatch
the-
allows you to change the color sets, but a variant allows you to change the physical
That is nice.
visual.
The actual
so this is
model,
the
yeah.
this is the shape of the Atreides. It's got the hawk-like lines. It's got the sharp angles.
Boo.
And the Harkonnen have more of an insectile kind of feel to them.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this is and you earn these variants in this case by leveling up in the factions, which is a part of the mid game, which we aren't really showing a ton of that today.
Variants.
But
Is that the
as you join a
the
faction,
size
go
of it
through their
or the
quest
color
lines,
of
you
it?
earn access to these kind of variants and things like that.
I'll give
and
variants
then
like
you're
the
able to use the
transmog thing,
Atreides
where
colors
you can
and
like change the
swatches
look.
and
Yeah.
variants.
Yeah, both on vehicles and your armor, right? So
Yes, vehicles,
you-
armors.
You
Yep.
can represent with your Harkonnen clothes. running
Yeah, I
in
might have
the-
to name
the
change the
desert,
rogue back,
yes, perhaps.
honestly, because I'm not going to be using this model.
It's important to note that like a lot of our philosophy around
man,
this
I
was
messed up.
as well. Like you create
€7 down
So
the
let's say
drain.
you create a tier 4, like a mid-tier armor set, and it's like a scout armor. You can
What up, Java?
variant
Yes, you
swap
can,
that
man.
to
Yes, you
look
can,
like
dude.
any
So
other
what I played is
scout
like
armor
very.
in the game. You can't
I
turn
don't
it
know,
into
3
a
months
heavy
ago, 2 months
armor
ago now.
or a combat armor because
Like
we
early
want people to
testing.
understand in PvP what they're fighting.
They gave me an
but you can
ornithopter,
change
and I
it into any
flew
other
into a
visual
sandstorm.
of a scout armor.
And it
it's
was
the
like
same
in the
with social
movie.
clothing. It's the same with
It was sick.
You know,
And you come out
obviously
on the
combat
other
armor,
side.
and it's the same
It was
with stealth
amazing.
suits,
Yeah.
which I
What up,
mentioned,
Java?
which are kind of our 4
Yo, dude.
major armor types in the game.
And as
Social.
you
This one looks
mentioned,
crazy.
also-
This one's
No, I was
That's
just to say social medium, social scout, combat, and
Still suits.
Still suits. Yeah.
Yeah. And what they're showing right now is the vulture mode and
Yes.
the ornithopters. So
Sorry.
ornithopters are great, right? Because you have your helicopter mode where you can move in all directions. You can
Just glide.
switch to the vulture mode, and then it's more of like a glider where you're going up and down to gain
nice.
speed.
Yep. Yeah.
Basically,
So,
a airplane mode and a helicopter mode, so to speak.
yeah,
right?
sort of.
it's like a hover mode and a glider mode, right?
the
and
leveling
the vulture mode
keeps
allows you to
stopping
be more
up.
maneuverable.
This might take longer.
You see that they have a boost module.
You
Actually,
guys
this
said
is
like
fun,
1 hour,
when you
got
get
scammed, I
too
think.
high in altitude, you start increasing your fuel consumption, which prevents people from going too
Unlucky.
high in the game.
Or able
Also
to
good
pick
to
up
know
speed.
for people who want to stay, close to the ground.
I remember Perry stealing your architectural
Yeah,
dreams.
and now we're flying through an
She's
area of
yoinked
the
my
map
base.
known as
Well,
the Shield
first,
Wall,
she was trash
which is
talking my
on,
base.
on the para-northern
And then
side
she
of the
started
Haggard
hopping
Basin.
my
We can talk
base.
about the para-directions at some point.
What's
because
up with
that's always
that?
awkward and weird. But
That was crazy.
because para-north is
fun,
really
though.
south in
That was pretty fun.
relative terms to the
And
map.
then I
But this is
lit
like
the grenade
these are
by
rocky
accident.
areas, so the
W
sand
hater,
one is
yeah.
less of a threat up here, but the enemies are much harder.
Yo,
and the
Java, wait,
resources
so
you
yeah,
gather up
you're
here
not
are
coming
much
this TwitchCon,
more-
right?
Of much more value, right? To,
Next
to what
one,
you're
man.
doing.
Next-
so
next
these are
TwitchCon,
areas where you
Java.
harvest.
And
Yeah.
the first time you're coming here,
believe.
you don't actually have an ornithopter. More than likely,
Yes.
you don't, right? So
Yes.
then you're having to make the choice of like, do you bring your buggy here, which is really high, really hard to get
Gotcha,
to,
gotcha, yeah.
or do you go with your sand bike? Or can you
Next year,
try to
maybe.
climb up the wall. So it's ultimately it's about choice.
Steel's
how
a mention,
you
yo.
go to each of the biomes, and
steel
then
suit made a
which
steel
vehicles you
steel
bring,
suit.
right? Which enable different mechanics based on the one you want.
Yeah, and like this area we're in now is known as the Uldum as well, and the Uldum has a little more plant growth
Yeah.
and a little more greenery, and that's because the Uldum is an area
Okay,
where
nice.
they were doing experiments.
Dude,
on
I was
some
just
of
kinda
the-
worried
some of
about,
the
like,
land,
just
and we
not
won't
having
talk too much
any,
about
like,
it, but,
plants
We're gonna fly over.
on
I
the
guess
map.
this is a.
But this
This
one
is
has
our
some.
second
Of
This is our
course, it's
second
not, it's not like a
base in the
lush
Shield Wall.
green
Yeah, so
place,
this is
but
the
Lots of
just
potential.
having
base. So th-
some
this is further into the
vegetation
game.
somewhere
People
is
have progressed
nice.
a bit.
Because if not,
They're
you can.
probably
It's like
so
the mall.
we
in
divide
WoW,
the game
you know,
into
where it's
4
just
phases.
barren, completely.
Survive,
everywhere.
protect, expand, and control.
But having
So
some
this would
green
be
goes a long way.
Here
Kinda
you're either on the expand
cacti,
or the control
cactus.
part of the game. The sort
Thank
of
you,
last
Java.
two
Thank you,
phases,
man.
right? So you've got a bigger guild.
Yeah, I'm
you're working
going.
with a larger
Today's the
group of
last
people,
stream. I'm flying
potentially.
out tomorrow
You
morning.
can still play the game solo at this point. Everything just takes a little longer and is a little harder to do on your own, right? And that's you can still do it. You can craft these ornithopters. There's no problem. But we encourage people to play together and work together
up.
in a multiplayer game.
And we're showing off some building sets we've never shown before.
Yes.
These will be the
Yes.
Twitch drops.
These are
Yes,
Twitch drops. Yeah.
exactly. So the one that are this is actually
Wait,
the
so
show
Twitch
that one's
drops
shown,
gives you, like,
building
different
set, but
schematics to build
those
with.
round windows
okay.
and the ceiling pieces, pretty much everything that's more metal than like white stone.
Wait, is this
those
a
are
player-made
actually gonna be
base?
Twitch drops that you will get, so they kind of expand on the existing shown
Hey guys,
tier set.
drops on,
which
exclamation
I
mark
love
drops,
them. I think
exclamation
they're
mark drops.
very
We
cool.
got this.
They're really cool looking.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, and you can see what we'd expect a guild base needs to look like, right? Lots of production going on. I love. It
it's
was
gonna be
something
a
that we were
launch.
really like. pushy on in the game development, making sure that the fabricators actually show the items being
Right.
crafted as they
Yeah.
craft, so you see them
So cool.
form up inside the fabrication units. And
It's
yes,
actually a
I
player
know
base. It's cool.
this isn't exactly something from June Law. This is one of the places where I was like, I have to make a concession to the game. They don't have fabricators,
Creative
they're not mentioned in
liberty.
the law, but it's fine because it's
I mean, you
cool.
can't only
Rules
follow the
cool
lore
in some cases.
if you're making a
Absolutely.
game.
And
At
this is a
some
vehicle
point, you have to
fabricator, yeah.
There's
just
also
make stuff
circuits.
up.
Have we ever talked about circuits
Dude,
before?
what is going on in the group
Nope,
right now?
not actively. You can.
Okay.
Please feel free.
They're pretty neat. It's not like as intense as like Factorio, right? Making blue science or anything like that. But you are able to
So,
set up different
someone asked in
circuits in
chat,
your base,
how
so you
big
can
is the
have, you know,
PvP
some
portion
containers
in the
feeding
game?
into some fabricators.
That's a good question. I'm actually
fabricators
kinda
feeding into
curious,
others.
too.
You'll never have 100% automation
About
like you would get
Dune
in
PvP.
a factory builder game. But
I
it
know
does enable
some,
you
but,
as
like,
you get to mid-game to
yeah.
start having a,
Like, how
a fair bit of
much-
automation
how
in the
big of a
game when
part
you're
it
playing
plays,
because
I wonder.
water and electricity become quite
And also,
a
is gonna
burden
add, like,
if
some
you
kind of,
don't start
BG
upgrading
mode
your
or
gear and the infrastructure
arena
like we
mode
were talking about
eventually.
before. So we introduced passive ways to get water, which is a huge help because water in the mid and to the end game even is really important through all aspects, not just survival but also crafting.
For my fellow law nerds out there, we call the passive water generation wind traps.
I was just about to
does-
say
okay,
there,
wait,
are,
so you
there
just-
are actually
huh.
some wind traps on this.
So you don't have to
put anything
in,
we've
it just
seen some,
generates water
while
passively?
We walked
Cool.
by them as well. And yeah, it's just like you also see here how much bigger those refineries are. We also saw a spice refinery as well.
maybe we should
actually,
put some on
like,
Yeah, there were
main
spice
bar.
refineries there.
My
Yep.
neck is gonna just
Yeah, and
get stuck in
we
this
just saw a
position.
room with some decorations in it as well.
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
just,
what happens if I do
to-
this?
You can pimp up your area in a sense, like put out holograms. It was quite funny because here's a fun anecdote from development. The artist
no.
made a bunch of the artist made a bunch of pot plants
Okay, we should do this for
Oh,
now.
for people to put in their
no.
bases, and I was like, guys, it's June.
There is no water to water
There we
those
go.
So we have a
things.
lot of holograms.
In your
going
You still
down.
see the
buildings,
XP
I was like,
They
we
look
can
great
have.
though.
Then I keep saying the word holograms. Sorry, everyone. Solido projections.
Solido projections.
Solido projections of
You'd be
plants.
yelling at yourself.
Oh my god, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad if I
You're like-
wasn't me right
Is
now.
there a drop comment?
If you like decorations, you need to explore quite a bit,
Yes.
right? You know, we
Yo,
don't unlock
1
them
second,
all.
Yes.
Go to
BRB.
trade posts, go to places
I know
where
what.
there
Let's
are
go
people.
like this
you can
instead because I
unlock
can see it.
tons of
see
the
my
stuff
XP
that you're
gain as
seeing
well.
around in the
Yes.
base here.
Exactly.
There we
You
are.
have to work a little bit for
You'd
it
have to work a
though.
little bit.
What up,
for it,
Jarche?
yeah.
Okay, so
Fine.
say I get an NPC with your voice and talk to him, and then I
and
blush.
obviously
What
these
then?
doors, the pentashield doors and
Then-
things as
then
well.
you
like
buy some
once you reach a
weapons,
certain
Jarche, then
stage
you buy
and
some
can
weapons.
Put shielded doors out, so you don't have to have doors that open and
He
close.
sells weapons.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
really useful for when you you have flying vehicles, you want to land in hangars. You
What up,
don't have to
Jarche?
wait for a door to
What's good,
open.
man?
Some of the cool stuff I've seen in beta is they will make a
Yeah, dude. I don't know where exactly my NPC is.
So they'll
It's gonna be
open
like
up
most
the middle
likely
of
in
it
a
and then set the permissions on the
Harkonnen like
pentashields
zone.
so that you can actually drive
Public,
through it. So
yes.
you can't
Dude,
can't
yo,
go into their base, but you can
imagine
still go
finding my
through
own
the
NPC.
Yes.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be crazy.
Nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Good guy players.
That's
Good guy
gonna be
players,
good,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So I think we're actually gonna go up to the roof now and build a transport ornithopter.
nice.
Great.
Which
No.
not
No.
yet. Okay, not yet.
No, we're not.
Excuse me.
No, we're not. We're wrong.
gonna run around the base a little
Not
bit
wrong.
more.
We're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
we're
Oh.
doing other things.
That's an. Yeah, okay.
But-
if you want to
What
Okay.
we'd like to do is
This base is kinda
because we're
crazy
actually
compared
gonna
to what
go
I was
to
building.
a social hub
Oh, man.
later on, and we'd like to throw that.
I thought it was
to-
like an NPC
unfortunately,
base, but it's
we
actually a
can
player
do only
base.
Twitch, so I'm sorry, YouTube. We love you over there too. It's just our bot is being a bit difficult, so we'd like to do a poll, throw that to Twitch chat
Okay.
only for today. Which of the social hubs you'd like to see? We have 2 available in the game right now.
Guys, okay, wait.
Right
Harkonnen.
now. One is Arcane, the other one is Harko, and you can choose
Harko.
which of those you'd like to see.
Yes, maybe they can go to
today.
the Harkonnen hub
So
and we
give
can
you
see the
like a few
NPC.
minutes to vote on that while our
Harko.
rockstars and wizards behind the scenes are preparing that poll for you. If it's not running.
How'd I
already.
vote?
And
You gotta go to the Funcom Twitch
One of
channel
the
and
cool
type
things that,
Harko
they
or
were
something.
showing there is the vehicle back.
Mob Arena with
I don't know
starting
if
and
they
send
talked
when
about
that
on
would be
stream too much.
insane.
But
We should do
once-
that.
Once you build a sand bike or a
Yeah,
light
Matthew,
ornithopter,
true,
you
true.
can actually
But
build
like,
a tool
it's a
to
big game
hide
though, so it could
or,
take
like,
forever. I don't know.
What's the
But yeah,
lore
shit,
reason,
shit.
Joel?
Wait, do exclamation mark
Let's
vote?
go with the Richie's perfected miniaturization
Sure,
technology.
sure.
Oh, no,
and the
vote.
player is able to miniaturize their vehicle, and it only works for vehicles that have nothing in their
Everyone is voting
inventory
A.
Yeah.
and 2
Oh, I
types of
can't message
vehicles: the
again.
sand bike and
Yes.
the light scout ornithopter.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, we're flying past.
Yeah,
Highly
Tandy, dude,
recommend always
we should for
using it,
sure.
right when
Yes.
you're going
But
to
now
a
I'm going to
location,
TwitchCon though,
Yes.
Tandy.
land, store your
after
vehicle.
today. So when I'm
Don't
back
let
home,
it get destroyed by a sandstorm.
I
Exactly.
learned that the
We
hard
should.
way myself too.
that could be fun.
I will never do that mistake ever again.
I see we've gone with spoiler
Ooh.
territory here, and we're flying
Guys,
over the
ding
giant power station of
74.
Misatariel.
It's
Don't look-
been
I don't want to
27
talk too
minutes
much about it, but we'll let people figure
right
that
now.
out in the game.
It looks cool. From
It's my
above,
favorite
so it's like-
location.
Me too.
It's
Mine
really
too.
absolutely amazing.
Mine too.
And the
Mine
story
too.
involved in it is
Eagle
So
mode,
please look
or whatever it's
forward
called.
to
Yeah.
it.
And there we have someone doing their
Ooh,
vulture
that's
roll,
sick.
which is very nice. Can you hit your scanner as well, whoever's flying?
I'm not sure to do that. Oh,
Yeah, so like that's vehicles obviously get like players got hand scanners probably in the beta, but now you're up to the stage where you actually
Yeah.
have a scanner.
We'll see when I'm back. I don't
and
know
you're
for how long
scanning
Sarva will
entire,
play
like,
more beta,
islands
but
by pumping C. So the idea
but
is
yeah,
that
we'll see.
again as you progress, everything just takes a step up
We
in
will
how
see.
quickly you can do things. We wanted the game to feel, well, you've put in the effort to get this vehicle. We're going to give you the convenience of being able to scan an entire island. Very quickly, right?
Yeah.
This is a trade post.
It's nice, Volsi. What up, Volsi?
This is the
How we doing, dude?
Crossroads trade post.
Yeah, man.
Look at
It's
the
like
pole.
flying
It's
around, just
super
chilling
tight.
hard.
I love that.
gonna be
right
fun.
now, Arkane is
Dude,
slightly winning,
like
so let's go
rolls,
hard
barrel
on
Really
it.
rolls.
just cooler.
Like, I agree though. Well, both
We're gonna see some footage from Harko
both
no matter
are
what we do.
super
Sure,
cool,
that's
though.
Vehicles
Both are
simply
super cool, but
stored.
I
Okay,
do
so you
like-
don't like
Yeah,
have
just
to have it
because
out.
you're an evil person and
I
you like
am.
Harkonnens.
I am just like
Something
evil
about
for
that
life.
whipping noise.
No, you know the fun part is I always try to go
know
evil
that.
in like
Because
games
with the
where you have a
bikes,
choice and then I end up
I didn't
good
see that
anyway.
option.
Yeah,
Like,
because
bad
you
to,
can't
like,
bring
take
yourself
it
to
back.
do
Feel
it.
bad for those
No.
characters.
So-
That's an
I just-
item.
Yeah.
So these are the pilots. They were disabled in the beta. You may have met one at the first trade post if you were playing.
And we're going to Arkane, by the way.
We're going to
one.
Arkane?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Oh man, we're not going to Hardcore Village.
So we're gonna
man.
go and visit
Or
Arkane.
What's it called that?
All
I
right,
forget.
that's cool.
Going to Arkane.
The pilot only takes cash. So you can't have credit. You have to have cash. So we're heading to Arkane.
She doesn't use it on sunscreen, that's for sure, because she was really sunburned. Like, so let's just get that out there. Yes. But yeah, you need to have the cash on you as
Yeah.
well.
One of the features in the game that we haven't really spoken about too much.
Get
well, we
wrecked,
have a bit. We've
hardcore
spoken, but I don't
noobs,
think people
someone said in the
picked it
chat.
up in the beta. Oh, here we go. Well, I'll
Damn.
let us arrive because this is cool. This is Arkane. And as we arrive in Arkane, so
Damn.
one of the features we have in the game is the CommuniNet system. And when a player opens their CommuniNet, they can choose radio stations to listen to in the game, a la
Yo,
like a
Danny's,
Fallout
do
game
you have
or a
beta,
GTA
by the
game.
way, or not?
And this guy, Finno Gary, he runs
I'm back home,
this trash shop.
I'll
He
probably
actually
play a lot
has a
of
show on the Atreides
Guys,
radio.
official
And if
release
you
date
listen to the
July
show, it's his
21st
daughter
now for
talking about
Mob.
their adventures on
Mob
how they
Classic.
got all this salvage that shows up. So it's kind of fun to just
That's
like
soon, less than 2
narratively
months.
listen. You know, we
And I
try to
think
connect
1
everything
month
in the world.
before then is
this
the
is
pre-patch.
again. I want to make this point because I feel like I see it sometimes online, and it's a little, let's say, disheartening. People, we were advertising the game and saying the word MMO, and then people were like, oh, they took all that off, and we took it off because we do feel like this is a huge world completely worth exploring with lots of other people, but it's not an MMORPG, and people were getting
Yeah.
confused by that.
Yeah.
So we took it down. But
I've been
I
saying
think
that
it's
too.
clear when you look at places like our social hubs, our exchange system, our banking system, that we have a lot of elements from those style of games here,
Like,
right?
it's not
So,
like an
yeah, we're looking
MMO,
at the
like WoW
exchange
is
right
an
now.
MMO, in many ways.
Players
has
can post
aspects
things on the
from it.
exchange, and this is
But
like
yeah,
the-
if
the
you go
banking.
into expecting like
Would you
WoW,
like to
you know,
One of the great
it's way
things here is you
different.
can actually store items and credits, right?
What
So
about
say you're
Barry?
going to take
You don't tend to
a
okay.
long vacation.
Will
you're
you
worried
play it
about
though,
your base
Tennis,
getting
or will you
destroyed for
keep
some
grinding
reason.
in
You can actually
Classic?
fly to Arcane and dump a bunch of stuff
In
in here.
Black
I was
Rock.
actually thinking is like one of the great things here is
Bossy, on the
his mustache.
Saturday, I'm
Yeah, that's also
Expecting
I
him
roll
to come in on the
or at
mustache.
I
least
mean,
that's the plan.
we've all seen the
Fantastic mustache. You also pay
I'm gonna
taxes
borrow
here,
like a
right?
streaming
Because you need
backpack,
to, like,
so I should have like a
do,
high quality
something
real
to
life stream
actually make sure you
on the Saturday.
have, your
And I
taxes
think that's
paid
been locked in now,
to
where
the
like I get to use it.
and this is where you pay. This is the
Emperor?
imperial consulate, as we call it.
Yeah.
This is where you go to pay your taxes.
Yeah,
to the
that is.
Imperium.
You'll still be
Um,
grinding that one
so the
item, man.
first
What up, Tesh?
Sub-Thief console that you place on
What's good,
Arrakis,
Tash?
the basic one that you place in the starting area, you don't have any taxes to pay on that. But once you get a bit further into the game, and you start building bigger bases, you pay taxes. Once you start expanding that land
Yeah, so
claim, which
my
you do through
NPC
these
might
land
be
claim
kind of like in
extenders,
this kind
you
of
start paying
area,
more tax.
but the Harkonnen
So the
one
idea
instead.
is that the larger guilds who have more members, who are more capable
Dude,
of like,
oh my god.
you know,
It's gonna be so
achieving
weird
things
here,
in the
my
game,
boys.
they have a higher tax rate because
Yeah.
they're building out larger spaces, and that you know, that's our way of making it fair for people who only play solo as well. Like, so they
Okay,
don't
so
have
rather
as
be
much
partying with
tax to
other
pay.
streamers again.
The other
Gotcha.
important thing about the cities is
Is it-
that's
I'm
where
not
you
gonna
really
be
progress through the
partying much at
factional
all, man.
storylines, right? So here's
Sober,
where you're gonna come
chilling,
and officially join
but
the
I will
Atreides
be
or join
meeting
the
some people,
Harkonnens and,
for sure.
you know,
Making some
start
friends,
vying for the land's red
hopefully.
system and getting involved in the politics
gonna
of
be
the
the move.
entire world.
And
But I'm
this
too
is
old
where
to
the
party,
advanced
man.
trainers are as well.
Yeah.
For people who want to progress
90s
past
kid,
the
by the way.
basic level of training in their particular chosen classes.
Except for Derek.
Oh, Derek, the planetologist, he's everywhere.
He's just traveling around.
He's everywhere.
He's a wandering
He's-
mentor.
he's-
You can
he's,
find him anywhere.
Yeah, he's here. He's there.
He's
He's
there.
He's everywhere.
Derek Shinar. Okay, no, enough. Sorry.
Wait, so you pay spice
No, but
taxes
you have contracts here, of course, as
Oh.
well,
Yes,
and
contracts,
specific
yeah.
vendors, so they have a lot of things to sell
to
as
the
well.
emperor.
And the main story brings you to these locations as well.
Travel.
Yes. So now we actually get a glimpse at the overlap,
Yes.
which
So,
is
so you can use the pilots in the trade post to fly.
Yeah, so again,
To the-
today's the
to the
last
hub, like we
stream
showed.
we're due.
And you use
Last
those same
stream today,
pilots to get back.
before
but once you
TwitchCon.
have your own ornithopter,
So yeah, I'll be gone
you can just
for
fly to the edge of the Hager
for a
Basin
bit.
map.
But yeah,
and you'll get
one
a
stream
prompt
from there.
asking you if you'd like to go
Yeah,
to
so I'll
the
not be
overland map.
be streaming
And
much the next
this is the
days.
overland map.
So
And
if
this
you're
is
wondering,
again one
where
of the
I'm at,
things that I think
that's
kind
it.
of
I didn't
breaks
die.
us away from your standard survival game. This is where we have the
Yeah, I'll
ability
be
to
back
infinitely,
next Tuesday
infinitely
or
expand
Wednesday.
this game, where we have multiple maps that players can go to. I think this is where you go to
Fuel
reach the
deposit.
deep desert. This is where you go to reach several of the story maps. Right now, we've landed on a fuel deposit. We're just picking up a bit of fuel, refueling our ornithopter on there. We're able to expand here for a
Water
long time, and this is
deposit.
kind of part of what, again, we wanted to do to make this a coherent universe, right? And make June feel like something that, you know, we're going to be working on and adding to for a long time.
So post-launch, there will be new locations that show up here.
Yes.
We'll have events that have.
I
locations
wonder
here
if
for short
eventually they'll
durations,
add, like,
right,
different
to,
planets
to
and
shake
stuff.
things up, and you know, eventually when we release
Like the
huge
Atreides
content, drops, they'll be
home
accessible
world.
through,
Forget the name of it.
Through the overland map,
exactly. One other thing that you can find
That could be cool.
in the overlap map, which also goes into the story, that we really would like to talk a little bit more about, because we haven't really, as you mentioned,
what's a Harkonnen?
it takes a while to also
No,
get the
not
story
Harkonnen.
going, so people
Atreides
in the
homeworld.
doing beta
What's that
weekend
called
haven't
again?
actually seen
Right.
much of that.
Yeah.
So via the
Hold
overlap
up.
map, you can also access some of these story dungeons.
I'm gonna search it up.
And we actually
Atreides
do have some footage
home
of one of
world.
those
Hogwarts?
dungeons
It's
that
not
meet
Hogwarts.
you,
Kaladin.
And Joel and
Kaladin.
Scott can probably give a little bit of
Do
context
you
what
know
we've
there's any
seen.
pay to
Maps too?
win? No pay to win.
so
As
here
far as
we're-
I'm aware, none at all.
We're not going to
You
spoil
pay for
too
the
much
game
of the story,
though.
but this is kind of the theme of Act 2, right? You've
Ooh,
moved
that sound
from
kinda
a
scary.
survivor
Thought-
doing the trials.
I thought it was
now
someone
you're
in my
getting
house
involved
or
in the
my apartment.
politics.
What the heck was that?
Yeah, so there's a lot more interaction with NPCs, dialogue, there's a lot more cinematics, and a lot of locations outside the Hogger Basin that you'll be going to.
One of
But I
my
wonder
favorite
what my
characters,
NPC would
I
look
actually
like.
love her. Everyone
I have
knows
no
her.
Cone of
idea.
Silence.
Yeah, we didn't mention the Cone of Silence, but you're inside
Dude.
the Cone of Silence here, and the game actually dampens all the sound outside of it when you enter. Which is pretty
Yamba.
cool.
To be distributed
I won. Let's go.
this water shipper. The active
Guys,
Sure,
level
monkey
update.
for
We're level
more people
75
who
now.
want
What is that, by the way? I
35 minutes
actually
in,
don't know what
The
it is.
Assassin's
almost
Handbook
76.
describes certain poisons. Chormurky is poison in the drink.
Yeah,
That's
no
actually
no
something
currency
I
can buy.
didn't
As
know.
far as
I
I'm
was
aware,
wondering
again,
about
like
that.
I don't know all
I-
the ins and outs.
So you see, we have a dialogue system in
So
the
I
game
might
where
be
you can
lying to
make
here,
choices
but
based on
as far as I
several
remember,
of the things that
you
you've
buy
done
the
in game
game,
as well,
and then you
your
have the game.
background at the start,
And that's
has
it.
Some payoff here.
There might be some cosmetics and stuff
again,
you can get.
I-
I don't know.
It's not like, you know, we're not
But yeah.
making an Obsidian RPG with all of the choices that
But
something
yes,
like that has.
guys,
but we're
Dune is
doing
out June
a level of
10th.
this
Link in
that's
chat, by
above
the
and
way.
beyond
Link in
what
chat
most survival
to
games do, I
Steam.
think.
And you will be interacting
June
with
10th.
some Dune characters that
Well,
people
look
are
at her
familiar
last
with.
name.
Yeah.
Dune fans probably recognize already that last name.
Yep.
All right, so we're skipping ahead here. We've jumped to the part of the mission where you're heading towards the Water Shipper's Mansion, which is in the Imperial Basin just outside of Arakeen. The player is being sent there to assassinate and poison this water shipper on behalf of the
What up,
Lara
George?
Tuek. And so
Welcome.
we come to this new level on the Overland map.
Yeah, so your job is to infiltrate,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, she's talking and explaining the mission, but I can't hear it, so I'm
Dude,
just...
that floating thing is so sick,
One of the things we
man.
wanted to do is make sure all the abilities still work in these, so it is
Yes.
still very sandboxy.
Yeah.
There will always be multiple approaches. You
Yeah.
know, if you have a Shigawire Claw, You can use that to grappling hook over some areas. If not, then you're gonna have to be a little bit more stealthy and avoid the searchlights.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's one of those things where our philosophy is like we give people all these tools, but it's a sandbox. Play the way you want to play.
I really hope we get some
Here,
look into
we
the
have to find a
PvP,
guy
dude.
called Yargan.
The thing is, I think
her
most
contact.
players don't really care about PvP in games. That's something I've come to
and
realize.
so, like, it's
same
like
with WoW. It's kind of sad, but like
We-
most
we're-
people don't
we're
really
quite
care about PvP.
Nice to people, you might get spotted, but you
So
can
it makes
escape the
sense,
lights
like,
quickly.
if they don't really focus on PvP, you know?
That's the one we
I'm
found.
not-
'Cause most people just
you can
don't care,
read
but
the
I
dialogue
do.
here, It's fun.
So selfishly,
I
I really hope they like showcase some
One of those
some
ones.
max level PvP or like high
And
level
again,
PvP.
depending on your background, you actually get different choices to to the dialogue.
But yeah,
Character
like
creation is important.
I'm in a PvP bubble, but man, like no
This
one
guy's-
actually cares
he's a
about
grumpy
PvP.
guy.
Same in WoW. Compared to PvE.
Back in the day. But if you get caught, we ain't met.
But
Especially
Dune
when
does
it
have
takes place.
PvP.
Got it?
You'll appreciate this option.
Like world PvP. Guys, Ding 76. Let's go.
It's like, so which
PvP in the
background?
world or PvP? Yes, okay. I say this.
Which
In like
background do you have to get that
MMOs, I
option
guess.
now?
Which Dune kind of is. In
that one's for
MMOs.
everyone for free.
It's for everyone. That's for free. Okay.
PvP
there
is
you
like
go.
usually like
I love that we have it
like a
in
side thing.
English,
Yeah,
too.
true. Like in shooters,
But
I mean shooters
there's
are usually
so many
PvP.
little Easter eggs and
or in
fun
MOBAs.
things that you also wrote, like especially also for like
Well, yeah, I guess like
weapon,
WoW, Guild
Yeah,
Wars.
weapon
descriptions,
descriptions,
things.
item
Super
descriptions.
fun. Like everything's connected. Like,
RuneScape
for those
PvP, I've
of
never tried
you
that.
who do like lore,
I've
and
never tried
who
that.
don't do lore as well, you will find a lot of connections. But also for the ones who don't,
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Best true yet. I mean like in like
He's also explaining
esports. I mean, it's
the different
PvP, of
ways
course.
that you can approach this
For the most
quest
part,
right
at least.
now.
Mhm.
So
I
he's
guess-
sort of explaining to you, there's like two
doesn't have
paths
to
that
be.
you can take. Like you don't have to go this way. You
I
don't have
played
to go
some
that
Guild
way.
Wars, yeah.
Here's
Little
how you can
bits.
get in. There's how
Little
you can
bits.
get in, right? So
Very limited, like
as a
for
player,
a few
you can
hours.
approach this again in kind of that sandbox approach.
It was fun though.
Like, again, I don't want to oversell it. It's not an immersive sim where
Played
you
some,
have like the
of,
Dishonored
what's
level
the new one
of-
called?
but
Like
you can
Wild
definitely
something?
find alternate
Journey
paths
of Wild?
into the
I forget
mansion
exactly.
to achieve your mission. And I think that like a shout out to the story content team with Bernard and
someone
the
has
boys,
Sandworm
as I call them.
emote on
They've
Twitch.
done a great
What is
job
that?
with these, setting them up. And here's what Scott was talking about, where I've set the game up in this way. I'm a Benny Gesserit. I'm just going to stun this guy.
Evil Horse, welcome in.
And then I'll be able to walk past him, and he won't even notice me. He won't call out. He won't call the guards because he doesn't see me.
But yeah, what other
Right? And so you
MMOs
can
like
use your
has good
abilities, your skills that
PvP
you
though?
picked up in the game to just pass through these.
Except for
areas.
WoW, and I
And-
mean WoW PvP is good. I would
It's
say.
kind of
Even
fun,
some
right?
people would say
And
it's
we
not.
just wanted to show that we have
Like
more
Lost
than
Ark.
just,
I don't even know.
you know, the basic.
my brother
survival
showed me a
game.
bit.
There's way more going on.
Guild
here.
Wars,
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure either.
especially like I think it takes about if you let's assume you ignore everything else because there's a lot of choices.
What other
for
MMOs
how you
are there
wanna
even?
approach Dune Awakening and what there's to do. But let's
I
assume
can't think of
you're
any
only
more.
going for the main story
Black
and,
Desert,
and like those cinematics
online.
and things. So it takes you.
I don't know if that
I
one
did
has
talk to
PvP.
Nils about it as well. It takes
Yo,
about
League
30
MMO, man, dude.
hours
League,
until
right
the story
MMO. Hold up.
really gets
That could be something.
going.
I
Playing
think
by
like
yourself,
one thing that
just
Dune has going
experiencing
for it,
all
that
the
also
survival
the right that
elements
was going
and
for it,
going at it alone.
is like
Yeah,
a
30
universe
hours
that
to get
people
to
just
part
want to
two.
play in and just
Yeah,
explore.
I mean, it's deliberately like.
Like-
I'm not defensive
and that's
about
big.
Act 1, but
And
the
Blizzard
first
also
part of
had
the
that
game is
going into WoW,
deliberately
you know, with
somewhat light, just to
Warcraft.
give people that like learn the world,
Exactly,
acclimatize
yeah.
yourself, like follow up on the Fremen. You have the
It's
Fremen
like
trials, and it's
just
super interesting.
exploring Iraq
and
is
then we start
exploring
introducing and layering the
Runeterra.
politics of the universe and more
Exactly.
and more
It's
of
gonna
the
be cool.
stuff and more of your personal story, like what's going on.
And what could be
why
even
are you
cooler
the one
is
being asked to do
PvPing
this,
on
what's
there, but-
happening, right?
And ultimately, it is a survival
we'll
game
see.
first, right?
Yes.
So the player needs to learn how to
Personally,
survive
I
in
love
Arrakis, right?
Guild
And
Wars
it's
2PvP. The
a
rest of the
very
game
harsh
doesn't quite
environment.
hold up
There's a
though.
lot
Is
of
there like diminishing
mechanics to figure out,
returns and
then,
stuff?
you
to it?
have to make your
So DRs.
make your way through there and figure
Like,
out how to
is-
get outside
is,
of Hogwarts
crowd
and
control a big
before you can
part of it?
experience, more of
Yeah.
the politics and intrigue that are going on.
Exactly.
I
And I really
can't
love
believe we
that
don't have a
we
Game
have-
of Thrones game for that.
I mean,
True.
the beginning of the game is kind of.
There's not much magic in Game of Thrones,
You get
right?
context
So it would be
to where-
very-
Where you, well, a little bit of context what's actually
It could be
happening.
kind of cool, actually. Yeah.
You have a person that
Lord of the
talks
Rings
to you, helps you at the
online, yeah.
beginning. And then, as you mentioned, it goes more into learning the
I've
actual
only seen it
mechanics
close
and
from
the
that game.
tutorialization of the
That's
game.
cool, though. It's old.
And we give you time to get a bit acquainted with everything, or not everything, but a lot of the things, like the basic mechanics, and then we approach you again with the story a bit later on. And I really love that.
Yeah.
I love
Star
this guy,
Wars:
but
The
we're cutting now
Old
because we're not
Republic.
going to spoil too much of what's
No,
going on.
Remember watching
exactly.
Cyback
So
and
obviously we
Swifty
don't
play
want
that,
to
like,
show too
10
much.
I don't know how
more
many years
to
ago
this
now.
dungeon. What we're
That's
gonna do
probably like
now, though, is we actually gonna
2012, well, 2013,
another
yeah.
video that's going to lead us into our next segment. So
Next segment,
enjoy.
let's go. PvP? It's not PvP. But maybe. Combat. Okay, probably something to do with combat.
Power.
Games of power.
Given the
What up,
right
Shiny?
lever,
Morning, Shiny.
you can move a planet.
How you doing, dude?
In
Yo,
Doom
Shiny, give me
Awakening,
the Dream
your
Act
path to
recap.
power leads you through the great houses. But only accomplished guilds may earn their place among the Atreides or Harkonnen.
That's definitely
Swear your allegiance
Harkonnen right there.
and contribute to their rise in desert power. The pledge
Oh boy.
is only the
Come
beginning.
on now.
You have come far, and now it's time to take
Timo
control
on MMO?
of the Landsrad.
I wonder how they're gonna do that. And it's interesting,
The
like when
Landsrad
you make an
is the
MMO
council of great houses that
based
make
on something,
decisions
like,
that
for
impact
classes
all
and
the
such.
players on all the servers.
like in Dune,
your
they have, you know,
world.
the different Bene Gesserit,
Your
things like
goal,
that.
and that of your guild.
But
is
yeah,
to
in
secure
Riot, I
their
wonder how-
votes so that
how they
your
do it
faction, the
in the Riot
Harkonnen
MMO.
or Atreides, can take control. To
Dude,
secure
Bene
their
Gesserit
votes
looks so sick though.
and sway them to your side.
That's gonna be my
You must
my
complete
thing.
specific house requirements on the
Starting off at
Landsrad
least.
board. Alone or together with your guild, your efforts
Where do
can
I
move
start?
the needle.
At the beginning. At the beginning,
Be
Shiny.
the first to fulfill
Yes.
a house requirement to not only secure their vote, but also reap their many rewards.
Okay, so this is like the guild system.
Whether
cool.
you enjoy PvE or PvP,
There we go,
there
PvP
are many
mentioned.
paths to victory.
PvP mentioned? Let's
If
go.
you prefer the relative safety of the shield wall, there are many activities that will not put you into direct conflict with other players, while still contributing to your faction's rise to
That's
power.
good. So you don't have to PvP. That's a good
House
thing.
Torvald wants you to eliminate sandflies. Rush in, or pick
Ooh.
off the deserters one by one with your sniper rifle. House Rashis wants a delivery of ground cars. Join up with friends and build strongholds for large-scale production and deliver them safely to the House representative by ground or air.
Yeah, look at those vehicles, man.
Large-scale
Like
production
GTA
is
out here.
costly
Good.
and will require a lot of resources. To be able to craft certain high-tier items,
Some chat said it, people
you will
asking if there'll
also
be
need
more
the
planets
most
when the game is called
sought-after
Dune.
resource of
True,
all.
but the book is also called Dune, and there is other planets in the
Spice.
book.
You can buy spice from spice
I don't know
merchants,
how many, but you know the
or on the player run
Kaladin,
exchange.
for example.
And it can even be found in smaller pockets behind the shield wall.
But yeah, that might be a later thing they explore.
But to collect industrial quantities, you must venture into the unknown. The deep desert beckons.
Dude, like you and a few friends just
Here,
chilling through sandstorm.
Violent
Ooh,
Coriolis storms sweep across the vast expanse of sand,
that's
resetting
beautiful,
the
man.
map every week, revealing new resources to mine and points of interests to explore. This
What is this
ever-changing
message?
environment offers endless
People are doing
exploration,
Dune
also-
Guild
endless conflict.
recruiting right now.
Each house
Yeah.
in the Landsrad desires a specific control point in the deep desert.
Dad
Seize it
bods,
and
small
hold it over
rods.
time
What is
to
that?
gain their vote.
That guild name. I saw that
Fortify it
in the
and
Twitch
be
chat.
ready for a fight. Other players will soon come to take it from you. The deep desert is also home to frequent
What's that?
spice blows, offering large quantities of the precious
Ah.
melange.
I saw this when I was playing on
You
the beta,
need
and I don't know
a
what
lot
that
of
was.
Spice. Once you've located a spice blow, move your harvesters in place to collect. Just be ready to defend it with your life.
Okay, so this is where PvP. Yeah, Alex, 100%. 100%. Like, don't quote me on this, but I believe I was told this. The people making this game were on the sets of the movies. because like it's approved by Legendary Pictures, who made the movies,
After a
and
week of politics,
the game creators were on the set
manufacturing,
of the movies to kind of
and conflict,
keep a similar tone.
one side emerges
So it's definitely
victoriously.
on purpose.
The Harkonnen
We're just
have
smart. I
seized
mean,
the
the movies
Landsrad,
were
and the leaders
were
of the
huge.
player guilds who contributed
Wait,
to their
lives here.
victory
Let's see.
all
Most of us
get to
got it on
vote for a
Thursday. I
decree
met Dabs and Larks.
that will
Slip.
impact
Hold on, yeah, Evan.
everyone on a server belonging to that
Nice.
world.
And Ren had a stream party hosted
They
by her
choose to
sponsor about
unlock
all drink.
exclusive weapon
Saturday night was
imports
arcade
rights.
bar. Sunday was raid
By
day.
decree of the
Then Korean barbecue.
Landsrad
Then Korean
Council,
bar for that. Yo,
under
nice
the
man.
seal of His
That sounds good,
Imperial
shiny.
Majesty, a
Yeah, a
trade
lot of,
consortium has been authorized to visit
OnlyFans
Arrakis,
gamers.
providing Harkonnen players with exclusive
Tuka's coming
access
TwitchCon as
to
well.
a unique weapons vendor in Harko Village.
Harko Village, guys. That's where we gotta go. Sandworm.
As the Harkonnen Landsrad term begins,
40 is
the
insane.
race for control
Did you meet the
in the
Moldo?
next term.
Oh. What happened? Okay, it's not me. It's not me. Guys, oh shoot. It's all good. It's all good. Just come back. Oh, there we go. We're back. We're back.
Welcome back. No technical problems at all. It's all fine.
We're back.
No one would have noticed if you didn't say anything, Scott.
Sorry. That's my job. Pretty sure I couldn't hear it, but I'm pretty sure it cut off mid-VO.
It
So.
probably did. Yes, I can hear it either. But the video is going to be available after the stream anyway, so you can watch it all.
Where's the photo, Shiny?
Launch Run. Talking about Launch Run.
I wanna see that.
Let's go to the next segment.
Guys, level
Endgame
78
and
now.
Launch Run.
In
So
48 minutes, dude.
we know
This is insane.
people have, of course, expectations.
Guys, we can do
of
one
what
more
the
off maybe then.
Endgame and Launch Run, and especially Deep Desert looks like, and what it's for, and
Yes.
how people will use the Deep
We gotta see
Desert, and
this.
how it works. A lot of those things. But I think before we go into more details and show some really exciting gameplay as well, Joel, I think it'd be cool to talk about the vision for what the end game is supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like, going back to when I joined the project, like, so this is 5 years ago, right? And we were talking about what is a
Let's go, man.
good survival
So-
game, like, because
What a
Dune,
Mark.
we
Yeah,
were
it's so
making a
good,
Dune
Mark.
survival
So
game.
good.
And we were talking about what is the vision for an end game in Dune. And the kind of the goal and the idea, at least in the beginning, was like we started with, hey, like you start by surviving in the desert, and it's that raw nature versus mankind kind of thing. It's the sun, it's the sandworms, it's the storms.
This is a
But
very
then you
big
move
question.
into
Actually.
this new mode of survival, which is
I'm kinda
political
curious
survival,
about.
which is the end game of the game needs to be about these big forces, right? The Imperium is made up
Power
of
struggle
the
of
great houses, the
Arrakis.
Landsrad, the Emperor, the Spacing Guild, Chome. All of these things have an influence, and you as a player are just a small cog in the machine. But we want you to be able to feel like you're participating in this big umbrella system. And so we started there. And then we talked about, like, there's an element of, like, I think very technical game design here where we talk about player activity cycles through the week.
Nice, Shiny. 1 second.
I was looking
check
at
it
like
out.
games like Rust. Rust has their server resets, which is great for like people to start building up, and people really enjoy that cycle. But a lot of people also love having their stuff and not losing it. And so we talked about like, okay, what about a place? And in Dune, it's perfect, right? You have these Coriolis storms, and there's scenes in the book where the sand is just tearing apart cliff faces and ripping down the things in the desert and revealing things from beneath the sand. And so we said, okay, what if we had a map, the deep desert, and in the deep desert, the landscape changes every week. How
I
does
think
that affect
it's a
gameplay? And then we
weekly
started
reset
there and we talked about,
in the deep
okay,
desert.
what about if there's a cycle of events that we want players to go through? And again, this is a design. This is a high-level design.
We might actually have an infographic or a visual asset for that. A week cycle of.
Oh, do we?
Yep.
Cool. Fun. You guys are on top of things. I know nothing. Oh
No,
no,
not
no,
that
no.
one.
Sorry, that's
this one.
not that one. But okay. Either way, I can
Maybe
just
it's
keep,
not right. Maybe
I
we
can just-
didn't make
I
it
can
in
just
time.
keep talking.
Yeah,
Just
go
keep
for
going.
it.
It's
Go
fine.
for
Sorry,
it.
everyone. I know it's just
Go for
boring
it.
old Joel. But like we wanted to approach this right. So we were like, okay, what if there's a map that resets and the map changes
We're almost
every
80.
week so that
Okay,
it's
guys,
an
what class
infinitely
should we do afterwards?
explorable
We
space.
can do 2.
And we worked backwards from there, and we said, how do we build
What should we do? Hold up.
a lot of our game systems towards this? So we
After
started
Rogue.
with the
I
idea
think
of, yes,
Warlock.
the map resets. When would we want to reset the
Warlock
map?
or
Let's say we
Demon Hunter,
reset
man?
it on the lowest player activity
Warlock or
day of the
DH?
week, right? Which tends to be a Tuesday night or a Wednesday in these kind of online games. And then we're like, okay, and then there's this activity we call scouting and cartography. And then we built a game mechanic around cartography and scouting, which I think we're going to show in a little bit. And that is, and maybe you
What
saw
up,
it,
Paris?
we definitely
Yo, man.
tutorialized it in the beta.
How you doing,
reveal
dude?
parts of the map. And then we made it so that you can save those maps and sell them to other players. So we create a loop there for players who are scouts, and that happens, let's say, in a player activity week, it happens during the low ebb. The deep desert gets revealed. Everybody needs information. How do we make information a commodity? We create a cartography and a scouting system.
If
Then
people
once
are
that
making guilds
information
already.
is gathered,
House
people
of
share
the
it with their
Forgotten
friends
is
and
one
make
of the guilds now.
Then they start setting up what we call a
maybe I should
logistics
make a guild
plan.
and
How
do
am I
now.
going to control the spaces in the deep desert
own
that I
Dune
want to
guild.
control? What is my guild looking
Why
for?
start
Are we looking
leveling
for
alts?
spice? Are we
Well, my
looking
goal is
for
to
unique
have every class
schematics?
in level 80.
Are we going after shipwrecks? Are we going after the ecology labs that have been
That's my
revealed?
goal.
Like,
So
what are
I
we
like
doing
all
this week?
things.
So then they go set up. And then the weekend, which is when the highest player activity count is, that's when people are online. And that's where people
shiny.
really participate in the activities in the deep desert, whether that is running
That's not
ecology
my
labs with their
guild.
friends
That
or
was someone I saw
shipwrecks, or
in the Funcom
fighting
chat
over like
making the
control
guild.
points in the deep
And
desert.
just still recruiting.
And then after the
Maybe I'll
weekend,
join.
sorry, I should say, on top of this as an umbrella is the Landsrad.
Yes.
And the Landsrad are asking you to do activities
Leveling alts are
that
very
take place
easy
both
now,
in the
yeah,
deep
it's
desert,
nice.
but also outside of the deep desert. There's a lot of PvE stuff in there. And then at the end of that activity cycle, everybody votes. It sets a
Which spot?
server
It's in
wide change,
Siren
like
Isle.
a worldwide, I think we
Siren
should say in
Isle.
our terminology. It changes every rule set in the world can be changed by the Landsrad.
Yeah, certain TikToks.
And then the Coriolis Storm
TikTok
happens
stream
again on a
doesn't see
Tuesday,
what we're watching.
and we start over again.
But they
With
can
a new
hear it.
weekly cycle. And
I
this is
think.
kind of the,
So hopefully
the,
TikTok
the
stream, you guys
vision
are
and
still
dream
having
for how
fun.
the end game should play out and how we would like it to work. And yeah, I mean, we'll talk about
This
how
is
that,
retail
we've set
WoW.
everything up for this to be the case, but of course, no plan survives first contact with players. So another point I would like to make is just we're a live game. We'll continue to tweak and update these things. So, but let's maybe look at and talk about it. Yeah.
Yes, let's look at some gameplay. Actually, some
Let's see.
activities that you
Let's
might
see, guys.
be wanting to do. So
PvP,
we have like actually a
PvE.
team here that
It's gonna be cool to see.
will now go into the desert.
Okay, so we've gone through the overland map.
Yeah, we're
and
in the
we're
shield
in
wall.
we're in
now.
the shield wall, which is the southern part of the deep desert.
It's the PvE area.
Okay.
so to
Correct,
speak.
yeah.
This
So-
is the PvE
It was-
space.
It was
Yeah, man, it's
important for
nice.
us
Like,
so
one
that,
ult is like-
people
well,
that are scared of
70 to
PvP
80 is like
or
1 hour.
reluctant to get engaged with
Ish.
it, right? That they had a place in the
79
deep
now,
desert
54 minutes.
that they could go to without, instantly getting killed as soon as you're coming through, like in warping in, right? Gate camping or whatever from other games. And this is also where you set up your base of operations.
Yes.
The very first area, because the deep desert is gigantic. There's no water here.
Yes.
And you need to have the logistics set up, and
Yep.
like you can go there by yourself. Like I fly there on beta. I try to
Coordinates?
stay away from people because, as we said, we're not great at PvP
People,
necessarily.
I don't
people
have, like, a
call it ratting.
coordinate
Right.
thing.
People- you can go in and rat.
Oh, I'm totally right.
Raid.
Absolutely.
But just to point
to
out
my
one thing
Twitch
here,
stream,
because
and I'll show
these
you
guys,
exactly where,
Again,
okay?
coming back to like how do we get towards this vision? We
Game is
started
crazy,
with
dude. It's
how do you
pretty
build
insane.
this is going to
It
get wiped
is.
every week. How do we encourage
It's a
people
very,
to build bases? Well, first
ambitious
of all, we created
project.
this blueprinting system. You bring the diagram
It's
of your
looking good,
base, you
though.
place it
And
out,
I
you
played
build
a
it
bit.
quickly,
It
right?
is fun.
This
It
is
is
very
fun.
fast. It doesn't take very long when you're with a few friends. You get a base put down.
PvE
you build it up quickly. This is
area.
part of the
Hey,
logistics
those are
cycle
also
of the deep
important,
desert.
And you can either bring the resources from Hogga Basin
They're
and
also
all the
important,
vehicles that
even
you're
though
bringing
PvP
with
area
you,
is,
or you can harvest. In
Well,
the,
I think
there's quite
most
a bit of resources
areas
in the
are
shield wall.
PvP.
Yeah, so you can set
if I'm
this
not
up.
mistaken.
So this is what's
So we got
happening
a
here.
good-
We're
we got
building
a
a
good
forwarding
idea.
base.
Exactly. I was going to say that this is obviously a forwarding base because
I might
it
be
is
wrong with that,
kind
though.
of very boxy again compared to like the actual home bases that we saw earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay,
this
so
is all
I
about
think
efficiency, right?
If
And,
you're
like,
really good at
fitting
like making
your,
stuff, you can sell your own
the
base
storages
build.
and
You can like put it up so
all
you
the
can
machines
sell
that
it.
you need.
I guess this is what it looks like when you buy it.
Fabricators, thank
when
you.
you have it, and then you just
And
go
we
build
made a
it.
change, or not a change. It's just the building costs are different in the deep desert, so it costs half as much to build
Yes.
everywhere. And
Building
you get
is
100%
faster,
when
yep.
you're breaking things down. Just because we know you're going to be redoing this every week,
Yep.
there's
Yep.
going to be some loss, right? So we're trying to make it easy and accessible in the ways that we can, while still keeping the threat there.
Yes.
And the intensity, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Like the deep desert is a little bit
Guys,
about that
we're almost
tension as
80.
well. That
Guys,
feeling of
right
like,
now in the chat,
so
guys,
we're
1
building here,
for
it's the
Warlock,
PvE
2
area.
for
I expect
DH.
people to
What's my
build
next
their,
alt be after
their
Rogue?
primary like weekly
1 for
base
Warlock,
in the
2
PvE
for
area, and
DH.
then maybe set out some logistics bases so that they can do things
gotta
like
pick
refining
one.
spice. And that's where it becomes an interesting kind of like, we'll see how people play out these scenarios in
gotta
the
pick
actual
one.
deep desert in the game. But this is kind of the expected
Warlock or
behavior.
DH? Wait,
This
did I
is what
say
we hope
1
people will
Warlock,
do.
2 DH?
And we've
1,
tried to
2,
build all the
1.
mechanics into place so that people
one is
can
winning
do
by 1.
this, right? And that's been a large part of it.
You also see co-building here. There's actually several people
What up,
working.
Chungus?
Everyone's
Yo,
working
man.
together, right?
Yeah,
And
which
that's
is super nice
that's
too.
the guild focus as well. Like
Exactly.
it is a
Initial
multiplayer
one.
game. It's really important
Yeah,
to make sure
maybe
that
I
people
will. I
can
don't know,
play
actually.
together and do things together.
It's fun to
and I
get,
think
like,
it like
spread pressure.
the fun part in
Get
this
like a
game
feral.
and this style of game is that it extends beyond like the traditional MMO experience of like we can fight things together. Right, and we can role play together, but you're not building things together, you're not crafting vehicles together, right? We have those options, which is nice.
Exactly.
And it's just cool to see how quick you can use the blueprint system to get like a gigantic base, right?
That's
Even
true.
though
Like,
it's utilitarian,
building
right?
with people is very, very,
it's
very, very fun.
It does what it needs, and it's it's quite impressive.
And in WoW, you can't
I
really
know
do that.
people are also
Maybe
wondering that you won't be able
player
to,
housing, though. Midnight.
copy that your setup inside.
it's not gonna
so
be
this
like
is
this, though.
literally the blueprint is for the building itself. So
2
everything
New York,
is-
Correct,
1 New
yeah,
York.
yeah. You
1
still have
New
to
York.
put the placeables in.
So we're behind the shield wall. I think we've just left the base now,
Yeah, we're actually
and we're
just showing a little bit of the
Yeah.
PvE area here.
so this
as
is
well.
this is behind the shield wall, and then you come out into the deep desert, and this is like I think. Oh yeah, sorry. Behind the shield wall, there's also PvE elements here. This is the PvE space.
Yeah.
So there are things like shipwrecks that you can raid. There are
Okay.
like eco labs behind here. So there is a section of the deep desert. I know people are really worried about doing PvP. There's a whole section here. It's 24 kilometers long, where you can actually go and like do the PvE part. And we're about to see. Well,
I
this will
see a
take
lot of
few
people like
seconds.
worried
We're
about
actually-
having to
We're in the middle of the
PvP.
survey.
survey.
So now we're surveying the land in this section, and we'll see the segment reveal itself. And this is like one of the
Which is
PvE
fair
segments
enough.
of the
I
deep
mean,
desert.
some players just wanna-
and what you'll
wanna
see
chill.
here is that we've surveyed one square, and
Farm
just to give
some
some context,
mats.
that's one of 81
Build some buildings.
squares within this map. So there are 81
some
of
mobs.
these squares. It's huge.
Yeah.
There
We're
are
actually also seeing the sync chart that you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Long
as
story
well.
short, that's
Yes.
your only
Come
place
into
where
play.
your
so now,
secondary base
I don't know whose
can be raided during
whose name
snake
is, but
storms
whichever
that will
player it
randomly
is
happen during
crafting
prime
a.
time.
They have
Someone said in the
surveyed.
chat.
Camille
Now they're
is
going to
crafting a
craft
survey,
a
yeah.
sync chart.
The sync
They have crafted a sync chart of the deep desert. It tells you in the information which sector of the deep desert, who created it, how long ago it was created, so you understand whether the information's out of date or in date. They're going to share that sync chart with their friends.
Guys, we're one
And
bar
then their
away from
friends
level 80.
hopefully will be
Holy
able to
moly.
switch camera perspective and see their friend apply the sync chart,
That is
which
the
saves
plan.
them having to
Yes.
explore.
Yeah,
So this is that
exactly.
cartography loop.
You could go out with like a
Oh.
really quick ornithopter.
Look at this. That's the deep desert over there.
Oh, sure.
To the left.
But you can go out with like an exploration kit, right? That's
Yeah.
really fast. That
Yes.
You can go around. You don't have much harvesting abilities, right? And then
Yeah.
you scout the area, bring it back, and then your base can roll out with your
97%.
transport ornithopters,
Yeah.
your harvesters,
Exactly.
sand crawlers.
Guys,
Depending what your plan is
One more
for
what we're
today.
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
Two
Which
more maybe,
doesn't
actually.
necessarily
People
have to be PvP. There's actually
There we
a lot
go.
of
Ding
other
80
things,
on
you
the
know,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
might
I
be
okay,
I
what was
expect
1
people
hour
to
flat
in
almost?
guilds to be figuring things out. and how they're going
Exactly
to work
1
together
hour.
to do these things. But there's roles here, right? Like again, we tried to really build this game with different roles
That
for
was
different
quick,
people within
dude.
guilds.
Exactly.
So the idea is, oh yeah, maybe I'm just the scout,
That
and that's
was
what I
quick.
do because I hate, going into fights. But I go out, I bring back
Guys,
the
Rogue
information.
is 80. Let's go.
Then people who like building bases are planning like what our logistics are going to be and what we're going to be doing this week in the deep desert. What do we need
It's
to
not
harvest? What do
time
we need
walking.
for our
It's just
crafting?
they just boosted.
Are
They
there
killed
uniques
mobs.
that we're looking for? Are there specific uniques? I think one
in
of the
Siren Isle.
really important points about the deep desert is
110K
that, like,
for a boost.
the unique
yeah,
schematics, the
110K.
Imperial permits, which maybe people saw, the purple ones.
Not too
they're on
shabby.
a limited loot setup. So you don't get the same ones every week, and the layouts of the deep desert change.
Okay,
Here we see
guys.
the trading
Rogue
system.
is 80. Let's go.
sync
I think we're gonna play
chart's
Sub
been
Rogue.
traded.
And those
Sub looks like the
schematics
most
you can
fun.
only make a certain amount of times.
Yeah.
Like Rogue
And
Mage
now
could be nice as well.
we're going to consume the sync chart, and then we're going to open our map
Yeah,
and
Devis,
see that
it's
the sector has
insanely
been
fast,
cleared,
man.
the same
Insanely
sector
fast.
that was sync charted.
All right, guys. Now
So this is
though.
kind of cool. You can create copies of this and pass it off to
Dude,
your guild. You can
DH?
create
Should we do
copies and sell
DH
them
up?
on the exchange to other players as well.
Yes, and while now they're actually
the
building a
Transport
Transport
Ornithopter.
Ornithopter, we can actually quickly talk about the Curious Storm in combination with the map, because we actually
Yeah, soon
have
I'll have every
visual
class level
asset
80.
here
Yeah.
Except for
that
DK.
shows how they can
I don't
look
play
like
DK.
on
Yeah,
the
so
map.
we can talk about the rotation. So this is
Yes.
like, so let's see that we're going to see 3 weeks of Coriolis Storm changes to the map. So this is week 1, and then we move to, and you can see that there's like 1 eco lab, a shipwreck, and a cave there, right, and a small base, and some spice.
It's like this
flows
is
that
the
have been
deep
marked. And then
desert
to the next
area that
week,
changes. Like this is a map.
the layout has changed.
And this
Where
changes.
things are is
There we
different.
go.
There's a control point now in the bottom left. There's an eco lab in a different place, and a shipwreck that's been uncovered.
And there will be different loot and different
Different
schematics
loot
that you
in all
get.
of them. And then we
Guys,
go
I
one
don't
more
know,
week
dude.
again.
Warlock or
And now
DH?
you can see that
I
this
don't
is
know.
a bit larger.
I'm
There's
torn.
another control point. It's a different
I'm
house
torn.
control point
DH
now.
could be fun. I mean,
different
high
spaces
mobility.
on the map. A couple of eco labs this time.
But I have so many
4 or
melis
5
now.
caves and the shipwreck. So you can sort of see how this changes and how this loot encourages exploration for people each week.
And that's one tile.
That's one section.
One of
110,000
One of
gold.
81.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I will say
There we
this:
go.
it's
That's what I played,
a
at least,
very
70.
big desert with a lot of space.
Yes.
So there's not
Well,
like
keep
not all
real,
the tiles
luck
are
is
that
too high
populated each
skill
week.
cap, yo,
So people
what?
aren't like,
No,
oh, there's
come on
not
now.
15 eco labs in every square, right?
No.
Like it's
Yes.
it's a
more
big
sparse.
barren
like it,
place.
Wolf?
And
You like it,
this
man?
is also
Why not?
like important
pretty cool,
because
huh?
if we want people to fight over things, we actually need to draw them to the same
Warlock.
places to fight
Yes.
over specific things in PvP.
Yes. So for
Alright.
the ones who actually do want to PvP, they have a place to go where they know there's probably other players there as well.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so now we have a transport ornithopter. This is the largest flying vehicle that you can craft in the game. And this
Some-
may be
some
my favorite game
PvP
mechanic
mention, we love that. We love that.
because the transport
I agree.
ornithopter can pick things up. And I love it because it can pick up almost anything that is a vehicle,
Yes.
right, in the game.
That's
So
cool.
One of the things you'll see in the mid game is like the buggy is really hard to get to places, right? Even though it mines so
Yes.
much more than you can ever possibly mine yourself. But it's a pain, right, to get up on the shield
Can
wall or
I buy
to get
a
it down here.
boost for my
So a good
Warlock?
tactic with the buggy
well.
though is to use it as storage and use the transport
Yeah.
ornithopter to
Lines.
pick it up and carry it. Are we going to show an example of carrying? I guess we are.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are,
cool.
because
Yes.
what we're actually preparing for here is a spice harvesting mission.
So the team's going out to do some
yes.
spice harvesting.
So
Cool.
we are actually gonna
Meow, what's up?
Okay.
pick up
What's going on
the
here?
harvester.
So now we're
We're
coming
doing a
out
sponsored,
into
like,
what I call the
preview
real
right now
deep
of
desert,
Dune
right? This
Awakening.
is actually what you
Exclamation mark,
think
Dune
of
in chat.
when you think of Arrakis. from the
And,
movies,
lovely
right?
Smaltz.
this
What up,
is-
Meow?
Yeah, we just got the
How
nice
you doing?
tutorial pop up talking about the deep desert.
Last
Yes.
stream for Twitch.
So this is the
And
Arrakis
then I'm
that
going
we
for a
know
bit.
from the films. So Haga Basin is like
yeah, Dune is coming
and
out
It's taking
June
a lot
10th.
of the information that we have from the books.
And we're getting like a preview now of the
and
mid to
about
late
like the
game.
different biomes and things,
The
and
movies
making
are
it into
so
a,
good
a
now, yeah.
truly sort of
So
interesting
good.
PvE experience. But this
Damn,
is the
I
true
just gotta watch those again
deep
soon.
desert of Arrakis. This is the place where
When I
people
saw
are
the
scared
second
to
one,
go.
there was like a
This is where the
special
Fremen
showing
live.
where
We're passing
they
outside
showed
the shield wall
the
now.
first movie and the
This
second movie
is
back to back
where the War of
in the
Assassins
cinema. It
and
was like
PvP
6
is
hours or
around
7
the
hours
spice
in the
world.
cinema.
And you can see a spice
And
ball
it was
in the
crazy.
distance, which draws people from miles around to go there, right? And
No,
I do want to say this section
no
here,
judgment,
if you
no judgment here.
Turn the camera right
Yeah.
and left, you can see that we have the shield wall. It
He's
goes-
awesome.
This is
Hey,
24
those are really, really
kilometers
good.
long, and you can't see people
I
all the
love
way
them.
along. So people who are like nervous about going into the deep desert because they're worried about
Wolf,
you know
wolf.
PvP is.
Damn,
I
dude.
think there's like an element
how
from my
long
end, a
Do they last?
designed moment that we've talked about.
So there's
on
like
this
the
project quite often is,
spice
like,
explosion.
You come to the edge of this vast
Okay,
ocean.
so
and you dip
after
your toe
that
in the
time,
water and
Yeah.
you're a little bit scared of sharks, but you see something in the distance and you think, I can make it.
I
can
wouldn't
get
say that
there and
Meow,
can
but
get back."
I
And
think
the
he's a
first
really
time
good
it's
actor.
scary.
Really,
And
really
you
good
feel
actor.
that tension, and the
Yeah.
second time, and the third time. But
I'll say
you
that
feel
much,
that tension,
okay?
but you actually start doing it, right? And I get that
Dude,
people
that's such
worry about
a
toxic behaviors and
meow
ganking and so
emo,
forth.
kick insane.
But we tried to build a space where you can get away from people as well.
Correct, yeah. So I
Well,
think that's
such a
really
meow
important to talk
emo,
about
it's
is
crazy.
Yes.
in Dune you were given the tools to get away, right? Like if overwhelming amounts of people come after
Nice,
you,
Wolf, nice.
maybe you can't quite get away, but that's generally not going to happen. So a lot of it is more about PvP is about
Yeah,
controlling
yeah.
a point and like having to give up
Chaotic
that point
version
if you
of
don't feel like fighting.
kick
Fighting
W.
over things
Fighting
instead of kicking
over-
down
yes,
sandcastles.
exactly.
So so on the Landsrad here, this is kind of interesting, right? So you can see the Landsrad's in the state of
Guys, okay, should we
of,
boost
like,
the Warlock
if
or
we
should
claim
we
this as the
boost?
Atreides, we're going to win what we call a Sisselrad, And a Sisselrad means that we're
we
going to
boost.
get the voting
I mean,
power
even
for the
the
week.
Volkers
So a Sisselrad is when we
is
can
a
complete a row.
possibility.
So normally, if you
Yeah.
Harkonnen and Atreides in this situation, you'd both be fighting over this particular control point because you really don't want the other one to win
Check,
for the
boom,
week.
yeah.
But normally, like it's as
That
well,
was
it's
pretty
kind of
good.
you're always blocking each other and
That one is
causing
pretty
like the
good.
other team to have to
The way it like
go back
goes.
and focus on filling out a row or trying to fill out as many squares as possible. So we're trying to take the.
Gentlemen, was like the first male movie
House
star
Hagel
of our
owns this
generation.
control
All the
point
other
in the deep
male
desert.
stars are
We're
quite
in the
older.
deep desert as Atreides
True.
taking over this
True.
control point on their behalf, and you can see it's just this.
Yeah, I feel like he could act in
This
anything.
control point. It's a place that you have to defend in the deep desert. It'll draw other people, and it will earn you points over time.
What
It's
if
a
Hawkeye?
classic
Was
control
good, was
point
good?
in the deep desert.
How you doing?
One other thing, just if you stop for a second here, one other thing I just wanted to point out, one of the feedbacks we had in beta was about team markers. And you can see our new team marker system in the game here.
We'll add it. We'll add it. It's pretty good.
Deliberately
Got you,
only
Mal,
for the
got you.
4-person groups. I will not allow this to be in the game for guilds because I want, like, especially I know people talk about Zergs. I think when Zerg guilds and there's like, 40 people attacking each other on the screen,
Yeah, the
if
markers would be a
everybody can
mess.
see who's in their guild, it's very easy to target the people that you're trying to Zerg. But if it's just the group, then it's much more difficult for Zergs to actually like not do friendly fire.
Yeah.
And there is full friendly
I can't
fire
see it.
on
I
guilds.
can't say.
I mean, they can do it if they work for it, right? They can make sure everyone has the same swatches and the
Enjoy
same
the
armor.
emotes.
So there is
But
ways to
somebody
do
could
it, but
figure out
they have
what
to
you're
work.
dressed like and
Another
perfect.
meow.
Quickly
Exactly.
switch to
Yeah,
your-
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
We didn't want to take
no
away.
artificial.
Yeah,
Wait,
like it's
you
been
have
one of my
7 TV editor of
Let's say,
Trinity, right?
I will say this is one of those things where I have had to fight with a lot
Guys,
of
we'll
developers
get
on
by
this
the boost.
project
We'll get by the
about this.
boost.
There's a crash ship down there, by the way.
Best build for Arms Warrior. What a Phantom Burst Gaming.
Look
Here's
that.
my favorite build for
but,
Arms
like,
Warrior.
It's like giving too
There you
much
go.
information for
You take
free-to-players
care of them,
actually
that's-
limits
that's
our
one
ability
way
for
of saying
people to
it.
have politics and intrigue.
Yeah.
Because
That
if
is
I
one
can
way of
see your
saying
name over your head, I know who you are, right? But if I
Advi,
can't, if I don't know who that is, and you dress in my
The
clothing,
last time
and
I
you walk
added
into
someone
my base and you
to
follow
control
me
my
around, it's
emotes,
like I might just think that
it
you're
didn't
my
end
friend
well.
from the guild, when in fact you're just like trying to infiltrate.
Yo,
And
Janik,
we wanna
yes, yo,
allow
yo,
that
Janik,
possibility
after the
because
stream, okay,
that
which is
the-
soonish.
At its core,
After the
that
this
is how
sponsor.
things work. There are plans within plans. There are groups within groups.
I remember
I'll
that
check
from
it,
early
okay?
on, where
What up,
your
Janik?
kind of law was information
How you doing,
has
man?
to be
Oh
earned.
yeah, for sure.
That was a very early thing.
Can I just point out that we just
Very
crossed
cool.
a server border?
Yeah.
Like
Is it
our
bad
game has
quality?
server meshing
Yeah,
tech
link
in
the
the
good
deep
one.
desert.
Link the good one.
And it's been a very painful technical thing to get working.
Yes.
But we just crossed a server border. You probably might not have even
Thank you,
noticed
Janik.
any sort of hitching
Thank
or
you,
anything
man.
because it's very seamless. And
Much appreciated
again, shout out to our
for keeping
technical
me
team who've
in
been
the
working
loop.
their
Yeah.
butts off to get this in good shape. But we just crossed a server border from one server to another, and it's basically not visible, which is great.
Yeah, what we call like authority transfer.
Authority
when you move
transfer
it.
between
Yeah.
servers, yeah. So now we're picking up a random sandcrawler and bringing it out to the spice.
Can you just like
harvesting
steal
field.
people's
So-
vehicles?
I mean, I love that. I love that mechanic. I think it's
I
fantastic
wonder, that's so
fun
troll.
in the game, just picking
Like
things
someone
up.
parks their
Transport
bike,
ornithopters
whatever, you
parks
just
in.
fly
Yeah, it's
above
very
it, just
slow,
yoink
So
it,
is
and just
dangerous
fly
to
away.
go out just in the transport
But I
ornithopter.
doubt that's possible.
And you can of course sit in
That would
the
be so,
harvester
Yes.
while
Yeah,
being
yeah,
transported,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is really fun too.
You can also,
Yes.
Yeah,
I think the
let's
transport
hear it.
ornithopter has like 5 seats as well. So
Yes.
I
there's,
got
yeah.
you.
you can bring a whole little group with you.
Or have them
like an
sit
HD
down.
Kidnap
version,
other
yeah.
enemy harvesters as well, which is also super fun to do.
But we should talk about spice because
Yes.
that's
Which one?
really
Oh,
ties the
wait,
entire
this
end
one.
game together,
Damn.
right? So
Yeah.
all the tier
That's like AI
the
HD
tier
version.
6 or the last
The
like, set
AI
of resources,
version.
right? Everything requires spice
Wait, I can't add-
to
okay,
craft
I-
it. So your in-game
I gotta remove
gear,
the old one.
your in-game tools,
Yep.
in-game vehicles.
Everything in game requires spice for crafting, essentially. And also, we mentioned the
Here we go.
Landsrad. The Landsrad has always the center square of the Landsrad requires
There you are,
spice
HD
to
meow.
win. It's important.
Enjoy.
The Sandcrawler is like,
Enjoy.
it's not the full harvesters that you've seen in the films. Those are owned
I
by
already
the
did
big houses.
many different roles from
But as you can
banging
see
a
here,
mango to
this
being
is like a
Paul
little
Atreides.
like
Wait,
raid event.
what?
We just placed a
What's the
thumper on the
mango
sand. We
one,
have a guy on a
Bossy?
bike. He's riding around dropping
Wait,
thumpers.
You should also hear it.
What has
actually on
Timothy
screen.
Chalamet
Hear
been in
the-
actually?
The
Dune, of
thumpers are
course.
really important because sandworms
He was Willy Wonka. I didn't
roam the
watch
deep desert.
Willy Wonka,
They will
though.
be coming. And you
What
need
else
to be
is like-
placing
have I
out
even seen
thumpers
him
to
in?
distract them away from that sandcrawler while it's harvesting spice. And you want to keep it on the spice as long as
What else
possible.
has Timothy
just like in the
Chalamet been
book.
in, dude?
You want to stay on the spice, earn as much profit as you possibly can. You can even see the trail
There's that
that
movie,
the sandcrawler is
Call Me
leaving
by
in
Your
the
Name, I
spice as
think.
it sucks up
But
spice
I'm
into
not-
its little vacuum
I'm not,
pack.
the King.
Yeah,
It's
so
the King. That one I
sandworm
saw.
Stops
That that one was
it
good.
Not stops, but it's less.
Yeah,
of a
with
threat as we're going throughout Holiday
Robert
Basin and
Pattinson
the
as
end
well.
game. But then
That was a
at
really,
the
really
end
good
game,
movie.
right? there's sandworms all over the place, and it becomes a threat again, especially when you're trying to
That
get
was
spice from the sands.
So yeah, so you saw the sandworm just
What
took
else,
that
though?
thumper.
Oh, he
Hopefully
was
our
also in
intrepid
Interstellar.
thumper places
He
will
was
put out
in
more of them.
Interstellar. A small role.
They're totally well organized. They
Banger
have like
movie.
several people placing out
Bob
thumpers. They have
Dylan,
like
I've
the
not
scouts
seen that
here in
one.
the
It was
air
good?
that we see as well, which is really cool to see.
Maybe I should watch it.
Plus our
that's some
transport to
sandworms
be
right there.
ready for any kind
Yeah,
of danger that
and-
might occur.
And so as soon as the sandcrawler, like the person driving the sandcrawler knows that they're the target of
So
the
this
sandworm,
is spice
they need to
burst,
radio
and I'm
in be
guessing
like, get me off the sand.
around those bursts
So the
gonna be
transporter helicopter
crazy
will
amount
pick
of
them up.
sandworms.
But at the moment, I think we're using the
Which it
the
did look
thumpers
like.
effectively as a team, and this is a part of it, right? Like this is
Part of thumpers,
why the deep desert is very Dune. I don't think you have this experience in any other game, and the idea was to create this. So if you are here with your guild, there's something to do and it's fun and it's interesting. But then other players might show up as well, and that's where it becomes another step, right?
So you're saying
Okay,
it's
so like
not
this
just
seems
these
like
big
where
comic cells, is that
PvP
what
might
you're
be a
saying?
big thing. Like you have a
We can talk
spice
about what the
burst,
world is.
everyone moves into
We can
harvested.
talk about like
The
some of
sandworms
best
are
games in
coming.
the world,
Other
the
players
reskins
do
of other
look at
games.
that.
So you see here though
Other
that
players
there
are
is
coming.
a lot of sandworms that
Yeah,
are
yeah.
popping up
Yeah.
here constantly,
Yes.
which is both fantasy
And
but also terrifying.
There is a
It's gonna be,
limit
like,
to
crazy.
how much they
Yes.
will eat thumpers. Right?
Yes.
They
Yeah.
do eventually get annoyed.
Eventually,
There's
they
like,
have
We're
an
good
I'm
at
not
the
that dumb,
different-
but it's
It's
like
nice to watch something without flashing
I
lights.
see- for a
I
while.
see what you.
Yeah, like
I
a more
see what
kind of
you're doing
grounded
here.
They have
movie.
a diverse palette.
Yes,
Less brain rot.
but yeah,
Yeah.
this is like
You also see nicely the scouts around to
Yeah.
see like also potentially looking out for sandstorms
Yeah,
coming in. Of
sandstorms,
course,
yes.
This is
they're
the
kind of
worm
devastating
sign.
in this
Jokes, you can do
particular-
it, you
yeah,
can do
worm
it.
signs. Enemies coming in as well.
And
Okay, wait,
coming in.
hold
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
guys. We're
So
buying a
it's,
boost on a
Yeah,
warlock.
this is kind of the experience of like harvesting spice in the deep desert from a large spice blow. And there are smaller spice blows like that you can come to. with
That's a ban,
smaller
That's a
guild.
ban. I can't
We
believe you
also
said
have
that.
them in Haga Basin, of course.
Yes,
just way
there's
smaller
there's
than
just a
this one.
couple ones.
I
in
can't believe you've
Haga,
done
It's
this.
very limited because we wanted spice to be a rare resource that you need to go out here
Hold
into
up.
the deep desert to
And,
get.
and talking about like
Yeah, but
concentration of
I didn't
people,
think
like,
it would
the
take it
spice
that
flow
far,
can see
you know?
from really far away,
Yeah.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
20 plus
Unbelievable.
kilometers
Yes.
away. So you do need to bring some
Unbelievable.
friends to be looking out for other
Okay,
people.
this
coming
looks
in.
fun with the spice burst. Yeah, Interstellar.
So I know
Okay, there
we've
has to be
seen
one
some,
more movie that I'm not thinking about that I've seen
comments
Timothy
from people that are
Chalamet.
like,
though.
well, you
Just open
have
opera. Oh no! I
to
mean,
get like the highest type of gear and such.
there's like one more movie with Timothy
That is
Chalamet.
not true. We have the
I think from
exchange, we
recent
showed that
years.
before, right? So you can be somebody that is making something that
That I
a
watched.
person
I
on the
can't think of
exchange
it,
would
though.
want, right? That goes into the deep
Yeah, hold
desert
up.
to get
Let me-
spice.
let me trade it for
or
gold
to
right
get,
here.
you know, like some
The King?
schematics.
I saw The
They
King,
can
though.
go
I
to
feel like I'm-
Arrakeen or Hargo Village, post that, you know, and then you can trade it
maybe-
on the exchange.
Maybe I'm just tripping
Or you
out.
can meet up in person and trade with the
Picking up the
PvP.
crawler.
I think
Oh,
there
oh.
might have been some we can't hear it though, but there might have been some rumblings and some indication that
Yeah.
Hold up.
We I think that they got worm sign
big
and they need to
threat
move. The
Oh.
is
yeah, we
potentially
do have a
coming.
known bug in the game where the spice color disappears from the sand.
It's still there. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Beautiful boy? No, but I'm not seeing that one.
oh,
There he is.
That's
Dude!
why they,
And
yeah.
there's the
we can
grandfather
actually
Guys,
one.
okay,
see
so
that, yeah.
this is
That's
the
giant.
big
That's
Seeing the
sandworms.
little sandworm.
yeah, the
Right
little
by
tiny
the
one.
Oh.
So you can see the scale.
Little
It's
baby,
crazy, like, because
getting
the
into
small
next to there.
This
sandworms
is the
seem
ring
so
mouth.
big,
That's the ring mouth, yeah.
but then when
And
you
that's
see
gonna
that,
swallow
it's just like
everything
That
that's
one's
in the
big,
middle.
yeah.
What?
They're like just everything there is lost.
It
and it's
takes
just
the
like,
lot. But these guys
Damn.
managed to succeed and they can take their haul out of the deep desert. So
that's
with them.
massive.
very well prepared.
They were well
Very
prepared.
well
Yo,
prepared.
the guys see
So
Cesaro?
as our crew here is now going back to. Actually, maybe we can
Yeah, I see that.
explore a little bit because we do actually have.
We're not
Imperial
one movie
testing
with an
stations
insanely
here as
famous
well.
actor, but nobody
And
knows
I
the
think
movie.
that's just
Sure.
somewhat close to one.
Let me hear it.
So we can maybe show that from above as well.
You said no stream? I know, I know. And I
bring
wasn't
it
going to
in
stream
that there
today
is a
because I was
lot
going to
of
prepare for TwitchCon, which I've done.
in, the deep
But
desert, that
I
is not
forgot
just,
I had
like, flat out
a
PvP,
sponsor
right? So
stream.
we really
Yeah, yeah.
wanna,
Correct. And this is our
You're a liar.
high-end PvP
I forgot I had a
encounters
sponsor,
happen
so
in the
wait,
deep desert.
we're doing a
So
small strip
the-
today, short strip today.
The eco labs or ecological testing stations.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're
Oh,
flying out
actually
TwitchCon
tuned
for.
for
I gotta wake up before
so it's
8 a.m.
the,
tomorrow.
The main PvE challenge would be out here where you're going to get those unique schematics that we were talking about earlier. But you need to scout,
Here we
you
are.
need to find them, and then you need to perhaps fight over them.
What up,
And work as a
JKM?
team. I think these are tuned
Yo.
towards minimum
Place
of 4
Beyond
people.
the Pines.
We actually showed one in our
Ryan
combat
Gosling
stream.
too.
Second
No.
boss, yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
I
They're
watched like a
kind
Ryan
of
Gosling
waves-based,
video,
kind of very different approach than the
like where it went
Imperial
like through some of
stations
his
that we have in
roles,
Hagadorn.
and
they're different.
this one,
Yes.
and I was like, damn, that looks good.
You know, like as the game continues, as we go through live and we
But I,
continue to
yeah, I never
update and
watched
expand,
it,
there'll be
but I heard about
more
it like recently.
things that show up on the map, for example, Fremen
Yeah.
sutures and things like
should watch
that, that people would expect to explore. So things will be
Exactly.
uncovered. And as I mentioned,
Yeah.
like the layouts for the deep desert, they're handcrafted. We have a cool system where we like
I know
build
about
the
it,
layouts
but
by
never
hand
seen it.
and generate the spaces between them with the sand. So it's kind of like we fill in the gaps with the sand. But like we have,
What up, Chirby?
we are building
Boosted?
new
Yes.
layouts for this all the time, right?
We're
And then
buying
over
leveling
time we'll
boosts.
incorporate more and more elements. So there'll be always something to do. That's
Leveling
the,
up some
the
alts.
pillar of the game, infinite exploration, right?
Yes.
And that's one
Nice,
of the
Chirby,
goals
nice.
is to create a
Best of
space
luck. What up,
that's
Frenzy? Wait,
always
link for what,
explorable.
Frenzy?
And
For Dune?
something else I'd like to say that
Or-
I think is like important is we will add
For the
like
Dune
we
stream?
have the DLCs and things coming for the game. We'll be adding things in the DLCs, but the deep desert will always remain something that we consider to be at the zenith of the power curve in the game. So we'll keep adding to the deep desert. So let's say that we have tier 5 items in the game and we go to tier 7, then the deep desert will start to have tier 7 equipment and items and things in it
Except
as well.
you?
We will always try
Where?
to keep
On-
it on
on
par with
BNet?
anything else we add
What's
in
your
terms of
BNet?
power. Because the deep desert really is that continually explorable
The
space.
central point
Yeah.
that keeps all of the things
Yeah,
together.
we'll continue to add like stuff, and there will be like in DLCs there'll be places where people can get access to gear that is currently in the deep desert, right? When we do that, we'll also increase the deep desert and make
Yeah.
sure that there's more.
Wait,
things.
do
So
you mean
that's
like
kind of
the link to the Funcom
long-term
stream?
goal is to continue updating
Or-
the game and continue adding this stuff.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. To also ensure players about that. So
bit
while
louder, I
we
can make it a
actually
little bit
have our
lower.
team, or actually the spice harvesters, go back to on the way to the quartermaster to
Hey, we're here.
or like to kind of
Forward on.
Yeah.
give him the spice, basically. Yeah, give him the spice for the launch rod thing.
Refine.
We do have an additional asset. We have actually a video from
Oh,
a
shoot.
stress test that we did with the beta
Sure.
last
Oh, dear.
week on Friday, where we see a lot of things happening.
Shout out to the beta players.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, beta players. Fantastic work on that side as well.
Turning
so
off.
Here, that's actually a glimpse at the stress test that we did. That's also deep desert. Lots of people together in the deep desert. A lot of ornithopters, and it's just really
All
cool
in
to have
line.
like
Get
that.
their ornithopters.
Oh,
To, like,
I
we
use
were spawning out.
Social
They were spawning
Stream
copters like
Ninja
crazy.
for that, Frenzy.
Someone's flamethrowing, throwing
But there are
bombs.
many ways to do it. But yeah,
Players
I
never
use
behave
Social
when you
Stream
put them in the
Ninja.
same space.
If I remember, that's actually Camille with the flamethrower.
We were.
No,
we
not Camille. Sorry, Ignacy. I mean, that was Ignacy.
The context
like
of
a
this stress
total-
test, by the way, was like we were testing people crossing the server boundaries with our mesh servers
I
and
love that
fighting
little
on them.
ornithopter back
Yeah.
there. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's like, sorry, go ahead.
And fighting along the server boundaries just to see how the performance was. So you'll see people firing rockets, and yeah, it was a cool test. I think we got a lot of
Send me the
very
peanut
useful data out of
On
this.
Discord?
Yeah.
And seeing how
Alright,
people were
alright.
fighting together.
Also, shout out
Sure.
to our automation team because they every build, right? We have the deep desert, and they have basically they deploy our automation
There we
system
go.
called Legion, and it goes and it tests all of
Sense.
these things, right? So it's got
I got
hundreds
you,
of
friends, I got your
ornithopters
man.
going back and forth between all the
All the server
zone
boundaries.
Of Avatar? Yeah, wait. What
Lots of-
helicopters were in
There's a lot
Avatar?
of testing that goes into a project like this.
They
It's
do look a bit
insane.
similar
Yes.
to
And-
ornithopters.
And the more sandboxy you get, the
When you
more
say it.
things can break, and that's
forget how it
Obviously,
makes it
the more
interesting.
freedom we
Those
also
movies
give
are good
to
too.
players,
Yeah,
the more
exactly.
Yeah,
things
yeah,
can break.
exactly.
Those are
And
good.
like, I think I said that to you earlier as well, that like, story-driven games that are linear and you follow one story are one thing. We do have that aspect in the game as well, but I think what we at
that's a lot of
Funcom really love to do
ornithopters.
is we love to create worlds where players can write their own stories and can tell their own stories, right? I think
Yeah.
that's
Goes
such a
around.
different approach to
But like,
yeah.
game
It's
development.
one of the
'Cause,
ways we describe.
you know, these are
Arrakis
like
as a
flapping
crisis
it's like a-
agent,
it's
right?
like a
So it
insect,
is
basically.
spawning stories, and that's why
Forget how the wings
these
were in
tense
those.
locations like the deep desert are really
Avatar.
important because it does spawn these memorable moments that you remember that you go
Exactly.
experience with your friends or your
Yes.
guild. You make.
yeah, I wonder if we
friends,
could like
you
do a
make enemies,
real life
and that's
ornithopter.
really
Could that
important
work?
to like fully experience the the
that happen,
politics
guys?
and intrigue of Dune.
100%.
The power of multiplayer, right?
Yes, like I remember, like we had a lot of really cool. Before we go back
Hold up.
to actually
One
delivering the
second.
spice, we had actually a lot of really cool moments from streamers and players and YouTube content creators about the beta weekend or from the beta weekend. And I remember one moment, I call it the GTA moment, where one of the streamers, I think, he was harvesting something or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, he was downed.
He was downed by an enemy.
He was downed but not out.
Yeah.
And then the other one comes in and just drives over the enemy that was like targeting him, and he couldn't stop laughing. It's like these little moments that make, that create those stories that are so fun to share as well and are unique to you.
We're back.
And it's like, and that is, I think.
Okay, now we're
where,
getting
for
level
me,
boosted.
That satisfaction
On the Warlock.
of really creating those worlds comes.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things like we get a bit of I mean it's fine, like we get feedback like, oh, jank, right, like oh, being able to stand on top of an ornithopter is janky. It is, but when they asked me if we should remove that, I said no. Surfing
I'm gonna
on an
search it up.
ornithopter is actually
I'm gonna Google
why
it.
isn't that cool? Like why isn't that something we want? So like
Avatar,
sometimes
movie,
we make those choices as well.
Helicopter.
Like it's like this might look a little weird sometimes, but you know what? It's way more fun when you can do it.
Yes,
it's way more fun when you can do it.
The meta on beta might have been, surfing on ornithopters, shooting people with assault
A
rifles.
little bit of that might be fixed now. We fixed some of the assault rifle issues.
Yeah,
Alright,
meow.
so let's go
You're
back
right.
into
I don't know if you can see it.
delivering the spice now.
Also quite different than normal
actually,
helicopters.
No, let's talk a little more. I actually wanted to ask you both a question. You actually have answered that recently in an interview, but that's not the reason I'm asking, because I plan to do it anyway. It's like, what is each of you's favorite
remember
thing
everything you
in the
don't
game?
need to
I
know.
mean, you mentioned a few things that we saw, like the transport
good, though.
and stuff, but I'm pretty sure
It's
there's
interesting.
other things that you're particularly proud of.
Like dragonflies,
Survival games for me, one of the best things they do is they make the world more interactable than other genres, right? So I think the team has done a great job of like using the harvesting system. Not only does the cut array like cut up the resources and get it, but you come across these like wrecked ornithopters, and every time I come across one and I'm cutting off the wings and getting the resources from it, it just feels great, right? Because it makes the game grounded. So I would say that whole entire system there is really unique with what we're doing.
Your brain is filled with useless
I mean, for me,
information. There's no space for things you actually need to know.
I mentioned in the interview as well, probably, but like the Jew Reaper.
Damn.
And the
you know
way
all
that
the emotes, you know
because
all the
I
emotes, Twitch emotes.
Look, I made
By
Conan. We made Conan.
You never know
Conan's
where
a
you
bit
need
more
it,
stock standard in the survival sense, right?
insane,
You're chopping down trees and you're harvesting rocks. And when it came to June, we had the design principle of like make your designs fit June, do not make June fit your designs. And it was like, what is harvesting water look like in June? And there's a line in the book where Duke Leto is looking out a window and the sun's rising and there's all these people out in the fields harvesting dew off the flowers, and you're like, that's how precious water is on this planet. And that's a moment that our game needs to have. And so it isn't just like the confluence, it's like
Dench.
It's like,
it's like
cool,
the
this
skate
action of,
park
like,
emo. Have you seen
sweeping
the one
dew
that's
off
like
the top
this,
of
but
plants
you can
using this
skate?
little Holtzman, field that drains the water up into, and like
it's like
not
a
only
really
did the
really
animation
big and
team
wide one. I
the
don't know if I have that
effects
one
team
though.
nail that, and the audio team got the like all of that works, but it's also like the back end, the time of day, checking when the dew harvest time is optimal, feeling like, and it's so satisfying to be out there.
Is that Dench?
10 minutes before the sun comes up, and
Skate
you're
park.
filling just liter johns full of water because
Yo,
you
Chirpy with the rate mog.
understood
Let's
the
see,
game
man. Let's
system
see it.
and you understood the timing.
I'll rate
All
the
of
mog.
those things come together to create an experience that
You never know when you need skate parks.
I think for me, it's just like you can't have this experience in any game except June. And to me, that's the most precious thing, right? Like
that's
I feel
nice,
like it
man. That's nice. I
it's
like
so
that.
good when all those things come together. Like as a
That's a
developer,
nice mog.
that's just the most rewarding stuff, right? And
Challenge
it feels
mode
good.
is sick.
It doesn't. I don't
Really,
really
really
care
cool.
if anyone else likes it because I love it so much. No, because I think it really nails it, right? Like I can't speak more highly of how cool that works, right?
Totally
And
get it,
shout out to the
yes.
team who worked on it and everybody who did their part.
100%. No, I
Because
get that.
What up, Jack?
Because games are made by teams, right? That's the other thing.
Yes, absolutely. So we actually made it now to the quartermaster, and we are
Autocorrect the stream
So
right
we're
there.
gonna
You never know
deliver the spice. Yes.
Try to
where
win
you're
the
going
lanes,
to
right?
need to do skate park.
Okay, so
For me, it
these
looks
guys-
good, Jack.
These guys ask you,
Yeah.
you know, so you,
Where's the
because
fail?
you're sort of you're a minor house or a minor house under the umbrella of the Atreides, you deliver Landsrad bribes to the quartermasters of
What's
these
this
traders,
one?
and they make sure they get where they're supposed to go. So now we're delivering for House
Stand?
Alexa.
Okay,
we're
sure.
delivering.
Dude, I have 712
spice.
emotes right
And
now.
House Alexa are a part of the
Oh, God.
manufacturing unit, which is where they. And so we're
We have a
delivering
lot.
500 spice melange.
We have way
and then
too
they're
many.
going to make sure that it reaches them.
We'll
and
add
then
that one too,
will,
though. I like it.
In a moment, change the Landsrad. So you can see how you have an impact now. So
Do some twos, yo. Maybe
Landsrad
when
is there
I'm
under the
geared up,
social tab.
yeah. When I'm 18 geared up.
This board refreshes every so often. So it's been a few seconds since the last refresh.
Well, you
now
can
we should be able to
keep
see
linking the
our
ones you think are really, really good.
Borders refreshed with a
bangers.
certain amount of spice.
I can add those.
Oh, we didn't go to Alexin. You're on the wrong one. You need to go to Alexin. It's in the middle.
The middle.
Yes, and then we can see that we've delivered some spice, and the goal amount has gone up. So that you can see that we've increased our goal amount with House Alexa there.
So we've worked towards.
Yes.
gaining
So we haven't
favor.
worked like once
64,000 more to
once
go.
we hit 70,000 points, and we can do any of these
What
activities
is
to earn
this?
points.
I kind of
like
missed this part.
the control point. We can
Claim those,
Yeah.
yeah.
we can deliver
Landsrad.
spice lunch. But
House
once we
trades,
can-
might legions.
Once we've done enough to earn that center square, then it'll flip to be a Atreides and say that we've claimed it for the week.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's
Weekly rewards.
Great.
Nice.
So that was a little bit of a glimpse of what mid and end game can look like. Obviously, that totally depends on what you like to play and how you like to play. There's quite a lot of options. We showed you a few of them, an approach of what can be done.
we're also
Hold up,
jamming,
guys.
like,
I think with
dozens of
some
hours
big
of
gameplay on the
into
way now.
a very quick.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
100%. Like,
Some
this is
combat
very, like,
gameplay.
preparation is everything, which is of
think
course
that's
true
the next
for
part
the game
here.
specifically as well. But
this for
before
hours?
we dive into the Q&A,
Do it for a bit more.
we are gonna take a quick look at the Mentats.
Okay, right here. I'll add that one. Apu jamming in space. The Mentats.
So then, you're not quite dead.
This is the beginning of the game.
Great plot.
Mouse and new Joey.
Developed out of the need
I
to
don't want to
replace
say that because
thinking
Joey
machines,
is bad.
The Mentats, trained
I
on
don't-
the
I don't wanna
principles
say
of
that.
philosopher Gilbertus Albus, became one of the most important people in the Imperium.
You know?
Able to calculate immense amounts of data and devise complex strategies, they are the most advanced tacticians on the
Wicked
battlefield.
Jam.
Combined with
I like Wicked.
advanced
I actually use Wicked. Like that's my
assassination
most
and
used
combat
emote, at
technology,
least on Discord.
You will be able
I
to
use Wicked
think
a lot.
many
Love that
steps
emote.
ahead of your enemies.
Love that emote
With a
actually.
significantly higher cognition, as a Mentat,
Someone
you
has
can
Sook
calculate
Doctor's plan
trajectories
for
and weapon
expansion.
handling to find weak points in an
Yeah,
opponent's
yeah.
defense.
These
or
are
even
not that
guide the
sussy.
calculations of
Brain
an
rot.
external sentinel
I notice a theme.
to assist you with extra firepower.
It's like
Focusing
brain missing.
on strategic
theme
control
going
over
on.
raw strength. A Mentat is an expert in assassination technology, using
People
poison
bounce?
capsules
Aye,
to
aye,
trap
aye, that's
enemies
nice.
in a cloud of death. Or when out of sight, send in a hunter-seeker before
Oh,
the
dude, that's
enemy
like
has even
in the
noticed
movies.
your presence.
And then he caught
For a
it.
tactical advantage, the Mentats have devised further development of Imperial technology, such as the shield wall for extra protection. And to fool simple-minded enemies, a projection of yourself will confuse and scatter their focus.
Dude.
Throughout the dunes of Arrakis,
Simple-minded
any
enemies.
school
That could
can
also be in
trained
PvP.
and improved by masters, increasing your mental capacity and further advancing your tactical technology will let you hold
None
the
one
strategic
TV brain rot.
advantage in any situation.
Okay, here we go. That's pretty
But
good.
to
Yeah.
reach the highest tactical operation,
one too?
adopting other schools
Okay, nice.
of
We got 'em,
thought
we got
will
'em.
increase your mental complexity, opening up further possibilities. Focus your mind and calculate each step forward to find the optimal probability for your survival on Arrakis.
Cool. Guys, June 10th. June 10th. June 10th. Wait, did I say Dune or June? June 10th. It's out. Link in chat, guys. If you want to check it out on Steam.
All right,
And see more info on it
we
too?
are back
Link in
for
chat.
our Q&A. So our wizards behind the screens and behind the cameras are gonna throw up questions that have been collected already now.
Yo,
I
dude,
was
Sen. No, I'm
thinking,
going soon,
fantastic.
Sen.
Before
Going
anybody
soon.
asks
I'd love
any
to, but yeah,
questions, though, I
I'm
just
waking
want
up
to
super early tomorrow.
Make a reveal of my own.
Nice.
Special toe shoes today for everybody's.
They look really cool though.
Good morning,
Yeah.
Sen. Dude,
But
me,
it
you, and
also
Sorry,
looks a
you
bit
should
like
do
Hobbit
some
feet, to be
threes
fair.
from back.
At least close up, Chad. So it's good you have a little
18
bit of like.
hours? Yo, wait, how long
Yeah,
were
it's
you
good
awake
enough
Not for
for?
all the money in the world.
Guys, Q&A
From what I
time.
understand, they're very healthy though. They're way better for you than actual normal shoes. So.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
look,
what they
Joe,
say.
Joe,
That's
I
what they
like
say.
the
I started
barefoot
wearing them 10 years
shoes
ago
on.
and I'm still
Still
fat,
not
so I don't know. Maybe
Super
they're,
healthy.
maybe they're not working out.
Well, your feet are very healthy.
My
Let's go
feet
there.
are massively
Yeah,
healthy.
super
Sorry, all
healthy.
right. Enough
All right.
distraction. I apologize.
No, you don't
Just,
have to.
the toe reveal was
You don't
important
have
to me.
to. We wouldn't want you any other way, Joel.
Yo,
right.
Mira, let's give a
It was
share.
probably gonna
We're
kill
doing
me
a
now.
sponsor streamer now with Dune. Dune Awakening.
All right.
We want him every other way.
We're watching
Every
like an
other
early
way.
preview.
No. It's all good. Like it's
I
also
wasn't
you
gonna
guys
stream
make
today
it really nice,
initially,
you
but I
know, you
forgot about
complement
this.
each other really well.
I've got
Scott is-
pants. He doesn't have pants.
Wait, Dune
Exactly.
coming out
He has
June
those
10th.
shoes. You actually wear socks
And,
as
we're
well, so it's
watching-
just like, you know.
It's like a preview.
It's a whole balance thing. It's
Yes.
great.
Scoops. Love me
All
down.
right.
Toe shoes? Dude, my
All right.
brother has like
while we
barefoot
still
shoes as well.
wait, on the
Camera
questions,
goes
they're
good.
still collecting some of them.
Nobody has
if
any.
there was
48
a bit of-
hours,
Maybe
they
no
said.
one
We've
has
answered
questions.
every,
That is so
every possible
cursed.
question
I
people
wish.
could have is
Right,
fully
I
answered.
wish.
That is
Like
insanely cursed.
that's
dude.
kind of the both the blessings
Yo,
and
sad.
the blessing and the
That's
challenge.
not healthy,
of
man.
Awakening. I
We
think
gotta,
it's just-
yo,
It's
gotta
so
lock in on that.
it has so many aspects of different games, you know,
Yeah.
that we really tried to put together and
Were you
have
the-
people try and understand.
Were you there
He
when I was
walked
like
on payment for
presenting to
3
the press
years?
about the game?
I think
and
that's
was
what he
calling
did.
Funcom
I think that's
morons?
what he did.
Yes, of course I was
Yes.
there.
Oh,
I
you
was
mean like if that
expecting
was
headlines.
actual
We didn't
foot?
get a
lot of
single
it.
headlines.
Without
We
a
didn't get a
shoe.
single headlines like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Funcoms are morons.
Well,
Chief Creative
we-
Director says.
That
Well,
was
we are like we keep trying to.
Probably worse
You
than
know, like
bed.
it's one of the things that I like. I love about working.
I don't know.
here
You actually met Joel, by the way. I
is
met
like
this guy.
they let
He's
me
awesome.
do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
They
I
let me
was
try
there
and do
like
weird
3
shit.
months ago, and I asked him questions directly about like PvP.
You could work somewhere
in
where you're
Dune.
doing the same game every year. Speaking of reskins, like and you're making the exact same thing, and you're
awesome.
within this box, and it's like and
Don't ban
like
me.
I do
No, you're
like that
banned.
we're allowed
Yeah.
to push beyond those
You're already
things,
getting
right?
banned.
And
Yeah.
try harder to do something different.
The moderators will
and yeah,
take
it
you
comes
out
with a little bit
in
of
about
jank,
10
but man,
seconds.
it's
We're
I
gonna
don't
play
know.
I
feel like
think
it's like
the
the-
June. I
I
think
agree
so.
though. I think one
so.
thing you can't say about us is that we like it easy.
No,
It's
exactly.
like-
We're morons. We make it hard for ourselves every time.
It's what we were talking about at the beginning, right? We make unique games, right? We take risks, and sometimes it means
More
that
emo?
we make
Okay.
divisive decisions. But I think
go.
that's what was great about the beta, right? It's like people got to see what the true
Ask the
experience
brain
was.
cell.
Oh, and here it is.
Exactly.
That's
So
nice.
we're
You can,
ready
like,
actually for the
interact with
questions.
other
So is that
chatters.
Lopil 125?
Love that.
Is the exchange global or per server?
I'll
It
add
is
that one.
per
That's
world.
my favorite one, I think, so far.
So
You sent
the
me.
world is what we call a container of all the Haga Basin that
we
you
go.
will play and interact with, right? So there are hundreds of worlds, so it is not global.
Yeah, it is one deep desert per world.
Yeah.
2 social hubs per world.
Dude, if someone's watching on
and-
TikTok, they're gonna be so
and then
confused because the
and
TikTok
many,
stream
many
doesn't have
Haga
any.
basins per world.
Like you can't
and,
see the
and
dude
that
thing.
is what we call a world. And yeah,
just hear the
as Scott
voices.
says, at launch there are hundreds of worlds to choose from, right? And within each world, there's many Haga basins to choose from.
Right.
Yep.
All right.
Can you guys see the emote?
And
I can't see it.
Speak asks, are the overland map dungeons instanced per player? Can you do them as a group, or are they open like the social hubs?
The
Okay, guys.
answer
they're
is that
asking
they are
questions in
not
Twitch chat, which means I
instance
could
for a
maybe
group.
sneak
They
in a
are
question.
per player.
Who knows? They might
and
read
they're
it.
not open like the social hubs.
Guys,
They
what should
are
we ask them about
instanced,
Dune?
though,
Yes, they are.
to a
instance.
limit.
To a
So
limit.
several people in the same world can be doing
What's a
the
good
same.
question to ask? Like actual
Yes,
good
one.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Profound
Which
question where it's
kind of is kind of our
PvP
own
question?
instant
Like, what about
content
PvP
in
though
that
do we
way,
ask?
in
Yes.
that sense.
Yep. Correct.
Jolly Foxtrot TV asks, how do the different circuits work?
Nice, man. Nice.
They
Yeah, wait, is there no ads?
basically
like, there's
isolate
no ads that come
resources
mid-video
so that they can
on TikTok
only
live
be
stream,
used
yeah?
if they're on that circuit.
It's just smooth?
And then you can set a circuit for the. It's a little bit hard in the UI, but you can set like a machine's input and
Yes,
output.
same with
circuit,
YouTube. If you have YouTube
that way.
Premium,
And
you
so
know.
that's kind of
Yeah.
the extent with it.
Like draw from this storage,
You can watch
deliver
YouTube
to this
instead.
storage when you're finished, right? Like and that's
Basically,
how
yeah.
Or this
I mean, in
group
terms of
of-
on
Yeah,
leveling up
and-
to,
yeah,
to
exactly.
max
You can
level the
set a
fastest,
certain
buy
number
a
of storages
boost.
per
I mean,
circuit
this
and
is
so-
I don't know
yeah,
is
so-
the answer you're looking for, but
Yes, that's basically it.
if you buy a boost, you'll be max level in no time.
Asks, how
But then
will
you
the
gotta pay
eventual
for it,
balance
right?
between
So-
Harkonnen and Atreides?
Yeah.
There are systems. I think I talked about this in that other.
You
when I got
you
that
just
question.
mentioned as well.
Ask
Like,
if any
you
game here
have,
comes from
but
we
you
have
didn't
some
want to
systems,
spoil
but
it,
we're
which
gonna
we
talk
should-
too much about
about
exactly.
yourself.
And then when we
Complete
introduce
egomaniac.
a third
Yeah.
faction, which we are planning to, it will also have
That's
role
not a bad
in
idea.
that balance.
Not a bad
That's
idea.
basically what I can say right now. But Ensure is very hard. Like it's
So
very
guys,
hard.
yeah.
to, like,
by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but I mean, I say this a lot.
You know,
But I
players
did a little bit of voice acting for NPC that's in Dune Awakening.
Not 100%
A little bit.
On a world.
There's like a vendor that's
I think
voiced
we
by
have pretty
me
good systems
in the
place
game.
to make sure that
So we gotta try find
at
the vendor
least
when we play the
feels
game.
like it balances itself out pretty well.
Yes, and the deep desert
That's gonna be
is not
insane.
Atreides.
Imagine
versus
when
Harkonnen.
Yes,
I
It
interact
is
with my own
every-
NPC.
Yeah.
Every
Yes.
person for themselves, right?
Dude.
So even if Harkonnen are
Imagine that.
kind of dominating a server,
Oh, it's
or
gonna be
they're
kind of hard to
60-40,
listen to myself though.
they're going to be fighting
Oh.
themselves in the
Yes.
deep desert
We'll
as
see.
well.
And that's actually something I forgot to mention when we were talking about the Landsrad. Like the Landsrad, you can
It's
see
only overworld would be
the different
for the most part.
within
Yes.
the factions,
Yes.
who the
Yeah.
top guilds
Yo,
are,
meow,
and who contribute
I
the
read that
most.
in
because a
Atreides'
part of the
voice right
Dune
there.
thing is that like it isn't that like everybody
Yes.
in Atreides is a monolith.
I
It's
think
actually,
time
like,
walking is
people want
fastest
the Duke's
beyond,
attention, so they want to be further up.
beyond
And the same
boost.
with the Harkonnen, right? Like
I think so.
I want the Baron to witness me, so I'm trying to get to the top of the list of guilds.
think
So there
so.
should be inter-guild competition even within the factions. So they overall are working towards the common goal of the Landsrad. But they're trying to beat each other to be the best in the Landsrad, so they have the most voting power, they get the rewards, etc.
Yeah, especially also because like one Atreides guild might be focused on PvP, the other one might be super opposed to PvP.
Yep.
So they definitely
Yo,
don't
we should make
want
a
the
PvP
guild
guild.
to like get, we want full PvP. So
Yes.
they will, work against them and like,
Yes.
we want to be top because we want to have
In
more
Dune.
say in which decree we're actually going to have next week.
Yeah, like exactly.
So-
a crafting guild's going to want the crafting decrees.
Exactly,
And
yes.
they're not going to want the PvP full loot decree.
If you pay
right?
someone
Exactly.
for
there's gonna
boost
be that
max
kind of
level, how much
competition,
gold is it?
Even within the factions.
Yes.
Ooh,
exactly.
from level
So,
1?
Yep. Good
I
question.
don't know, maybe like
Cypher,
200k,
Cypher
250k
of 10
from
basically
70 to
traded.
80, it's
So
110k.
Not in Hoggy Basin. They will be
So
safe,
I'm guessing
in
it's
Hoggy
maybe
Basin.
double that from
In
1
the
because
deep
I think 1 to
deserts,
70 is
it's
way
a bit
faster.
Yeah,
than 7 to 80.
in the PvE section of the Deep Desert, no.
Yeah.
But in
But
the
yeah, probably
PvP
like
section
200K
of the Deep
-ish, that's
Desert,
my
there
guess.
is a mechanism by which bases have a vulnerability window where they can be raided. It is a very short vulnerability window, and again, I would point to the lore of the Dune universe. So I'm sorry for everybody who hasn't read the books and doesn't know a way in which shields can go down for a brief period of time. But it is worth looking into because then you'll understand exactly how the mechanics can work. And I know I'm being needlessly cryptic, but I'm sure there's people spamming in the chat about it already.
Let them figure it out. Oldman Alchemist, if I don't take the mission to talk with House Atreides or Harkonnen, will I be content locked?
Oh,
as
yeah,
far
dude,
as
can you, like,
proce-
not
will I be
pick a
content
house?
locked as far as processing?
That could be something
Progressing,
interesting.
sorry.
No, that's
The
not-
main story and the ability to craft.
No.
Yeah, no. The story, I mean,
Okay.
while it involves House Atreides and the Harkonnen, it is not
Any
about that.
beginner
It's
gold
about you,
farms? Ooh, I don't,
and
man.
your role on
I'm really
Dune.
bad at
It's your
farming
quest
gold.
to find the Fremen and wake the
Exactly.
sleeper, right?
I don't like.
So the main story
maybe just
follows
mining,
that,
just mining
what we were talking about and what we were
ores
showing earlier with
and
the
selling the
different
ores. That's what I used to do back in
faction
Mob.
unlocks, like in terms of the visuals and
Yeah,
those
but
things. Are,
that-
you're
it
locked
was
out
not
if you
very
don't wanna join
effective,
a
I don't
faction.
think
Those
so.
are
Like it.
pure vanity.
But they're pure vanity, right?
No mechanics.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't. But one thing you cannot join the Landsrad.
But I'm sure there's probably
unless
some
you
kind of
have
mob
aligned
farm where
yourself
you just
with a
kill
faction.
mobs and
Your
you just loot
guild must
stuff
be
and sell
aligned to a
stuff.
faction to participate in the
decent.
Landsrad. That is the one hard requirement that I think faction alignment has in the game. That's it. Otherwise, yeah, you can
Buy WoW
do all
token-
the content without
True.
joining Atreides or
True,
Harkonnen.
you grind
I
in
also
real
think
life
when it
to
comes
buy
to
WoW token.
progressing,
Yeah.
In the beta, during the beta weekend,
I'll
we were
download Dune
still
just to
very
buy
much
stuff
in
from the Snoopy
tutorialization
Snoopy
part of
voice.
the game,
Yeah.
right?
From the NPC Snoopy voice.
I know
Thank you,
that,
Dark Crane.
Some players were like, "Whoa, this is very linear," and things.
Hey,
But the thing is,
link in the
things
chat, Dark
open
Crane,
up
for Dune, if
quite
you wanna check it
more
out.
Once you're past that tutorialization section as well, so
Oh, man.
you won't be actually
Back in the
locked
streets, you
progressing
could,
when it comes to crafting or very
Dude,
certain
like,
point.
Yeah,
back
and
in
in the
TVC,
opening,
points
me and my friends, we used
In
to
the
play
opening of the game,
on their account. We used to
after character creation, you actually get
we
a choice
said,
as to whether you want
give
to play
me
an
gold
unlocked
or I
tech
kill
tree
you.
or locked tech
We
tree.
actually did that when we were like 8
The
years old.
reason we put that there
And,
is so that people who
Duratar.
are advanced survival players or people who
And one
played
guy
Dune
gave us
before can
40
just
gold
go,
in
okay, I want the
TBC.
unlocked tech tree. I know what I'm
And
doing.
we were hard like
But
level like 8.
I recommend, and we recommend that the locked tech
Imagine.
tree is for people who are
That
playing
was
the
like
game for the first time and
a
really
billion gold for
because
me
there
at that
are
point.
so many. We've been talking about it a lot today.
That's toxic.
There are so many mechanics
Well,
that are
it
just
was
kind of
because
Dune
there
mechanics
was this
that we
like
want
pump.
people
It's
to
like
learn,
silence. I kill
and
you.
we
Do
need
you
to
remember
teach
that?
them.
Like it was a
And
YouTube video.
It's going to be hard for you to know what
It was
to
really,
do.
really really
you
popular.
don't know about dew reaping and times of day when you should be be out.
Yeah, so we're
harvesting
like,
you unless you
the
follow the
yeah.
tutorials that we put
we
in place for that.
we
right?
thought it was
So
funny.
It's just that.
The skeleton, yes,
Or that
yes.
you need to get a shipwreck to craft better weapons.
Yes.
So we just like give me
yes.
gold and then that.
Koopa is asking, is there a level cap
We're like 7 or 8.
Yes.
Oof.
I believe we're at 200
I don't know, something like that.
currently?
currently.
But you can respec.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's, I believe it's on a 48-hour cycle. So
Wait,
even if you cap
What
out
did I
and
say in
play
regards to
something
the
and you
level
decide you
cap?
don't
200?
like it, you can
Yeah.
switch to something else.
And there's a point where you run out of like.
It's
you
doing
stop
so much with
getting,
Throne of Liberty.
unlock points
I
for your
never
tech tree
played
and
Throne
intel
of
points.
Liberty, so I
And then
don't know
we
Dark
have a
Pain.
mechanic in the game
I
for
don't
you to
think
go around
so.
And
I don't
unlock
think so,
more
'cause I
intel
watched
points by
Sony play that,
going
and
to
I think
bases
it's
in
quite
the world,
different.
like enemy bases and outposts. So there's a
What
level
up,
cap that
Narumski?
puts
Dude,
a
you're very
stop to
close,
some
man.
of those progression
Well,
things.
it's
and then
July
the next step from there is for you to go
July
and explore
21st. You said
more and enjoy the game
June.
Because
I
we
think-
want
you said
to
July
make some
27th, right?
choices,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Also, like, I mean, there's different level and skill point caps, right? Because you have a character level, you have skill points, and you have intel points. So
Yes.
there's like 3 different
Yes.
caps that you
Yeah,
particularly
exactly.
hit. K69N
Oh, it's a
is
good
asking,
question.
is it possible to lose all your gear in PvP?
So not in PvP in the base level. In the deep desert, you lose resources that you're carrying, Solari and Spice.
So you don't lose your gear.
And you take durability damage to some of your gear, right?
Okay.
That's what happens every time you die, PvE or PvP. But if there's a specific decree from the Landsrad which enables full loot PvP in the deep desert for 1 week, then that's the only time in the game where you can lose all your gear in PvP. That's
Jeez, dude.
Or if you're fighting in the sand and a sandworm comes and eats you.
Yeah, because
sure.
If you
I
try
guess
to
you
find
can
the
lose all your
sandworm,
I
gear
died
in
to
PvP,
sandworm. You
but
lose
we count
everything.
Yeah,
is the sandworm PvP really?
But you can save stuff,
It's
of
more like
course,
PvE,
as well.
But yes, 100%.
Wolfie 1974.
Questions,
Are we going to be able to get blueprints that devs made of their bases?
Oh, the Tor Eagle presents.
Tour exactly. This is Tour Eagle presents. That's
will there be
actually very
transfer
cool. I
goals?
love that
Yes.
idea. That's actually a very
Yes.
cool
Yo,
idea.
big
Some
Max to the
vendors
raid.
will
Thank you so much,
launch
man.
with some of our,
Thank you, dude.
I was,
Welcome, everyone.
Yes,
We'll
I was
see.
just about to say I don't think players
Welcome,
should actually
welcome.
pay for them per se, but we should.
Guys, we're currently
or
level
maybe they
boosting.
need
I just
to.
boosted my
I don't know.
rogue
You
and
know
I'm
what
boosting my
copies is
warlock.
more?
We're doing
you
a
shouldn't know
spawn
that-
stream.
No, actually, let me rephrase
for Dune
that.
Awakening.
We shouldn't have
We're getting a
dev
glimpse of the
sell
mid to
those
end game of
items
Dune
in
Awakening.
game, but we can sell it via
Oh,
NPC.
sure, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I
Look at chat.
meant, right?
Maybe
Right.
we can put a vendor or something
That'd be
like
cool,
that.
yeah, like you
Yeah,
mentioned.
maybe a vendor in the
Welcome,
world can
everyone.
sell some blueprints.
You see, like Tour Eagle bases
Today is the
everywhere.
guy.
I
Today
think
is
there
the
will
builder
be.
among
Well,
us.
Mal,
Mine-
you
mine
can
would
change
just
the
be-
color
yeah,
of
no,
your
no
gear.
Water boxes.
No one wants to see
Yeah.
my. I'm
But I
gonna
don't
go
know if you can like
test
change
TTP
the
You
whole
don't have to.
appearance.
TTP every time.
You can like hide
So-
your headpiece
I'm
though,
sure
so
you're
you
gonna
can
have players who
know
make fantastic
see yourself,
buildings.
your face,
Okay.
and then you can change the color.
Quintinovich is asking, will GeForce
We
now
love
be
Dune, we
in
love
Dune
Dune.
Awakening?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
G4.
There's
no idea.
discussions going on.
There's
at least.
discussions. I can't remember what the last is, but people are looking at it. Yeah.
I don't have Slack open, otherwise you could check.
GeForce
Someone
Now
was
is
like
the
hammering
streaming
messages
service, right?
to
Go
me
follow Big
online.
Max.
It's like,
The question, I guess, would be, will Dune Awakening
follow
be
my
on
friend Big
GeForce
Max.
Now
yes,
for streaming?
yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I
Make it happen.
interpreted
I don't
as
know
well.
the answer. I'm sorry, but Scott.
Yeah, I don't think I have an official answer, but I believe so. But yeah.
Helping Hans, how do you balance the council wins? If one side gets unique weapons, won't that side have a better chance to win the next vote down the line?
Not necessarily, because the tasks for the Landsrad are pulled from, like, so there's 25 tasks per
Oh.
week, and there's a pool
was so
of like
loud.
400
Wait, what was that
tasks
sound?
that can potentially show up. So you first
Where'd
of
that
all
come
don't
from?
necessarily know what's going to be there. Unique weapons doesn't
happened?
actually influence
doesn't
everything.
show
Some of the
anything.
tasks are kill tasks. You don't know which tasks are going to be
What has
revealed
happened?
first. You also have to bribe
Wait, is there a big emo?
envoys with spice to reveal tasks.
Oh, I
and
can't
if your
see the-
faction does
oh,
it before the other
okay.
faction, you'll see.
That one. Yo, thank
we
you so
need to
much,
do this,
Meow.
so you
Thank
might just
you.
get ahead because you had more spice or
I
whatever.
appreciate that.
It's not going to come down to unique weapons.
Wait, can you
Absolutely not. That's not going to be
identify
the thing that
7 TV emotes?
means
Or is
that
that a-
one side
whose
gets
sub
a
emote is
some
that?
landslide kind of advantage.
It's like the
Yeah,
brain
so
cell one.
I think that's the best way to answer that. I think from my perspective.
I think that's a great answer too, and I think it just goes again into people are a little bit too afraid that everything is about PvP and fighting end game, and that's absolutely not the case.
Yeah.
And hopefully we explained that a little bit
Yeah,
today
I
as
mean-
well for people to feel a bit more like
yeah.
Yeah, dude, it seems like people
or
are like
disappointed, depending.
so worried about
Dr.
it being
Evil Eye,
a lot
is
of
there any
PP.
content or materials
Which
that
makes
are hidden
me-
behind PvP, meaning that the only way to
I asked
obtain
someone who
that
likes PP,
item
that
via
means there's
material
gonna be a
is
lot
to
of
risk
PP, which
losing
I like.
to large guilds.
But it's not
I
only
wouldn't
because
say
of
hidden,
PvP,
but
which is also
yeah,
good,
yeah.
of
Like
course,
you
'cause
can. The
you
deep
want
desert, which we
people
just
to be able to
explained,
play
is
the
a
game they
place
wanna
where
play.
tier PS6 gear is,
Yeah.
like items and materials for crafting those things. You need to go there to get those things. You can buy them off the exchange. You can trade for them with other people. But yes, you have to go to that place in order to get those things. And there is a risk of people attacking you when you're in that place. We tried to explain that this is a
yo,
very
meow.
large place. It's not going to
Thank
be
you.
possible for a guild
Jump
to
scared. That
cover
one
the
wasn't
entire
scary.
space. It's
Yeah,
just
Fool me
not
once,
going to be
you
possible.
know, but yeah.
I think
Twice,
limit is
no way.
32.
The guild limit
Yes.
is 32
Yeah.
people.
Never getting
So
scared, but that sounded
One
again.
per kilometer,
Ever.
maybe, if they stretch
Yeah,
across.
they'd have to stretch all the way across, and even then, I think there's all kinds of
Yeah,
tactics
yeah,
and
yeah.
ways to draw them off. And I don't
I
don't
mean,
think
no.
it's
Oh,
going
you
to be.
got me.
There
You
are
got me
problem.
again.
There are potentially
Keep-
hundreds and hundreds of people
keep
that can be
bidding,
in the deep
please.
desert,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So one guild would be outnumbered by 100 people.
Keep going.
Again,
Come on now.
if you want to rat, you can rat.
Yeah.
Like,
Got me
There's
good.
options, right?
And also, like the tier 6 gear isn't required for the story or
Yeah.
for anything that's having to do with
Yeah.
like a basin, right?
It's-
It's sort of just the deep desert loop.
But we can't
Longest
tell people
super stream in ages.
that
Well,
they
it's
can't
not
get to
because
the
I
top
started my
number
stream
of
at
number go
4
up because
a.m.
they
No,
really-
4
people
a.m.
always want
4
that.
p.m.
Yeah.
today.
So it's
So it's actually been a
even though,
very short stream.
even though it's
Yeah.
not required, you
I was busy building
I know
my
people
new
are going to
chair.
want it.
I feel like it makes sense though because
Yeah, I've been
those
saying this all day,
people
but
who
I got a
really
new chair.
care about the highest level
New
tier are
chair
probably
for
the
my
PvPers,
gaming
and they
sessions
wanna
is
be in the
mesh.
deep
I
desert
love
in
it.
the
It's a
first place. So I
fractal
feel
chair.
like it's kind of a
Thank you,
natural
Fractal,
balance
for sending me
too.
the chair. I
Hopefully,
love
we
it,
also
man.
have.
Ergonomic lumbar
I think there's this
support.
weird.
Super comfortable, man.
I speak
And
to a lot of people
insane
in our closed
customization.
beta and our Discord, right? And,
Latest,
and
that's
I
true,
see
that's
that
true.
like there's people who
Yeah.
kind of
That is true.
assume that everybody who is a guild in PvP is going to be this toxic, sweaty kind of. And I think
Hey,
it's
yo,
going to be the
Tandy's the
opposite. I think
biddies.
we're going to
Thank
have
you,
the good guy guilds
you,
who are
thank
out
you.
there actually protecting
Protecting people.
and like helping people out. I've seen it in the beta already. People, oh, I got lost in the desert, help, and people would come help
Yes.
them, give them
Yeah.
rides home, like give them more gear. I've seen people in the beta like just give other people an ornithopter when they lost one because
Yeah.
of a bug.
Hey, dude,
that was
one
in the
guy in the
game from
beta
our
just
end. They're
gave
like, "Oh, do
me
you want an ornithopter?"
a
I have
bike.
spare one, right?
He just gave me a bike.
It's great to see, and I think that people
was
worry
nice.
too much about toxicity. Hopefully, we'll keep track of it, of course, but
Yeah.
it should be fine.
And you have one player for the entire world.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Meow.
So,
Thank you so
and
much.
You are your name, right? So you will have some sort of reputation.
Yeah, exactly. There's that as well.
Yeah, as a callback to more old school MMOs that I grew up with, like EverQuest and all those. But anyway, so we have 2 more questions.
Yeah,
Fort,
well,
Fort team is
my
asking,
female
do you need a sync chart
Draenei
for each person
warlock
in the guild?
here.
Yes. You need to create a sync chart for
That's
every
pretty cool.
person who's going to want to reveal those things
Yeah.
that you've got in your sync
They're
chart.
single-use items.
Yeah, they're single-use items.
Just the
Consumables.
picture. Oh,
Once you
I
create
did not yet. No. Let me check it out.
And last questions. Neo Valkyrion, can transport ornithopters carry other ornithopters?
Yes, they can.
Now I see it.
They can indeed. I was playing it earlier. I was flying around carrying a
That's
medium.
nice, man.
ornithopter.
Yo,
They can pick
OnlyFans
up
in
pretty
real life. Yo,
much.
Savix
Yeah.
was there. Did you meet
And they
Savix?
have past
anything
names too.
vehicular.
Yes, vehicular.
I think.
Can't pick up
I
people.
think Savix is coming to
Unless
Inside.
That's it.
TwitchCon EU. I don't know for sure, but someone
Alright.
told me Savix
All
is
right,
coming,
so that
which
was
would be
it
awesome.
with the questions for
I can meet Savix for the first
today,
time.
and also for our last
Yeah.
developer stream before
Exciting.
Head Start and the
my God.
official release. I'm like still like how okay so
It's like 7
how
days,
do
8
you
days.
how do you boys feel, gents?
Did you imagine working on
How do
something
you
for like
feel?
5 years
Oh,
and then finally
pretty good.
releasing
right?
it for more than 5 years? I
So
don't know.
beta
I
went
think Joel's been
really
5 years,
well
but yeah.
from
Yeah.
our perspective, the tech was stable, and that's what we're always worried about. Because we knew the game was pretty good, or we thought the game was
We
really
think
good,
so,
right?
yeah.
And all the tests we had run showed that, but we were
Briefly,
a
nice,
little
nice.
fearful, that tech would hold.
What are you
and
doing?
it
Dude, we're
went
boosting
really,
a
really
Warlock
well
up, man.
with,
Love boosting Warlock and listening to the
closed dish beta.
Dune
right?
developer
The-
stream right now.
The server crash rate was low. The client crash rate was within our acceptable tolerance, and we're fixing most of the issues that we found. So. Cautiously optimistic, right? Incredibly
Wait,
excited
Shiny,
to show
w-
the
are
entire
you going
game.
somewhere
And,
again?
So yeah,
Yeah.
See reactions.
but
I'm,
the last week is always
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Clinch.
it's 5 years of your life,
yeah.
right? And it's like I think that's the thing that I think is like what
Wait, you're actually going to
I'm not
EU
sure people
TwitchCon?
understand.
For real?
It's like when you've been living
Japan.
and breathing this kind of thing for
That's
5
also
years.
nice.
And then like you see the game industry is volatile.
Yeah.
Things don't go well for people. We have a team of, that I love to work with. We have a team of great people that we've built
They're awesome,
over the last
I can
years.
see that.
Um,
I've
and
been
it's like,
2 times
it
at a
isn't-
FunCom
It isn't
office
about
now,
like
and
success in the sense of
was
like,
so nice.
you know, oh, I just want to say that I'm
Nice
like
people.
it is a game that I think
nice
is
vibes.
great, right? And I've played it, and I kind of know that it has a lot going on, right? And I think it works well. And from the beta, we got some confirmation of that. But I want my team to be together, making games for a long time, right? So for me, this is like I'm nervous about that, right? Like it's the gaming industry is not a safe place anymore,
Take
right?
care.
It's not easy to guess what's going to be
Thanks for the
successful. I
emotes.
mean, I'm watching things
biddies.
and like, you know, you see things that are fantastic from small
Johnny.
teams going great.
Fair enough.
Like, you know,
There's
and there's
anyone
been some
coming up,
fantastic games this year and games that you wouldn't have predicted coming out of nowhere. Like Schedule 1 is a great one, but also like Claire Obscura, I'd heard of it, but I hadn't heard of it until really it blew up. And so you see these games, these huge successes. So I think it's like, you don't want to have the arrogance to think that you could be among that, but you hope. And that's kind of where I'm at least. I'm hoping we strike a vibe. I'm hoping that all the decisions that we made.
I think Dune could
and
be
there's
huge,
10,000
man.
decisions
I
on a
think it
gaming
could be
project,
huge.
right? There's 10,000
But it's hard to say, like how
every
it's
one
going to
of
go,
them
of course.
is about moving towards a goal, right? Towards a vision, a creative vision, a vision of a universe, a vision that a guy created in 1963 when he wrote
Strike
a
a
book,
vibe, yup.
right? And that's,
Yo,
I don't know, like I'm extremely
we should start using
nervous,
that,
but
that
that's
phrase,
what we're
Jack.
trying to get to, right? And
I like
that's,
that.
I hope what people feel when they play the game is, yeah, okay, you nailed it, right? Like that's what we want.
And I feel like we've made an amazing Dune game, right? And it's the first where you're walking right on Arrakis. You're experiencing Paul's journey.
We're skipping 2001's Frank Herbert's Dune,
sure. But for me, right, in a modern sense anyway. So it's and we have a story we want to tell. People saw a really short glimpse of it in the beta, but there's so much more going through the rest of Act 1 and Act 2, right? Playing through that. And there's this long story that we want to tell over the, Lex, you said 10 years, right? On the thing.
So
It was like no boots on the ground, Dune
we
game.
have a long story.
I mean, true. Like just
we want
people
to
like that
continue
watch the
releasing
movies or read the
updates,
books,
every
and
3-4
you know you want to
months
like live
with
in that
additions
world and
to that
explore
story,
it.
in addition
Like Dune
to the
Awakening
DLCs
nails
that
like
we're going to
if anything,
come out.
and
So when you
there's
buy
many
the
things
game,
like
you're
good things to say
getting
about it. From
everything
my
here right
experience.
now, plus all
But
the
like
story
the main
content
thing
that
is
we'll
just
continue to release
like
over the
just
next years.
walking around, exploring,
Yeah,
and just like the whole
we're
feeling.
excited.
It
It's
feels
a
like
lot
you're
of
in the
pressure,
movie.
but yeah, we'll do fine.
And
There's
that
no
alone,
guarantees
I
in
think,
love
is
and war, but you know what? I'll
many
say
people
this
will
for
want
the
that,
record.
you know.
I'm really proud of our team and what they've done. And like, no matter what happens, all of them can hold their heads up high because they have worked really hard to bring this to fruition.
Absolutely, shout out to our teams, the many teams that work on this game with all different departments.
Every
What up,
department.
James?
And
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely, it's a beast of a game. I think we
It
can
is a
say
beast.
that.
Yeah.
And I'm actually getting goosebumps now. I'm sorry. I'm actually getting goosebumps. I'm such a. Yeah. Anyway, but I think that's a wonderful note to end this last developer stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
On for
Guys, last dev stream before Dune launches on June 10th,
one
guys.
thing we can actually say is
keep saying
that
June.
you will be able to
June.
upgrade your editions
10th.
on the 10th of January. So there will be an option.
10th of June, I think.
10th of, sorry, June. Oh my God. I just, that
10th of
wonderful
June.
ending. I just completely read.
That's fine.
Oh well.
Congratulations.
Anyway.
Well,
pro
June
here.
5th is like the early release. June the 10th. June the 10th.
Yes.
It's like
So
football,
10th
kind of.
June,
Don't really pay much
when
attention
the game
nowadays,
goes
but
on full
I used
release,
to
you
watch
will
it
be able
more.
to upgrade your editions. Should you want to do that, there will be options on Steam. And we'll be ending. Thank you so much again, Scott and Joel,
Awesome.
for
Thank
being
you,
here
Natasha.
during out of your busy schedules. So we really appreciate it, talking to us. And
That was good.
We'll have
That was
a last trailer.
really, really good
And
stream, actually.
With that, I thank everyone for watching and joining us today. And hopefully,
Kind of wish we got a bit
you'll
more
enjoy what's coming your way.
Thanks, everyone.
like
Yeah, see you on Thursday.
combat. Like look at the late game
Cheers.
combat. But we got some, sneak peeks at it. But I do want to see more of that.
So then, you're not quite dead.
What a swag you did. Not now, man.
Great
Not now.
plots are afoot
I
in
must
the
go
Imperium,
very, very soon.
and the currents of intrigue run deeply. You will go to Arrakis as our agent. You have one task. Find the Fremen.
Put down.
Wake the sleeper.
That thumper is so
You
epic.
were sighted fleeing the scene of a terrible crash. Who are you? You've heard the expression, the spice must flow. I am the man who ensures that it continues to do so.
I dreamed of you. Burst in fire. Twin comets
What
in
do
the
you-
sky. The seer of lies. I am terrified of what happens when you awaken.
Okay, dude, this is really, really cool. I've not seen this trailer before. I don't think I have, at least.
We've all lost our way.
This looks new to me.
You can complete the mission.
Every person carries their past with them. Who are you?
Dude. Yo. That's on the in-game engine, by the way. Damn, man. That was a good trailer. Large scale beta weekend. Oh, that already happened, though. That already happened. Okay, wait, so maybe... Wait, was that an old trailer, then? I feel like I've not seen that. Alright, guys. There it is, dude. Dune stream wrapped up, man. That was sick. That was sick. Man, like, the people working on the game, just... it's so nice to just hear them talk like that, in, like, this format. It's very just, like, human, you know, they're making mistakes. Some technical difficulties, but, like, that's a good thing. It's not, like, super, you know, polished presentation. It's, like, just real and exciting. June the 10th. June the 10th. Thanks for the stream. So, yeah, June 10th, Dune is coming out. Yeah, that was sick, man. That was sick. Guys, again, huge thank you to Funcom for sponsoring this stream. But just in general, man, like, dude, honestly, I can't thank Funcom enough. Like, they've really given me some awesome opportunities for being able to, like, voice act a little bit in the game. Visiting them, like, I've been there 2 times now. Yeah, like, they're really, really awesome, man. Just, like, the people working there. It's been awesome. Being able to just be somehow, you know, involved in a small way. Yo, Sinolia with the 17-month primer. Thank you so much.
Dropping by to sub.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Yeah, so yeah, June 10th. Dude, that's crazy. June? Because June 10th. Release. Link in chat for the Steam link. This is my last stream, man, for like the weekend, because I'm going to TwitchCon. But I'll be back streaming real life, hopefully on Saturday, from TwitchCon. Real life stream from TwitchCon. This is what he said yesterday too, but no. I mean, no, because I'm leaving tomorrow morning. It's true. I forgot we had the Dune stream today, so I said I was not gonna stream, but yeah. Hi everyone. Again, thank you so much for Funcom. Much appreciated. Everyone watching, hanging out. I will see you all on. Well, by the way, I'll post updates on Instagram. Real life updates on Instagram. And yeah. Back home Tuesday. If not Tuesday, definitely on Wednesday we're back home streaming, okay? But guys, I'll miss you all. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see any like updates. You know, I'll post things from the event. And yeah, thank you all so much for everything. All the followers, subbers, chatters, lurkers. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see y'all. I will see y'all soon. I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care. Dude, I can't believe we're going to be going for a little bit here, man. Damn, dude. Yeah, I'll see y'all soon, guys. Peace out. Aware. Bye, everyone. See you soon-ish. All right. Thank y'all so much for everything. Bye-bye. Take care.